Where's my mic?
And we're back.
Josh, keep talking. It's on you. Is it back? We're fueling.
We're back. A new car. Is that what they say?
Is it really back?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, we're live. Okay.
I'll join you.
Sit down and join me.
Eating? Holy shit. They're eating right now.
Where'd you get that pizza, Domino's?
You motherfucker.
Is that a slice of the best pizza in Plattsburgh?
Damn, son. Domino's, son. What the? You definitely were.
I like
you,
Giuseppe's
can you
pizza the
confess? Were you fucking bribed? Were you bribed by Domino's? Did they get to you somehow? Somehow your Twitch stream was boosted for 5 minutes because you said Domino's was good.
Virtue signaling.
I could see a mischievous partnership between a Twitch streamer and Domino's.
Domino's is the best pizza.
Yeah, for reals. Domino's is egregious pizza.
Egregious pizza.
It is. I've like, eat that up.
Cram it.
We will take over the show.
Why not? ASMR.
All right, we got 7 viewers. Let's see how if we
What
go
are
up
they
or
talking
down.
about?
What? He's got a weird fetish, I guess. What? All right, what do we got in the audience?
How fast can you eat that pizza? That's it?
Did he see this?
That's not gonna
unfinished
get a whole lot of
salad over
viewers.
here?
There's salad.
It's
To
just
the-
iceberg lettuce, though.
Yeah, there's some mozzarella, maybe some olives.
That was yours,
It's
wasn't
yeah, it was a Mediterranean
Greek
salad.
salad,
Yeah, Greek salad. It was from Price Chop, whatever the hell it's called, Market 32.
Oh, yeah. I used to
Market
get
Chop.
sushi from Price Chopper.
Oh yeah, that's
really good.
that's not bad. Yeah, I went there.
Never got dosed off of Price Chopper
Yo,
sushi.
so wait, yeah, can you elaborate on that? Because I saw that briefly on Facebook because I've deleted it off of my phone, which I feel like has actually increased my productivity. Because like you get all these notifications, like what is
Deleted
it?
what off your phone? Facebook?
Just the
The
app.
actual
It's on my. I gotta check it on my laptop. But if it's on
Oh,
my
yeah, that's
phone,
probably
because
why my phone always dies
you
so
get
quick.
all these notifications, but they're like false. It's like, oh,
Right.
this is an event someone's going to tomorrow, or like this is an event, or like this is.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I'm not actually excited. It's like someone that you like commented and said something that you were happy to see. It's like, oh no, it's some. I was like, this is just distracting me at work and shit, so I just deleted it.
I'll get
so.
notifications, and then, like, I'll check them, and I'm like, it's the same one that I just got. Why is it
Yeah, you
popping
keep
up
checking it.
Or,
Yeah.
like, I'll get, like, a message notification from
Yeah.
Messenger.
And I would get my
like
watch
a
too.
message that I've already
I would
seen.
get on my phone and my watch. I was like, I gotta see what it is. I'm curious
I
now.
got
What the
rid
hell?
of
Facebook on your watch?
Yeah, you get a notification, it just pops up.
That is fucking James
I got rid of
Bondish.
the app, too, like a year ago.
Yeah.
And like a week later, there was some news story about young people deleting the app from their phones.
Yeah, no, it's
You're like,
Instagram.
I started
Everyone's
with,
on
like,
Instagram because it's like,
They're watching me.
oh
The
yeah,
app,
yeah.
It makes it easier.
That is
because
weird.
I hate
'Cause
using
literally-
Facebook, like, having to go to the internet.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't
you-
miss it at all. The only thing is, like, I can't watch the live stream
Right.
in my phone
True.
browser.
Yeah, you're
I'm
absolutely
addicted to Facebook. I am.
Yes,
I have to,
yeah,
anytime I think of
exactly.
something,
It is
I
an
have to fucking
addiction.
get on and, like, talk
Yeah.
about it.
Right. Or you're just like, what?
And
am-
I think Twitter sucks.
if
Like, I hate.
you look at
I
your
had
phone,
Twitter
you look
and
at
it
your phone,
sucked.
you're like, what am I doing? You open your phone, you're like, Facebook. Boom. That's the first thing you do. You're not like, let me open the browser
Yeah,
to check the
let's
news,
see
to research
well, I mean,
something.
news
It's
is
like,
on Facebook.
I wish
It
I
is.
could
That's
say,
true.
like,
It
oh,
is.
here's
It-
a better alternative, but they're all owned by Facebook.
well, here's the
I'm like,
thing.
oh, I like
Facebook and
Instagram
Disney are
instead
the
of
only two
Facebook,
companies
but
left.
also
You know
they're
what's a weird thing, though? Like,
together.
Google.
if you see like a friend share an article, it gives it some gravity to where you're like, all right, this is something. Versus, like who's sponsored by CNN's, main page, or like what is the thing? But it's like, oh, a friend sharing this. Let me check this news story.
Right.
So people get their news from Facebook. Is what I'm saying. Like that.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, what is
I
happening?
do. I'm guilty of it.
Yeah, but
And then also Yahoo.
But you know that on
My news from
on
Yahoo and
Facebook,
Facebook.
like if you go into your options, if you dig deep, like 5 pages in, it says it'll tell you what political beliefs that they think
Oh,
that
yeah.
you are.
Yeah, I saw
Have you done that
Oh,
before?
yeah. And they got me.
Mine said
They got me
mine
banned.
said moderate, and I was like, what? Why would you?
I'd agree
You
with
can
that.
go in and clear those, right? Can't you?
Yeah, you can change it. You can
Okay.
go to but it's like
But also, I heard they determine what to show you off of that.
No, like you can go to yours and it'll be like it was automatically on liberal. You might be like, what the fuck? Like that's bullshit because like I'm not. If you felt that way, but like.
But I see shit that
I
I
assume
don't
it-
want to see all
Yeah.
the time.
But
too.
you always wonder, like,
I'm
what
like,
is the
that's
other?
fucked
What
up.
is the other side seeing? Like, is that it seems mischievous
Yeah,
that
well, that's the
Facebook is
question.
like they're like, oh, the other side is so wrong, and then they're saying that literally to the other side. And like, look how crazy they're
Well,
being.
there must be
You know, where it's just
an
like they're
algorithm where,
stoking
like,
the flames. Where
they're
it's
gonna
like
show you something that they think
it's like
you're
yeah,
more
it's-
likely to share.
I feel like it sucks too because I don't know. Do you guys know of any other place that we could go besides Facebook that has the same shit?
I don't.
that your
'Cause it's like,
friends are sharing
it's
shit
me
about.
and
No,
a bunch of other people
It's-
that are like, "Oh man, I want to quit Facebook, but I
Yeah,
can't because
well,
it's the only
it's-
place where I can get
it's-
events." And I'm
it's
like, I know,
something-
I'm one of
it's-
those people. Like, I run a page, I run multiple pages through my own account, and I don't want to do that, but I don't have a choice.
Right.
it's,
It
you got to
sucks.
get everybody in the world, to follow you.
And
Be
I also use it
I
because I don't
guess.
like putting anything else on any other programs on my phone. I hate like having a ton of fucking
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I just
applications on my
deleted
phone.
the app from my phone, and honestly, like I go back, I check on my computer, it's like you have 19 notifications, and I swear there's like 3 that I had to like get to with any sort
They're
of
like
urgency. Where
All
it's like,
event invites and like.
oh yeah, they're invites and just dumb shit. It's like
someone just added to their story.
yeah, it's like this person,
Oh,
some
yeah.
thing that you said in Albany you might go to like 3 months ago that it happened. It's like doing something near you in the future. It's
Where
like
do we stream our show?
Facebook.
Facebook.
Huh.
Oh yeah, honestly, like for doing our show, like
Good
that was
point.
the easiest way to stream it for free, and people could just tune in.
Stop complaining about it.
Well, it's just the easiest way. We just don't have a choice.
But it's
Andrew.
cool that it is for free. I mean, I don't know what the problem
Yeah,
is unless they're
true.
using it.
Look at my screen.
It connects people too, so it's like when you don't
Yeah.
have it, you feel like you're missing out a little bit.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of fun.
Because otherwise, you have to go like ask all your friends, like, "Yo,
yeah.
what-
How was
what
her
are
wedding?
people
How
talking
was
about?
how was her wedding? Did
Yeah.
it look
How's your
beautiful?
mother doing?
Yeah, her wedding looked magical.
Oh,
Did
that
it? Yeah. It's like
happened?
like what if you didn't see Maggie's wedding because you don't have Facebook anymore?
did you see?"
Feel like
Maggie
that.
got married.
Yeah, you missed out.
You missed the
Just
folder?
you missed out.
It got
because
like 93 likes.
you know Facebook.
So-
That's why you missed out on an entire marriage, and they have a kid now too.
I
Little
hate when people
Joshua,
don't tell me the amount of likes.
Gabriel, and Joshua.
You'd have to like go out and talk to people. that you know.
Ludicrous. Word of mouth.
I have to go
Without
read
you
flyers
can't talk to people you
somewhere.
know without Facebook.
It's much easier to just have an aggregate where they can all you can see everybody's shit all at once.
like this dumb bitch posting this news, but you're like, oh, I'm glad because otherwise that never would have heard.
Right.
Otherwise,
Bing
thank you
bang.
for sharing, Brian Smith. Otherwise, you have to call up all your homies one by one every
yeah.
day and ask them if there's any new shit. Did you get fucking married today? No,
No, not yet.
I gotta call George right now.
I don't
okay,
even
cool.
have a girlfriend, dude.
You kill yourself yet? No, dude. All right, cool. Please don't. I'm not gonna.
Do people still do bachelor parties? Is that a thing out here?
I think so.
I don't fucking know. Kristen would probably know about that more than anybody else, right? Thanks, Jay, for sharing the stream. Southern New York.
Yeah, like Long Island. Oh yeah. At my summer home.
Yeah, your conscience has got to be a little bit eased versus like, no, it's like, I can't, a stripper shot a ping pong ball at her pussy. It's like,
That's cool.
I know, but it's like, my wife doesn't like that.
Thank you for liking the stream,
It's
Steph.
a hell of a bachelor party. I don't know why people go to strip clubs. I've never been to a strip club ever. It doesn't.
I don't see the appeal.
I don't see the appeal. No, because they probably don't enjoy it.
Let me give you a
I'm
boner.
sure there all are women that enjoy it, but
Thanks for liking the stream, Liz.
it's really fucking creepy to me.
I wish I could pay women to touch my genitals, strangers especially. No, no. A doctor, that's gross.
That should be that should be
That's
free.
That's
boring.
gonna make me think. Oh God.
Paid a female to give me an STD test, but that was purely for my pleasure. Okay, somebody.
I said, hey, could you please stick a cotton swab in my urethra?
Oh, remember that? That's how they used to do STD tests. That was
Thank God,
brutal.
That is
Dead
the
ass.
past.
I was
Yeah.
a
Kids
thousand.
today will never know.
I think I've told the story before, but I was fucking horrified.
Newark Andrews be like dead ass. I was.
I was terrified because I was going to get an STD test just to be safe.
Right.
And I didn't know that they
Thanks,
didn't
Cassie.
still do the Q-tip thing. I thought they
Oh, no.
still did the Q-tip thing, and I'm like, fuck,
They
that's gonna
stopped doing
suck
the
so
Q-tip in
much.
like 2005.
Yeah, it
I
was
had
a
no
while
idea.
ago.
if not earlier.
I know. I read some stuff that said that like sometimes they still do, dude. It can depend on where
I
you
think my
go.
first STD test was in like 2000.
If
Two
they
or
give
one?
you the cotton swab, it's because they hate you.
Oh,
And hey, thanks Kyle Jersey for liking the stream.
did
Thanks,
did you just
Kyle.
have to drop your anaconda out and just fucking
Fuck
let out
I
a
did.
couple piss
Did I,
stream?
did I tell you guys about my Planned Parenthood story recently?
Your pee-pee
Please
story?
tell us now.
I went like a couple months ago, just to, because I like to do it. It's fun.
It's really nice there, honestly. It's like a cool place.
And they tell you, they're like, no news is good news. So if you don't hear from us, you're good.
That's what they say. I'm like, can you just tell me anyway?
Right.
Please.
And so I waited like 3 weeks because they said it was going to be like a week, and I called, and they lost my blood and all my results. And I said, what the fuck? Does that happen all the time? And they're like, no, but lately it has been because what they put it in like a box to give like overnight to give the mailman.
They were like, we have good news and bad news. You know what they told me? They were like, good news.
Oh God. It's just that's it. I don't want to hear that from Planned Parenthood.
There's stuff from that, but it was from like a different. I got tested. They're like, good news and bad. I was like,
from little Jimmy that does the SCE tests.
In the back of the liquor store.
just listen. They were like,
He's behind the meat
from
truck.
a hospital, and they were like, we got you. Good news and bad. Good news is it was negative. Bad news it was the wrong test. Gotta come back.
You're negative for the wrong thing that you got.
What? You said it like that? I was like, so you took the wrong test. You gave me a chick. Yeah.
So yeah, you don't have rickets, but you might have the clap.
You got to do it again. But they lost. People were stealing blood and stuff out of this box.
Oh, good God! That
like
is
they don't know. They don't know what
disgusting.
happened.
Liz says my mic's
I don't
quiet,
know.
man.
I got.
Your mic?
They could have cloned me. They had my blood, urine, and swabs.
18 years from now, someone spit some hot fire. It might be your clone.
Shh, some mics aren't working.
So that was a little disconcerting.
Hold on,
Mic isn't
Andrew.
on.
Everyone quiet. Andrew, speak.
Hey, motherfuckers! It looks like my mic's all the way on.
And I'm speaking. And well, can we get Andrew Drevenue's mic?
Yo, anybody hear me? I'm too loud.
And you are not holding the mic near your mouth.
Is this too close?
That's not really better. You got to crank him a little bit. What the fuck, dude? They're turned up all the way.
One more.
Is this the other Andrew?
Yeah, you.
Hey, everybody.
Why am I getting nothing? Oh, I have his channel off.
Good.
Andrew, keep talking.
Hey,
Good. They missed all that shit he just said.
hey. Anybody hear me
I'm so sorry. I turned Andrew's mic off.
Talking quieter.
Nobody's heard me the entire time. What the fuck,
And
dude?
we are being told that we're on the last leg of this thing, and that Kristen's dapper as fuck, and everyone else is looking pretty sloppy. And I can't
I changed.
I can't disagree.
I've looked the same the entire time.
We all changed.
Yeah,
You
but
changed.
Your demeanor is
Okay.
sloppy.
All right. Fuck.
I've been
Beautiful.
consistent.
Yeah. Like, he was in a tux. I was in a dress shirt and a tie. And
Yeah, I didn't even. It was
I
just his
changed.
mic was just turned the fuck off.
wow.
I'm so sorry.
Egregious.
But hey, I do want to say
I was
thank
so
you.
fucking funny, too.
We've raised nearly $500,
No,
which is putting
Yeah,
a
you're right.
huge dent into the. And thank you to Gary and Chris for liking the stream. We're putting a huge dent into the purchase of this new news camera, and I'm hoping that. I don't think we'll cover the entire cost of it through this.
What is the
marathon.
entire cost?
The entire cost closer to $1,500. I'm
1,000.
willing, I'm
Third of the
willing
way
to
there.
foot the
We're a
bill
third of
for,
the way
for
through.
the majority of it if I have to. Like I don't mind.
1/3 of the way through,
But
$1,500.
I need a little help from my friends.
Yeah, that's a lot of scratch. Just
What would I do
It is a lot of scratch
if
to do
I
with me, and I
said
really appreciate it. And it's going to be going
to the news.
to the news, to the noose.
To the
Would
news.
you
I am going to
stand
hang
up and
myself with a
walk out
gold-plated
on
rope.
I'm gonna G.G.
My
Allen on stage.
My landlord has called me and left two voicemails today.
Oh,
Hey, what is he saying?
that's
Can we listen to
not
one live on the
good. You
stream?
might
Let me do a little visual
check.
preview of it first, and then maybe.
You gon' need to get your shit out.
Yeah.
Get your
Yeah,
shit out quick.
If you have a phone from
and
the
I'll
century,
not throw it
and
out.
Andrew's not yelling, you can see it'll show.
I
It'll
will
do like
try not
voice to text it for you.
Oh, really? That always gets me in trouble because I was like, hey,
Your
all
dildo.
these. Never mind. I'm gonna just stop it there.
All right, you want to hear it?
It's Charles. Give me a call, would you please, when you get this message?
Oh, that's boring. And thank you, Joyce.
There's another one that's.
Hey, Joyce
Spicy.
is now following.
Hey.
There's
Thanks
another
to our
one.
number one fan,
Was that the person who
Joyce.
just called
Coach
you?
got Miss Crime Scene. Hey, Miss Crime Scene will also be at the Plattsburgh Comic Con alongside the TRASHburgh crew. She'll be doing some cosplay. I'm sure she's gonna be looking like a
My friends.
Demon.
snack.
Awesome
What?
person.
What?
I think she'll be looking real awesome.
She
Real
usually
awesome.
does.
She's usually
I'm trying to think
Awesome.
back to my favorite Joyce cosplay has been that I've seen. I think the Fallout one's really good.
Mine's Princess Bubblegum.
Oh, Princess Bubblegum was good too. That was good. Oh, it's a toss-up. I don't really know the character too well, but the Fallout one, I was like, well, damn, you look like fucking Vault Girl. Came right out the fucking vault.
I loved Princess
Straight out
Bubblegum
the
because
vault.
she made it her own. It was really top notch.
And which mic are you? You're seeming real quiet too, you little fuck.
That's my style.
Keep talking.
I'm talking. Testes, 1, 2,
Turn it
3.
up way loud.
How's that? Should I
I'm
be?
sorry.
Sensuale.
Should I be
I'm going
rubbing
by what
my?
I'm seeing. I've never
Joe
the whole time
Sexuale.
I've known DJ. I've never heard that name spoken in person. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm getting confused by what's on the screen.
There.
But I will correct myself.
Anyway,
What was-
DJ,
What?
amazing job
Who?
every time.
What?
It wasn't Miss Crime Scene that you were talking about?
No, but Miss Crime Scene goes by the name DJ.
Oh,
okay.
I don't miss that.
But yeah, Vault Dweller.
I said DJ.
Should I be leaving a lipstick
All right,
stain
well,
on
you
this
said-
mic?
No, what you
Yes.
said
Foam?
was
Yes.
DJ
Okay.
Jazzy Jeff is my favorite DJ of all time. I think the way he cuts it up on the Wheels of Steel
One
is
and twos.
revolutionary. And
Yeah.
I think that actually, like, I just saw a YouTube video about the history of scratching,
Yeah.
and he did a lot of really innovative techniques.
He's done a lot of
Like,
cool stuff.
you know, around 1985,
Eric,
like him and well, at the time he was the Fresh Prince, but you might know him as Will Smith.
What?
He was actually doing
That's a
some stuff
show.
that was really innovative.
And then after that, I said, "Thanks, DJ, for sharing the stream."
That was a show
And
in
didn't
the
he come up with the
90s.
Transformer?
Yeah, actually, Jazzy Jeff is like one of the fucking sickest DJs of all
he's a
time.
pioneer,
You know
yeah.
Jaden's father?
Oh my God! You talking about
Who?
Jaden's father?
Jaden and Willow.
Oh,
About
Willow's
Will?
dad.
Willow has a couple songs. Jaden,
They slap.
not so much. Jaden's kind of a little moron.
I don't like any of Will Smith's children.
Have you heard any Will Smith songs?
Yeah.
I like that one rap he
I
had.
like one.
His new shit he had was pretty dope. That
I
new
don't
one he had
know,
last
maybe.
year. It was like, yeah, it was pretty good. I was
Jaden Smith is whack.
We got a note to call Ron. I don't have a phone. I straight
I
up
have a
just don't
phone.
want a
I don't
phone.
have Ron's number. I don't.
His,
think.
his
it's
number's right
posted.
there in the chat.
He doxed
He
himself.
doxed himself, and I gotta
Nice.
say, a 605
That doesn't
area
sound
code-
like a Ron move.
Ron,
No,
have
that's
you been
just-
hacked?
I bet that Ron is having
That
us,
is Colin Reed's number.
Yeah, it's.
Oh God, I wish.
He's
Somebody
fun
grabbed
as-
your phone.
Call for a good time, he says.
Pulling our leg.
I
Ignore
am getting a PM right now.
from.
It is a
A pissing movement.
I was gonna say penis massive.
Oh. Oh, I
That's
see
my
it now.
newest album coming out. Penis Massive.
The peen is might here.
The Penis Massive.
Penis Massive is the first track on Fuck Jams.
On the Ooze Jams.
Come.
Insane fuck
I
jams.
can't
wait for that
type
one.
to this.
More ooze. More ooze.
I'm gonna send a smiley.
A winky smiley.
Imagine if a girl
I'm
said
sending
that
a
to you,
smiley with
it's
heart
like,
eyes to
I
Kagan right
want
now.
more ooze.
I'll type to you when I can, brother
from
man.
Transylvania.
Dude, I'm Romanian, dude. Have yacht.
All right, so anyway, we are in the final stretch. So what you're going to see in this last stretch is
Yoga.
an appearance from. You're going to see some yoga. It's going to be mostly Andrew doing the downward dog right at the camera.
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
No.
Child's pose.
Anal.
Are we gonna stop having guests at 7?
Not necessarily, but we are going to around 7.
We need more
7:30,
beer.
8 o'clock. We are going to start doing the trash cast proper. So we are going to discuss this week in local news. Now you might be wondering, what happened in local news? Well, I'll give you a preview.
Oh.
One headline we'll be covering is that, and don't discuss this, okay? Hold your tongues. But Simon Conroy got caught with a. Not only did he get arrested last week for causing a ruckus.
Did you talk about this already? Though?
No.
Oh,
and
you,
I
oh,
said-
you told
I
me.
said
No, you told me.
discussion,
No,
no discussion.
Dust told me.
But
something.
he also he was skiing those slopes, if you know what I mean. He was
Yes.
yes, he was He
Allegedly.
was doing some blow. And
Allegedly.
He got caught with that. No, not even
Nose
allegedly. He
candy.
caught some cocaine charges,
I've got the craziest story, and I don't know if I can tell it.
and you will be able to tell it
Here,
if you
live
stick
on the
around.
podcast.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
How crazy is it, man?
It's fucking insane.
And if you want to hear that, please.
I
stick
heard it
around.
the other night, and it's pretty wild.
I got a
but
crazy
Want
story
it.
too. If you want to hear it, I'll tell my story too.
Okay.
Talk it out.
Can we
Show me
legally do
yours.
Yeah. What are we doing? What's
Alleg-
wrong?
this? I don't know.
Can you prove that he actually said these things that he did say that he was there for? But
No,
you
it's
know,
all
it-
allegedly.
Right.
Except these cocaine charges, they're not alleged. These are straight up happening.
What are the charges? You know.
Cocaine.
Charges are Yo, we caught you with cocaine in your pocket when we arrested you, bro.
That's it. Not like just acting like a wild boy.
No, it was acting
That's
wild
it?
and having cocaine.
No, because I
on
heard he
you
was.
at
I
that
heard he
time.
was a wild boy for like 5 hours.
Really?
No, 5 days.
I was
in a
gonna
row.
say,
I was
it
gonna
was.
say,
It was.
it was more than
like
5 hours.
No, it was like
a
5
day,
days.
every day
5
for many
days.
days and
Yeah.
many hours.
Yeah,
upon
yeah.
five.
I don't know what actually.
It was a lot.
Does
What?
anybody know what caused the actual
you
arrest?
want to say he was a
Or,
wild boy? He was Chris Pontius to the max.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't know what the arrest was actually for.
It was for, we're going to talk about it.
Wiling out.
Why? Yeah, straight violence.
A homie was
I
straight
think it
bullying
was
on Mars.
disorderly
Yeah,
conduct.
He said, wild out.
Yep. All right, I got you. Kyle,
He
whoop,
was in
whoop.
the locks.
You're done. You're done.
Wild out.
Yes. All right. So the next half, I gotta pee. Are we doing this next?
Yeah,
But
you can
Dust.
hey, do a big wee wee right now if you got to, because we are actually in the final home stretch. We're not stopping the stream until it's time to go Betty bye.
I got the stream.
Go
Don't
do a
leave
big
your
PM.
chair.
I got a stream.
Hey, oh!
Ah!
I hope all you at home screamed for the secret word. Now, one thing that I said we should probably try to do is a game of charades. Are you guys up for
Charades?
trying that?
Yeah.
Was it charades or was it? I thought it
Please.
was something else you told me.
Charades.
Please let
No,
me
no,
do
but there was a
anything.
completely
It was
different
mind
game that we were
something.
talking about
You were
before.
talking
Was
about a
there?
different game.
Yeah, I don't
yes.
remember.
It was
that.
mind
I
Yeah,
meld.
mind meld.
Oh, mind. Oh, okay. Let's do a round of mind meld.
I keep talking into the microphone as if it's gonna make me like talk to you louder.
It's going to.
It's not.
And I'm gonna give the
Sorry,
mind
everybody.
meld cam to Andrew.
Cam Drew. Fucking idiot. What do you want me to... I don't know what part I need to focus on.
Okay, so what this game entitles, and we did play it earlier with Justin, but I'd like to see how Dust and I do as two MCs who have done a lot of
Alleged
rapping
MCs.
together. So we will count from 3, 2, 1. Upon 0, we will say a word. We need to try to look at each other and say the same word at the same time.
Read my mind right now.
3, 2, and here's the other rule. So if we don't say the same word, we have to think about the connection between the two words and try again.
Okay.
And then you can't repeat any words.
Okay.
Okay.
I never played this game. It seems
We'll
like
get
fun.
Andrew back in the cam right now. Yeah. Hey, if you don't want to be, just fucking leave.
No, are you in the game right
No,
now?
we haven't started the game yet.
All right. Is this the second half or the last half? We started that part.
This is the third trimester right
I've
here.
got
Invented
such a
it.
good word.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
So I'm going to need you to follow my lead.
This is it.
This is
Read my mind.
Are you
Baby's
starting
coming.
with the good word?
Yes.
What's the good word?
3, 2, 1.
Turducken.
Turducken and slash.
What happens? How does it end if you got the same word?
We have
We have to make the
we
connection?
have to.
Okay.
I mean, that's
Turducken and slash.
okay.
3, 2, 1.
Dinner.
Cooking and dinner.
All right, you're on
Okay.
food. Food. Common theme.
So we keep
Shit's
going
getting close.
Yes.
Close.
until we
Cate-
say the same word.
category.
Yes.
Ooh,
Feel it.
narrowing on food.
3, 2,
Oh, shit.
1.
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Holy shit!
Wow.
Three moves.
Wow,
That
goddamn.
was
I would
very
have said
good.
gravy. I would have said gravy. That's
I
crazy.
know, but Dust and I are on another
Damn.
level together.
Damn.
That just proves it.
I know your body, dude.
Now, can we have Andrew
Oh shit.
and Dust switch seats, and let's try to get a mind meld with Andrew and Andrew.
Oh my god. We will never be on the same
Yay.
page.
So far, we're the best mind meld players ever.
Oh, no,
That's
actually,
like
get
a
distracted.
oh,
We got
oh,
Bobby.
oh, fuck
our
got
stupid
Bobby,
game.
yeah.
We do have the LOS crew here, so come on in, but we are going to do a quick round of mind meld before we have you speak.
Oh
Alright.
my god.
So, in case, and you can, and whose salad is that?
Mine. Yeah, I just keep getting on camera and I
It's a
can't get
Greek
eat
salad.
it. Yeah, you can throw it away or throw it to the side.
So,
Can we
to
get
the,
a shot of that?
It's my only
to
food.
the Life on Saturn crew, mind meld. This is a game where you have to look the other person in the eye. Upon you go 3, 2, 1. On 0, you both say a word. You're trying to say the same word at the same time.
And we just did it in 3 moves.
Yes.
Wow,
Yeah,
it was
that's-
incredible.
We
Although-
full on did it.
They-
Although
they-
just
no, just
that.
2 people.
But just
Two people
Justin
scream at
Haskell
each
and I
other.
did it earlier. It took us like 23 moves.
That's sad.
All right,
But
so
you guys also have like a lot of history and chemistry with one another.
I know,
Met
but
Andrew
he is-
like earlier this year.
listen to his energy.
Here we go.
Look him in the
His-
eye.
his
Quiet
B-
your
his
mind.
BD
If we
Listen
can
to it.
narrow it down on a topic, we could do it quicker. So like if
No,
we
no,
just
that's
get
cheating.
No, I'm just saying you can get two.
Narrow it down in your mind and read each other's mind.
Yeah. Oh, I got you. All right, let's do it. All right, ready? Wait, how do you do it? Like countdown?
3, 2, 1, and then the word.
Okay, so
count.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Dorito.
Did you say Dorito and fart?
Dorito and
Pretty
fart.
close.
Okay, that is
That
close.
shouldn't be
Okay,
too
all
hard.
right. 3, 2, 1. Chair.
Cheese.
Fuck.
That
Alright, so
wasn't
we
because
got-
they did it. They
that
said
wasn't-
chair.
We got cheese and chair.
Chair. Yeah.
Take your time. You guys are fucking.
You
time.
can't say
They're
the
getting
same word
cold.
again.
Rushing
You
right
can't
into it.
And you
repeat.
can't repeat any words. No.
You're so close.
All right. Fuck. All right.
All right, you ready? Cheese and chair.
All right.
And I'm not going to scream.
Damn.
I'm referencing the word chair. I'm not saying it.
Yeah, you
okay?
I didn't hear you say
I'm
it.
quoting someone, so it's okay when I do that. It's okay if I'm quoting them.
You're dancing in hot
All
territory.
right. So what are we doing? So we can't say those words. We can't say chair. We can't say cheese.
No, you have to think about the connection between them.
Ah.
Oh no. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you're trying to find the connection
All right,
between those
yeah,
two words.
Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1. TV.
TV and sit. You're very
Okay.
close.
Okay. Damn. What's
And you gotta
next?
keep going.
Don't try to
Oh yeah.
drain me of my energy.
Who has to
Trying
count
to
them?
suck
Look,
it out.
you guys should be looking in each other's eyes. Are you
Oh, yeah.
afraid?
Like,
They
they
don't
All
go
right.
down.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Carpet.
Watch.
Carpet and watch.
Yes.
You guys are
And
getting
you are
further
looking
away.
at me like you should be looking at him.
I'm
Look into
trying
each other's
so
eyes.
So-
Mind
like
meld.
stared into each other's souls.
Yeah.
Before
Mind meld.
Hard to
So
find a
carpet
connection.
And watch.
All right. Wait,
Carpet and
Let me
watch.
think.
And don't think, just roll.
Okay. All right.
Just be.
3, 2,
2,
1. Remote control.
You couldn't even fucking think of
Okay,
anything.
no, that's a mulligan. Look into it. Stop looking at me.
What? You're talking to me.
Matt, have this.
I'm not
Matt,
talking to you.
Just
Play
to fix
the
it.
game.
If you do the countdown, don't fix it.
All right, here we go.
Because it's messing us up. So
Look into each other's eyes.
What was the last thing we were at? Carpet and
And watch.
And watch.
Who said carpet? I said carpet.
Yeah.
And we said TV. And we said chair.
No.
What?
That was
Carpet,
long ago.
and watch.
Well, we
is
can't
where you're
repeat
at.
anything we've said
Yeah.
so
Right.
far. 'cause
All
it-
right.
Right, carpet and watch.
All
So
right.
sending a
3,
signal.
All right.
2, 1.
Pizza.
Pizza.
All right. These two little pieces of shit do not.
He
know how to
sent
play
me
the
the
game.
signal.
There is no
He sent me the
connection.
signal. I got
Yeah,
it.
he sent you the signal when he said it first. And then
You
you said it
are
after.
two big moron
It was just.
fucks who can't
It was
play the game.
just a
That's
little.
all right.
It was a little delayed.
This game sucks. Whose idea
Some
was this?
people can play the game.
Yeah, no.
Some
Other
can't.
people get played by the game. That's all right.
They
So
bribed
let's
each
get all
other.
around the camera.
He
Just get
texted
over
them
there.
earlier.
Maybe just behind them, if you could. Is that okay?
Whoa.
Hello, all.
That was
Hello.
That was a shot.
Hi.
No one will ever beat
I've been
us at
scared
my
the
no.
entire time.
Yo, yo.
Just move the peeper box out of the way.
Which Andrew? Damn.
Ooh, saved it.
Whoa, cheddar cheese. We said
I've
cheese.
sworn off combo.
say cheese.
Thank you.
We got on the cheese wave.
Dust got dosed by combos
Yeah,
one time.
Every food
Never
makes
go
me
back.
trip now. I can't eat.
All right.
Yeah.
So the one thing that we have to make sure is we only have 6
sharing
mics.
Right.
We got more than 6. Are there some? There's some
Yeah.
unused mics.
You
Can,
wanna
can
take
somebody
it
grab
Oh,
that?
the yellow mic is.
It's on and ready to go.
Uncalled
It's
for.
just not.
You know what? I'll step off for a minute because I gotta go get a little snacky poo.
He just wants to smoke.
All right. Yeah. Dust. Switch out with anybody
true. Yeah,
behind
sure.
you.
Hey, you wanna come?
All right, we'll be right back.
We're gonna go.
All right.
You spill
Do
some
drugs.
space.
So we
No.
got two people. Can
This is
grab
like
those
kickball.
mics.
You pick who
Mics
gets the
on your
mic.
chairs.
They're
Do
gonna
drugs
go-
every day.
Ah!
Do you want to switch?
Life on Saturn is scared dust. If you want to.
Be with
Bum,
the
bum,
crew?
bum.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
What's up? Matt, I hope you lead the charge on this.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm here with Life on Saturn.
All right.
I'm sorry. I thought it was you for a second.
Oh,
I
okay.
feel like I mind melded with you.
Yeah, God forbid you have a little bit of energy once.
Hey, what's up, guys? Time for 10 anime facts you didn't know. Akira was a movie.
Actually, most of our group will be able to do this.
Anime stands for Japanese animation.
What does
so
manga stand for?
manga stands for man am go and going.
Is that Japanese?
Ah!
Mongamation. That's what it is.
Yeah. So anyway, what I want to say is,
Amalgamation. You're an amalgamation.
this
Matt.
is like the Avengers Endgame of the TRASHburgh universe. Thanks, Ron. And my pants are still on backwards, I will say.
Space pants.
Yes. And could everyone please go around the room and introduce themselves?
My name's Audra.
And don't be afraid to get into that mic. Just, putting... Yes.
My name is Audra Green. I'm using a yellow microphone. I'm a community member. I hang out with Life on Saturn and Trashcast. And I hope you like my face.
There we go.
Hello, I'm
We
Andrew.
know who you are, and move on.
I'm Joshua Burbo. I'm part of Life on Saturn. I'm not here a lot.
Fair enough.
This is like AA.
Please say your name and all the bad things you've done.
I am Daniel Evans Jost, aka DJ, and I am head writer over on Life on Saturn Productions.
That's how it's done.
I'm Lydia. Over at LOS, I do special effects and other video editing things.
And who's this last individual here?
I am Dominic, one of the co-creators of Life on Saturn, coming to you live from Pennywise's nose.
So, what the fuck? Why are you here? What's going on?
Get out of here.
Oh.
So, is it true that you utilize this new leaky studio space?
Yes, we rented with TRASHburgh, and we have our own room right over there. You
What
can see
happens
the
in that
door,
room?
actually.
There-
Guitar's leaning on it.
Yeah, we let you have one room.
Oh man, that's how you've been doing. I've been seeing how you're doing the green screen on Facebook, and it's awesome.
So that's the room. What's in that room?
Dun dun dun.
You don't want to know.
Okay. So recently, y'all put out I want to say 6 episodes.
9 episodes.
Oh, Jesus Christ. 9 episodes. Recently, you guys all had an episode in public. It was very embarrassing. No, recently you put out 9 episodes of a show called Boulders Dash, which I think a fair portion of it was recorded right in that forsaken room.
Yes, we had a skit about a man that was made out of paper and his friend known as Prince who printed him out. It was called Prince in Redwood, and definitely took place in there. Oh, we also built...
don't forget Cliche City.
Yeah, there's a diorama of a city in there that we made, and the skit's called Cliche City. And you're a cop in it.
Oh, I was a cop in it.
Matt, you're
yes.
showing the fist.
I'm showing. Yes, that's. I'm
All
showing.
the
I'm just
dialogue
showing
you
them ready to
said,
fight.
I wrote in it.
If you put your index finger up, you could be Willis. Boulders Dash.
Jesus Christ. Explain the dioramas to me.
Dioramas are action figure size environments that we create. Oh wait, other direction. I can't. This is reverse. That's fucked up.
it's hard. Yeah, it's hard. It's
Can't
really,
put my hand in your mouth.
Trying to do
Yes.
stuff all night, very unsuccessfully.
Why would you not? But yeah, so we make action figure sized environments that we film. Because, yeah. I don't know much more to say than that.
So, well, when you film them, are you doing stop animation?
Yes, it's very tedious. It's one picture at a time, but it is quicker than making cartoons, so I appreciate it in that way.
What's the frames per second on that shit?
12.
I normally do 10 or 12 frames per second.
Oh, I nailed
Wow.
Which is like traditional. I guess in HD they do 24 frames per second. Like if you watch Into the Spider-Verse, Miles Morales starts out as 12 frames per second to show how clumsy he is, and by the end of the movie he's 24 frames per second.
I noticed that at first, and I thought the trailers were just shitty. but then they're like, no, it's intentional.
I also thought the trailers were broken.
Yeah, it was a creative. It was a creative choice.
Looking like
I was like, that looks really choppy and assy.
Is there any chance of you bringing out a diorama to show us?
No.
Sure, let me go look at stuff.
Yeah.
I'm only saying that because Dom said I'll bring the dioramas.
I did say it. I brought no dioramas, but there's some here.
Shoebox
I
diorama.
know I brought some diarrhea, but that doesn't really count.
What's the poo buckets for?
Do we have a
You
food
have a
bucket?
bucket? I feel much better.
And I want to thank Now Foods for sponsoring this stream. Please go to nowfoods.com for all your supplements.
Number 50.
Supplements.
For all your supplements.
Supplements. Nice squat, Matt. Can we get a couple more squats on cam?
What's a squat?
What you just did again.
Just like that?
Yeah.
It's easier
It's
to do
really,
where my pants are on backwards.
It's
like
really
this.
bad form, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
What's a good form?
It would take me a long time.
Oh, shit.
It's the man.
All right, so we will get the I wish I had one more fucking USB extender on this.
Well, I had one and I could have brought it.
This is a diorama
You didn't tell me that.
of a factory, and it's made out of foam core board, and all the details are just, like literally etched in and then painted over.
That is extremely detailed.
It also was used as an office at one point.
We've used this in many things actually.
Can I feel it?
Yes. I'd be offended if you didn't.
It is. Like those tiles are actually cut into the foam board. And who is that there on the
Oh shit! Here he
diorama
comes. Diarrhea cam. Who is
Please
he?
introduce yourself.
Somebody throw a mic at that man.
What's going on? Oh, Kyle with a C. I'm here with Life on Saturn.
Yeah.
Basically just doing music, edits, anything really for this group, really.
Now, I was told, look out, Kyle's getting ripped. Is that true?
Look at him.
Gentry yourself, really.
That's just what I was told.
He's
I was
been
told
doing
to
his.
watch out.
He's been doing his third.
A lot of work. A lot of work to be done.
You've been doing your 30-day challenge on day 2, and you're already 12 pounds heavier of just muscle. This guy's extreme.
So Dom just taking a giant shit.
He found out there was a poop bucket. I mean,
Yeah, we got to make use of. Someone's got to fill it up, or else we don't get paid.
Yeah, somehow we are getting paid in how fast we fill the bucket.
Yes, it's how much we can produce.
So we are still we're only 40 minutes into the last trimester of this stream.
There's more than 3 trimesters, man.
No. How many trimesters are there then?
I thought there was like 12. I don't know.
You know, there's 12 trimesters.
Yeah. So it's like.
Do you know that the tri in trimester is like referring to the number 3?
It's the prefix for 3.
Wow, I didn't know that.
The more you know.
You know, there's more than 4 quarters.
Well, it depends on how many there are, Matt.
how was the poop bucket?
Yeah,
all
that talk about diarrhea made me have to pee.
out of his butt.
You're peeing out your butt.
Yeah.
That's what I said already.
Okay, so.
Right. Of course.
I kind of thought. I kind of thought that what we would focus on was more of the dioramas because that's just what Dom said. What else do you guys have going on? What do you want to talk about?
Okay.
Please use this platform as your own.
So soon we will be planning Boulders Season 2.
Oh my God! I didn't think it could happen.
We are storyboarding, and we've been taking this moment, especially Kyle and I, to work on a lot of hip hop stuff. We're working on a couple albums, and one is like a cipher group, and it has a bunch of people like Dust, who is just in here, and Jamil McRae, and Andrew, who's just in here, and Lydia. And Kyle's made a couple beats, and I made a couple beats, and I rap, and am I missing anybody? Yes. Oh, and we're going to be making a music video for, what's their new name?
Savage Patch Kids?
No.
Savage Patch.
I mean, the name Savage Patch Kids.
Savage Patch Kids. Savage Patch Kids is a name he came up with for the rap group, but the music video Kyle and I are going to work on is for a metal band. But what's their name again?
Savage Patch Kids.
Oh, Drunk Off Diesel.
Drunk Off Diesel.
I saw an Instagram post saying Life on Saturn's making a Drunk on Diesel.
Yes,
video.
so that's another thing we're working on.
Drunk
but
off Diesel? Drunk on Diesel?
It's both, though.
Do you want to mention the Halloween stuff at all?
Yes, and we actually, when you guys called us...
Who is this bog witch approaching the fucking stream?
Can we get a Liz cam?
Okay, we won't.
When you guys called us on your live stream, we were filming for our Halloween special of Boulders Dash.
Yeah, what were you doing?
We're banned off.
We were.
We just got banned from.
Yeah, Liz, please flash your coochie to everybody on the stream again.
Yeah, I'm more.
Thank you.
I'm way more curious about the socks.
They're not going to keep you warm, but they look cool.
To answer your question, Matt, we were working on a horror skit for a Baldur's Dash Halloween special.
Oh shit!
Yep, the current one we're working on is one that I personally wrote, and I actually tried my turn at directing this time around. Fingers crossed. I was also talking to Dom earlier. At the end of this month, I'm going to be moving out of the North Country. So while I'm where I'm at, I'm going to be still helping Life on Saturn with writing and all that. Hopefully, when I visit a little bit here and there, I'll also help in whatever way I can with filming and acting.
Yes, sad to lose DJ.
Oh, dude, I'm sad to lose you. You're one of my best friends.
Yes, we're gonna be killing Dom.
Don't make me cry.
Oh,
live. Don't make me cry live.
Goodbye going on right now. Let me get the Liz cam centered again, just
Good
real quick.
Little Liz cam action.
Yeah, this is nice. So we can have 1,
She's quite
2,
photogenic,
3, 4, 5.
It
6,
looks like
7.
you're with us right now, though. You're behind us. You're behind.
It
Josh.
does look like you're just sitting above everybody.
It's like there's a little Liz window up here. Yeah, over
Like you're
here.
just like up on a ledge somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she is right behind us.
All right, goodbye.
You're out of here.
Do I want to stay in a chair? It's empowering for me to be on the floor. It reminds me of where I came from, which is from the floor.
From the bottom, and now you're here.
Have you done any musical
what I
things
said.
yet?
Yeah, we've had live music from Chase Ringer, who's a country western singer who I think is also actually a cannibal. Was kind of what I got.
we weren't sure about. We were still trying to figure
Yeah,
that
he
out.
didn't really want to admit it, but I got the vibe that he was singing about eating people.
Oh.
And that was disturbing.
Wait, is it disturbing to eat people?
Huh?
Is
All right, you rascal, you little scamp.
It's frowned upon.
The question is, did he leave full?
No, thank
Good,
God.
good.
But he did say he was going to meet me in the parking lot after this, whatever that means.
Gonna hook you up with some meat.
We also had music from Adrian Aardvark.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
We had music from Rowan Yellowthorn. And we had a set by Dust the Damager with his hype man, Antoine Levy.
Yeah, it was real good.
I saw the.
I'm sorry, real good. We also had Andrew Diddle on the bass.
We did some. We did some freestyle raps. I was slapping down some bass grooves, and you guys were doing some sick killer bars. On
Is
top
that
of
what
it.
happened?
Yeah.
Look at this Andrew cam.
I did see
This
that.
is what she sees.
I did see
And
that
cries.
one music video that you and Dust did. Like I would say it was like roughly a month ago. It had you and Kristen
And Sarah Mundy.
and Sarah Mundy. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a cool video.
Visceral. Yes, we broke into the old butt putt place. What was it called?
I think you said.
Was it?
It was bootleggers.
Bootleggers. That's such a
Bootleggers.
cool name.
I really like the Ninja Turtle video where you put Dust into all those TMNT scenes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was really proud of that.
That
and
was-
I feel like nobody watched it.
No, I was very impressed because in a lot of the scenes it looked like Dust was actually there. That was
was
some
the
good
hope.
green screening for real.
We I found a VHS rip of that movie and tried to just stick him in there like he was in the movie.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to go find that and watch it.
Oh yes, it's called Mutagen.
That's true.
Shit.
Shannon's telling us that we have to turn up the dom.
The
Turn up
Dom.
the Dom. All right.
Hello,
And
hello.
I'm looking at which one that is.
The Pennywise, Mike.
No, it's this one.
Which one is the one?
Hello, 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 hello.
That's.
Oh, yeah, give us a little
Matt's
beatbox
headphones
there.
down there.
Well, if Kyle grabs the guitar, I could beatbox and he could freestyle.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you feel comfortable?
Yeah, I'll try.
Hell yeah.
He can drop some silly stuff. And
Yeah.
I put it in there.
Can I play bass?
I wish you wouldn't.
Why won't you let me be myself, Matt?
Because you meandered on the bass for
Hey,
like 2 hours.
it's Johnny Cash.
No,
He's
I did
here.
not. That was maybe 20 minutes.
So wait, who's the other half of Cash Journey?
Oh, Matt plays drums.
Nice.
That's
Austin, you and I have very
It's true.
similar hair right now.
Yeah. Can somebody point a mic toward the sound hole of that guitar? Let's give this a shot. All right, it says
now they're
still really quiet.
Now they're saying. Now I think they're trolling us. I'm getting conflicting reports saying that Dom was extremely
Can you hear this?
loud.
I'm looking at his level and it's nice.
I'm confused. You guys are being assholes. In this, the extreme commenters.
Hey, I'm a pawn on the chessboard, trying to record, slash it with the sword. Yo, I'm a don with the money, getting all the honeys like Winnie the Pooh. Ooh, that's right, I love that goo. Yo, like a ninja turtle, I hurdle over the shit, man. All y'all niggas know I'm the best, and this is it, man. Popping out the face just like a zip. Hey, yo, this is what I do for a living. I don't shiv, but I live, I jive, I glide like a skater, like a skater, like a skater. I'm the goat like a satyr. Hey, hey. I've been really verbal, going around and around like a gerbil. Hey, you know what I do.
You lost me at the gerbil one.
Going around and around like a gerbil.
That was
Hey, and thanks to William P. Roberts for liking that stream. And oh my God, is this I can't remember the name of this character now. RCA Derek is coming in. Coming in hot. RCA Derek. We got RCA Derek on the RCA
I just noticed your
cam.
baseball tee, so
Yeah, I have 2 of these.
Could you hear me beatboxing, Mike Critic?
I think everybody's just talking shit.
Somebody said they could
Oh.
hear you perfect, so.
Okay.
That was cool.
That was
Is that
wicked.
freestyle?
Mm-hmm.
That was
I
really
didn't know
cool.
who was doing what.
Yes, from the other room, it probably would have been hard to tell.
Do you freestyle?
No.
Okay.
What about you, Sept?
No. I write stuff. I don't freestyle. I freestyle beatbox. I could do
Does
like.
that count?
I guess I just do. Or. I can like hum. I could do like any song. I don't know. I try to.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Give us one more. Shannon is telling us that she took a shit, but she doesn't talk shit.
Good. Thank you, Shannon. This one's dedicated to you.
Sky Wars is Eminem God Prodigy. If Sky Wars who I think it
freestyle?
is.
To this.
Hey, in the jam, y'all niggas the sham, going ham, and y'all like spam. Hey, yo, tune up the beat, no one can defeat me. I'm invincible, inedible, incredible, like Bob Parr. Y'all know I'm a golfer like Tiger Woods. When I ain't hood, I'm a nerd of the words, yo. Got the bars, got the scars like I'm Lion King. That's right, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna bring the heat like Miami. That's right, I'm with this bitch named Tammy. Yeah, and I'm gonna eat this Sammy. It's real good, love the bacon, yeah. Love to see that ass is shaking, yeah. Oh, that's what I do, I love to do, I love the glue, I love it through. Hey, hey.
All right. I mean, wait, no, for real, turn Dom up. I mean, down. I mean, Shannon, shut the fuck door. So I'm gonna leave the stream for a minute. Dom is too. I feel like everyone's fucking with us.
Oh, Shannon Rigsby. That makes sense.
Justin Passner, do you hear my voice right now?
Justin, can you hear us?
Justin, can you hear me? It's me. Which is you from the future.
He's passing a no to you.
I'm trying to tell you something. This is of great importance. Shut up, everybody. I'm trying to talk to Justin. Every time you talk in the chat, it comes out on the speakers out here, and I get interrupted. Never mind. I take it back. So, moving on, I do have to get into the actual news before too long. Can someone take the lead here and talk to Life on Saturn as our guest here a little bit longer, and then let's try to get like a little we can ask some questions.
I got the
like,
red.
A little bit of everything going on. I'm gonna pass this mic to Dom.
Matt, quick question.
Yes.
Could I get a shot of Everclear?
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks.
Now we're getting started.
I would be very conservative with this.
If he's asking for a shot of Everclear, it sounds like he has some experience with Everclear.
Yeah.
So I trust his judgment.
Yeah.
Was there ever any Everclear involved with Life on Saturn's creation of Boulders Dash?
I might have listened to the band a couple times while making it. I don't know.
I'll accept that.
I'll make you a garden, though. I promise.
Fabulous. All right. So how long have you guys been here? I just got in.
We almost just got in. It's been maybe 20 minutes tops.
All right.
It's got to be less. I don't know.
Cool.
Riveting. Thank you. Thank you for answering that.
And I am unbelievably slow, right?
Stuff
Yeah, I'm stuffed with pasta.
If you were gonna make a pizza tier list in Plattsburgh,
Absolutely.
where do you think you would place Pizza Hut on that tier list? Right at the fucking bottom?
No. And definitely above Dominic.
Denied.
Bruh. Oh my god.
You're a fan of like sweet sauce. I don't like the sweet sauce.
I like cooked human food. That sounds bad. I like real,
You like
actually ingredients.
Canned animal food? Is that what you're saying?
It's very strange. But yeah, so I was like feeling a little sluggish, but I was like, oh, I want to go back. And now
It's because their ingredients are made out of inorganic material.
And Domino's doesn't.
Domino's uses only fresh, local, organic ingredients.
It's true. Straight up fact.
G revenue with even more alcohol.
Oh, nobody told them that we'd stop the show.
You're just drunk. There was no rapping.
So what was happening? Are we?
There wasn't beatboxing.
Are we getting into the news, or why you were handing
In all good time. Yeah, we're buying time. G revenue's back. How many ounces in that thing, man? Yeah, right. 24. That's a double. Double beer.
Oh, beatboxing? Yes. When I was a kid, I was always making random noises and shit. And when I played with my toys, like you'd start by making all the explosion sounds and all this shit.
Hey, says your mic's off.
I used to pretend I was making a movie with my toys, and I would make the music too, which is where the beatboxing came from.
Nice.
It sounded good. I was watching it.
Hello. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, really? Yes. I think they thought you were Dom or something.
Can you hear me now?
Okay.
Quickly, people tell me when I can hear me.
Yeah, probably wasn't close enough.
Yeah, I couldn't really hear the guitar as much, but I heard him rapping and then you put beatboxing.
Well, welcome back to a technical analysis.
What is
how
every viewer's
our last
favorite
performance
color?
sounded?
And this is
Yes.
not like this at all.
Name the person on screen who's wearing your most favorite color. We've got them all.
Why'd you single me out?
I was like black shirt, blue shirt.
Red shirt. Oh wait, no.
Goose shirt.
Dr. Seuss, but you already said a color earlier. Never mind.
If you were a Trashcast microphone, which color would you be?
That is not red, by the way.
Oh, back to this, huh?
Yeah, I wasn't here for that, but that's not red.
Get out of here. That's red.
No, that's like
Look, it disappears right into his jacket.
His shirt is. No, you're right. But in itself, it's too big. So that was.
It's like a very, very light scarlet, really.
Nice.
So
Pinkish.
basically, we're all agreeing that it's red.
No,
That's right, light scarlet, aka light
Are we
red.
getting into okay, hang on a second. I always thought it was pink.
It is pink.
Okay, so everybody is agreeing.
Oh my God.
More shit saying it was red.
We need, yeah. We're talking about the mic cover.
This is not red. This is fuchsia is not red. Pink. Fuchsia is pink. I'm sorry about that. She is dressed for a murder. Yes, this feels very Clue-ish. Matt, when you had the knife before and you were twirling it, I was like, this is very Clue-ish.
I don't know if you'll hear me, but I said, hey, let's all dress like we're villains from Clue.
He said, let's dress like villains from
I
Clue.
heard formal wear, but
formal.
I don't. Well, okay, yeah.
Basically, yeah, same thing.
I guess. All
No,
right.
but I was dressed up earlier and I changed because I was very uncomfortable. I was like, who am I in these shoes, which I've never worn?
I like that jacket.
Oh, the jacket was cool, but
as
it
soon
was.
As I sat down, I said she looks like a Resident Evil character. Does anybody else see it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really like a card. You
And
flip
with the
over.
boots.
It's like, you know.
The boots.
With the boots.
Oh, she's got the boots.
Like that time when she was wearing the dress and the boots, you know. In
Oh,
that,
which
that
one was it?
movie.
Oh,
And-
the one with the boots.
And they're like those gooey zombies.
I think you would.
They were stepping in puddles of zombies. They had to put on the boots. That mic sounds bad. Apparently.
Where did you
Tried to
get
fix it.
the inspiration for Willis? Honestly.
Willis is a voice I've used since high school. I don't know. It's like my very first voice.
I mean, like the character.
He's how.
The hand for the head.
Like some people, when they make fun of white people, they like to use like a very nerdy voice and whatever. But I always
We don't
think-
sound like that.
I
I'm
always,
offended.
When
What? How
when
dare
I
you?
make
We
fun
don't
of
sound
white
like
people, when I make fun of white people, I use like a news anchor voice. Like I like to talk like this, you know, very superficial. Like yes, you know.
That's
like,
what Austin sounds like.
You sound like you know they dub over movies, kind of like they sound like
Yes.
that. But,
So
you
when I
know,
was in high school,
Americans talk like this.
I used to use that voice and be like, "Oh, white people, yes." So, I don't know. It was like my first voice. I don't know.
I'm sorry. The chat's getting out of fucking hand. They're like,
Really?
I can't hear Austin's glasses. And
Hey. I do need to stop everything and say thank you to Tony for the $20 donation, and thank you,
To-
Anon.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anonymous for your $65 donation.
Whoa!
$65. I said I would do
Hey,
65
yo.
push-ups, so you guys keep talking and I'll
Shut
start
up.
doing that.
They want that?
you can
Did
do
he
that
want?
many.
Yeah, but the camera has to be able to see that,
I'm
right?
Try to
Yeah.
get it
Okay,
on.
all right. One hand, 65, one hand.
I'm sorry.
Don't you fucking do
Take your
that.
socks off.
Look.
Take your socks
Ah,
off.
I'm just sliding so much.
Oh,
I'll put my feet on here.
Take your socks off. How about that?
That's
I'll do it one-handed.
one-handed. My God, that's
You know what?
literally,
I want to show up. I'm not going to do it.
literally gonna break the stream.
Instead, he's doing kick and two electric boogaloo moves.
Wow.
He's got a mop.
Was there a specific request with the $65 donation?
No.
All right.
Thank God.
It was 65 dabs. Let's get it going.
Oh no, there was none.
2, 3, 4,
65-minute freestyle.
7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we're close.
I'm gonna throw up.
I'd say like 10 more seconds. We're there.
I was thinking different kind of dabs.
Yet? Are we done yet?
That's what I thought.
Got him.
Smoking the dabs.
Dang.
Oh Lord.
All right.
We did it.
Good work.
I've dabbed
Thank
myself
you.
stupid.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank
Yep.
you.
Thank you for
Oh
the
my
donations.
All right, I can tell that it seems like the mood in the room is confused and tired. Is what I'm getting right now.
What?
That
I
means
feel-
you're doing it right.
I'm high energy. How about you? I feel like Austin is high energy. Look at him. He's got glasses on.
Are we about to get into some very serious news?
Whoa.
Yeah, I thought you were
Oh,
talking
yeah, yeah.
about news.
All right, hey, you know what? I'm gonna hit the music and we're gonna get
Get
into
dire.
the trash cast proper.
We should probably let anybody know that if they need to. This is gonna be long, so if you need to leave, you can just leave.
Anybody can leave at any time.
Yes.
That's what
Don't
she.
feel.
The TRASHcast podcast is intended for mature audiences only. If you are a total wiener, please turn this podcast off right now.
Hey, and welcome to an all-new episode of the Trash Cast. As always, I am your host, Matthew Hall, but with me, we also have, well, everybody, this is Liz. Everybody go along the line and introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Andrew Taylor. I do Trashcast.
Hey, I'm Joshua Burbo. Loss. Hell yeah.
Yes.
Daniel Evans, Jost, lead writer on Life on Saturn Productions.
Saturn, Lunar Nova, Life on Saturn.
Lydia Minette, Life on Saturn.
Keep this intro train
Keep
running.
going.
Kyle Jersey, Life on Saturn.
Yep.
Chris Petroshoon, aka I'm a woman.
Andrew G. Revenue, and finally
Austin.
Oh.
Who?
Can you please give?
Are you leaving?
No, I'm just gonna.
Andrew, you don't have
I'm just gonna go outside and not come back.
What the hell am I doing here?
Can we get a Liz cam?
I'm trying to.
Can I get a waffle?
There's a comment that says turn on Kyle.
Wow.
Oh,
yeah.
Kyle's already turned on.
Do not highlight what is happening.
Someone said turn on Kyle.
$200
but Kyle's already
donation.
turned
Liz
on.
shows.
Kyle's
her
always
box on
turned
screen.
on. He's always in the mood. That's his secret.
It's not what I meant.
He's like the Hulk, but except
Liz,
always horny.
Don't demean yourself like that, please.
I think it's really funny.
Andrew's trying to say that if you'll give us $200, you'll show your vagina.
I said box.
Wow.
Oh, I'm sorry. He called it your box.
Your bot. Your botulism.
Who
We'll show
said
your
this?
botulism live on cam.
Andrew said this.
You? Oh, really?
You had time to be
He
on
said
the
it.
live stream and text it.
What I say?
You typed that?
Did you message that?
No, he said it in person.
Oh. I thought you typed it up.
Bring
and said
back
that you
the
could,
suit.
we want to see Liz's
All right,
box.
hold on.
For
And we are not-
$200.
I
Like,
will
what?
not
That's
show
fucked
Liz's
up.
box. I'm sorry.
But Andrew's box.
It's still up for grabs.
All right,
Yes.
Dom.
Name your price.
How much to take your shirt off on
Yes.
camera?
I'm
If-
wearing 2 shirts, so pay whatever
we
you
have
want.
to change
Ooh,
the
2
camera
shirts
here.
to be shirtless.
This is what you all you horn dogs came out for.
How much for Dom to
$200
be
or best
shirtless?
offer.
Chat.
Here it
Let
comes.
us know if you want to see Dom
If
shirtless.
you want to see what design
Throw
is
out
on my first shirt.
Throw out some prices. We'll see what happens.
All right.
It's gonna be the best trash cast we've ever done.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah,
before
this
I give
is-
the mic back, Matt, I'm mentally calculating how much each person in this room has had, how many more alcoholic drinks after I left
that's
and
not
came back.
nice at all.
I'm going to guess, really, maybe it all is just kicking in, because I would have guessed 2.
No, I was really drunk.
You sound drunker than normal.
He did have a lot of that Tito's.
He sounds fine
You
to
sound
me.
about as drunk as Andrew G over there.
Yeah, he sounds fine to me. So, what does that say? Huh?
Point proven.
Love y'all.
All right, so hey, we are at $540 right now, which is so beautiful. And so normally, and we are getting into the actual trash cast portion, and everyone has to leave because we are going until 10 p.m. Walk away. Just walk away, bro. Bro, just walk
Where's
away.
Dust?
Don't
The
go
goal
Where'd Dust
is,
go?
well, the goal is as much
thought
as
it
we
came
can
with
get.
Dust.
Is my house
I feel
locked?
like my little butt's falling out of
Why
my
do you
pants.
want to
I'm
know?
sorry,
You want to go
flash
break
my
in and
back
leave
here.
early?
No, your truck's covering it.
Your stuff's there?
Yeah,
you
So
can go.
we usually open up the trash
It's probably
cast by
locked
saying,
up.
"Hey guys, like what's been going on with you this week?" So who has something that's been going on this week they
Yeah.
want to share?
Let's hear some notable
Oh, shit.
anecdotes.
Yo, I got something. Hey.
And hey, thank you Mass and Spear for liking the stream, and I
Whoa.
hope to see your contributions in TRASHburgh comics soon.
Hey, Matt, what's up? It's Andrew G. Revenue. I don't know.
What the fuck?
I can't see you. You had no shirt either, which is also throwing me off. I'm like, good golly. The man has no shirt.
All right, so
What's
nobody's
up?
answering the question of
Oh.
what's been up this week.
This week was pretty good. I don't know. It was nice, good weather overall. So me, Dom, and people were working on like an album together, mixtape. So we've been working on that. So that's kind of been what we've been preoccupied. And yeah, the making beats. You gonna make a video at some point too?
Hell yeah. Yes.
You got a plan to make a
Halloween video.
Holy shit. So look, Dami does animation as well. If you're not familiar with Life on Saturn, so he has a plan to make a music video for something we're doing that I threw a verse on. So I'm excited because I don't know what this could end up like. I just threw a verse.
master back from Adrian Carr.
Did
we
you
can't hear
really?
you if you're not on the mic.
We just got a master back from Adrian Carr. He's a local masterer.
Is he mastering?
What's the track?
Yes.
Which one did you send to him?
Perspective of a Ghost, the beat that Kyle made.
Dope.
And yeah.
That's a dope
That's
track.
crazy.
How many rappers are on that? There's like 7 local.
many
8
rappers are on that?
There's
It's
like 6 people all together on it. 6 or 7
rappers.
6 people, 6 artists.
Because
on
there's
one
you.
track.
You go by G Revenue.
G Revenue.
And then there's
Yeah,
Dust.
makes sense.
Me, Saturn Lunar Nova.
Yeah.
Jamil goes by
Your wife.
Solar.
Yeah.
Then-
Okay. why are both Chris and his wife shit talking us in the stream at the same time? Don't you have something domestic to do?
Don't you have a joint Facebook
so glad you
account
don't
to
have-
open and just have one message?
They want more butter? Is that what they're saying?
No, that's not what they're saying.
Oh, okay.
They want more bud.
You can come back anytime.
And
yeah, I thought
Yeah, why aren't you guys here?
These are
I assume that
You
we
guys
are
missed our
social-
Freddy Krueger movie night.
That's
What's
just
wrong with you?
Headlines.
I don't think I was invited.
Not you, Chris and
Oh, good.
Shannon.
Speaking of which, we still got to watch Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
Sounds dope.
What, the entire series?
I found it for $2 at the Variety Mall.
Whoa.
On DVD. Space Goes Coast
The
to
whole
Coast.
series?
Dude,
No,
when are we
the
watching
second
it?
season.
Okay.
When are we watching it? We need.
Anyway,
Dude.
We don't know
My place.
just yet.
and
this
I
week.
would absolutely come in my pants if you would grab me a water at some point. I am feeling like I'm going to die from dehydration.
I'm so parched.
I'm just putting that out there to you.
My throat's so dry.
Your pants are backwards.
My pants are ready to
wish I could have a single
implode.
Secret conversations.
It would feel so nice. I do have a jar right here, but I spit into it.
I'll be honest. That's
Yeah.
also the. That's also the first
hand.
shot of Everclear I've ever taken. That's
Oh, really?
That's still burning my throat.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
That was
Oh,
awesome.
we got a first timer here.
However clear are you seeing right now?
Wouldn't you like to know?
They dissolved your
Yeah,
cataracts.
that's all.
I was
spit.
just giving a mic. I got nothing.
That's horse.
I want the good water.
Wet horse.
All right, and Liz, would you mind just adjusting the cam so we're a little bit, like, you know what I'm trying to say?
You just had to say the magic words.
Thank you.
There you go.
Okay, so
keep close.
apparently everyone's had a very busy week, but not as busy as our boy, county legislator Simon Conroy. So he, if you don't remember, last week, I think it was around 10 a.m. on Friday, he was arrested outside of City Hall after an altercation with police that occurred outside of the green room. Now, he claimed that he was very stressed out because
Thanks for sharing the stream,
he
Liz.
was. Thank you. Thank you, Elizabeth. He was very stressed out because he was trying to negotiate a deal to purchase the green room building.
Is this factual? He wanted to do it?
That's what he said to the cops.
Okay.
Fun fact.
Like, could he actually do it though? Like, that'd
Let's
be
get
dope.
a little more exposition, and then.
A fun fact. My
Can you turn that cam?
My mother is actually a worker in the Social Security building over yonder.
Yes.
She was telling me like a couple of her coworkers are actually friends with Simon there, and he did say to them about a week beforehand, how bad the stress was really getting to him.
I believe
saying all this stuff, but up until a week ago, still nobody really even thought something like this was possible. But I don't know.
He lost his mind. He's like, I'm gonna start tripping, and then he just did too much for too long, and then he just got arrested.
Out of nowhere. Seriously.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah, I heard
he
he
was
was tripping for,
downtown
5
acting a
days.
fool for about a week. But what has come out is that on top of his charges for resisting arrest and disturbing the peace, he's also caught some. He was in possession of cocaine, and the criminal possession charge will be added. So hopefully he was actually sent to the
Hospital.
University of Vermont Healthcare Network Champlain Valley Physicians Hospital for treatment. So we'll see his condition.
What was the worst thing he did? Did he attack anybody? Did he take his dick? Did he bother anybody so much?
He was bothering people quite a bit.
What was the worst? What did he do? I keep hearing how bad he was, but I'm like, what did he actually do to anybody?
I think he was just really obnoxious and annoying. But then when the police said, "Hey, you gotta calm down, buddy," he got out his phone. He started a Facebook Live video, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna have to arrest you if you don't stop what you're doing."
I heard from somebody. This is hearsay. This is allegedly, but I heard that he was trying to put LSD in people's drinks.
That's really crazy, and we can't.
Yes,
we cannot.
We can't confirm that,
or deny
but
that.
Just what they wouldn't be cool with that, and then it was no, dude. I'm not saying that was somebody else's story to tell, but I was like, you could tell it, but he bailed. But
I heard the same thing, but it was just one person, and
but
that he had also himself been consuming LSD for 5 days straight.
No, yeah.
And Liz is not on the mic, but Liz said that she has heard he was consuming LSD for about 5 days straight.
But
And from what I heard
coke
from
also
him and from
found
people
that.
around him is that he was on a bit of a bender.
Okay. That explains a lot.
Yeah, well, he comes
Nose
into
beers,
he comes
as
into
Katie's
my
putting it.
he comes into my job often. Like I get to talk to him a lot, so like I feel bad
Is he
for him because
reason-
he
is he
actually
reasonable?
he has
Is
mental he has a mental problem right now. He's got manic problems.
Yeah,
and like
he's just
he
kinda-
can't control it. But the problem is like he's been doing all this stuff, but he's
Like
also been going
psychedelics?
around admitting it to like everybody,
Yeah.
like heavily, and that's like yeah.
Well,
no, he's definitely not.
Is
And
he
I do wanna thank
pretty
Chris
chill?
for
Pretty chill,
a
regular?
$100
On the regular?
donation.
No, he's normally pretty cool.
Thank you. So we are at $640 right now.
Someone dropped $100.
It's true.
A C
Chris, where you
note.
getting all
Oh
this
my
fucking
god.
cash? Chris, did you sell all this stuff to Simon Conroy? Is that where you got all the money to be dropping on
Hey,
us?
all right.
Did Chris and Shannon talk about missing our Freddy Krueger night?
No, they didn't.
Of course, they got all the shit to talk.
I don't want to say anything.
What is Freddy
Obviously,
Krueger?
We had a movie night.
If you hang
Dude,
down,
invite me next time, man.
If you hang out downtown, you may have run into Simon while he was acting a fool. Hopefully, he gets the help he needs. And I just wanted to mention because it is the news. He did also catch a drug charge. People don't act like that when they're sober.
By the way, what's the source for this update?
The Press Republican. Also, the
Give some more details.
Plattsburgh City Police.
Okay.
Yes, because I think Simon is normally a pretty cool guy. He's normally.
Yes,
By the way,
he is cool.
that was all hearsay I heard from like a Facebook post. I didn't hear it. I didn't see anything
And get
personally.
right in that
and
mic, sire.
I didn't see anything personally. That I saw it from a Facebook post, so I don't want to hearsay the guy if he's with a bad time. Hopefully get better health. I don't know why you got arrested, but I guess you're wiling the fuck out. And if you keep doing that, you're gonna go to jail more. So fucking get your shit together. I don't know.
I said, I'm trying to have a barbecue right here, Simon. If you don't leave, I'm going to call
It was
the
at like
cops.
10 a.m. you got arrested. So I'm like,
I'm having a barbecue.
you are
a
fucking
breakfast
misbehaving like a
I'm
motherfucker.
having
You
a
got arrested at
breakfast
10
barbecue. You're
a.m.
disturbing my peace.
Who gets arrested at 10
If
a.m.?
you don't leave, I'm going to call the authorities.
Well, he did.
I have eggs.
It's called brunch, bitch.
sausages.
Saucy. Did you say?
Well,
Did you say saucy
before Simon got taken in, he was trying to help us with our homeless problem. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but the last
That's my
three.
firewall.
Calling in.
Oh
The,
shit!
First caller.
He's in the door.
What the hell was that?
That was a deletion.
Justin, I thought that was really funny when you said, "Do you like to go to the monopole for nose beers and nose wings?"
Is that a drug joke?
Are you trying to get something out? Let's wrap this up.
The last 3 weeks of the Coffee Cat, there has been people dropped off at the bench across the street, and these are people who choose to be homeless.
Yes.
And they are
You
causing,
deal with that.
They're
on the
causing
daily.
all kinds of
They're
problems.
wilding the fuck out too,
You
aren't
got,
they?
okay, so
They
one
got
of
the
them is
cops
this
always-
guy from Georgia who tells everyone that he needs $50 so that someone to get to Vermont, and someone from Vermont will pay for him to go to Georgia. But he's wanted in Georgia, so he's not going back. So he keeps taking $50 from everybody, and then
Who is extremely loud? I'm getting an extreme loud.
Is it me?
Everybody's
is it
levels
Mom?
look the same.
Am I too loud, guys?
me?
Am I screaming
No,
too
I don't
much?
think it's
I'm so
me
sorry.
either.
Was I screaming?
And-
Pass me that shit.
not to mention, there's been 2 people who came into the Coffee Cat and threatened to kill people, and someone was mugged in the
Holy
Nook.
shit! I've heard about you guys getting like the cops there.
Yeah,
on
there's
the regular.
someone was
That too.
apparently mugged at the Coffee Cat in the Nook. It's just been crazy.
Holy
And
shit.
right before
That's
right,
spot across the street. What
right
the fuck?
before
Can you shut
Simon
it down?
got arrested, he
Oh my God! Thank you, Kristen.
he apparently brought the guy from Georgia who's been like stealing everyone's $50 to a bus station, got rid of him. But as of this weekend, Georgia guy's back.
He's back. I
I
saw that.
was like, thank you, Simon.
Georgia guy
but-
often teams up with this guy who has no legs, and I feel bad for him. But
Yeah,
he
so
also
Lieutenant
doesn't
Dan.
need to be homeless. He's part of this whole crew of people who
That's the guy with no
don't
arms,
need to be
too.
homeless, but they are. It's weird.
There's a no arms guy
Well, I
too.
think all
I've seen him
Americans
around.
can and should pull themselves up by their bootstraps.
So that's
Even if you don't have feet.
that's what Margaret.
These goddamn welfare cases.
That's been Margaret Street for the last 3 weeks. That's been what we've been dealing with.
That's
Anyway,
crazy, man. And that's all the stuff you gathered like
Oh,
in your
Jesus
everyday life,
Christ.
where you have like.
Yeah, because I work at the Coffee Cat, and all these people have been coming in and out because of all kinds of problems, and it's been weird.
Tomorrow, welcome back to the chat. I do want to say we got to wrap this story up. So, hey, we're finally having the diversity we need to become a thriving metropolis. So we have violent, homeless, mentally unstable people all over the streets, and we're just as good as any other major city now.
Yeah.
So good. Thank you.
Moving on up.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just as many.
Hey, speaking of an uptick in crime in our area, it's that time of year again. School is starting. Many people are eager and looking forward with excitement. Plattsburgh residents and the city and the center city
Andrew
area
fucking yawned. Heavy yawn. Sorry.
They feel dread instead. So their homes are on the corridor walked by students coming home from bars downtown back to the college. Along the way, students are loud, disturbing the quiet of the residential neighborhood. They may leave their empty beer cups on the ground.
Oh, no. Who wrote this shit?
Some damage property as they pass.
Sometimes they leave beer out.
They break pots of flowers,
They
for
make
example.
noise. They're breaking
or
vases.
Sometimes they break other yard decorations. Some even
All the gnomes.
steal.
They broke my
Some even
vase.
go-
Actually, true stuff. Today I was over at a 5-hour pre-licensing course, and one of the
What?
people I was with showed me a Snapchat portraying the night of, I want to say, the first night of the Battle of Plattsburgh ceremony.
Oh my
And
God.
there was a fight, literally.
Oh my God. The green room, dude. Knock the fuck out. I forgot about that.
That was nuts.
Dude. That was a cheap shot, too.
Yep.
That was a cheap shot. Knock the fuck out.
There's no humanity left.
Dude, it was. Matt, did you see it? It's a,
I have not seen
it's a
this
legit
video.
World Star video where somebody gets knocked
I
the
have seen
fuck
other,
out. No,
I've seen other knockout fights.
This is from
I have
2 days ago. Like,
okay, because the one I saw is from 3 years ago. Same fight. Somebody knocked the fuck out from like the basically from the sidewalk into the street.
exactly
where,
the same.
You know where the college park
that.
right there?
It's right by that. It's into the street from Green Room across the street.
So
right
it seems
hand,
like
just
maybe
cheap
it's a
shot.
common occurrence.
Yeah, it's a wild video. I don't know who shared it, but they're like cheap
So
shotting.
basically,
is
this is an article just basically alerting people that you should look out for vandals.
Cancel the Battle
They're trying to
Plattsburgh.
Criminalize the existence of college kids. But beyond that, Mackenzie Delisle is also having an article in tandem with this saying that downtown surveillance has, quote, potential. So Mickey D, as we lovingly refer to her, says, survey says there's optimism towards... And
Survey says...
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding.
That's in
and
the
where was
article.
this survey? No, I'm kidding. So...
Kidding or you're not kidding? Which one are you doing?
I'm not kidding. Survey says there's optimism toward the city of Plattsburgh's downtown core. Survey says...
It says survey says. It actually says that. It's literally there.
All right. Well, hey, thank you for your service here. So long. Thanks for
Legendary.
spreading the LOS message.
Yo, Boulders.
Let's get Liz in
Boulders
here.
Dash.
There was a
check that
steaming
shit
pile
out.
of dog shit outside of the.
No.
Thank you for who did that.
Oh,
Thank you.
Another one. Another one.
Huge. Huge.
Copycat criminal?
Shitting everywhere.
Got a copycat pooper.
Copycat criminal. Sir?
Pleasure. Thank you, sir.
So, well, some people are seeing that downtown is being vandalized and destroyed by young people.
And shit on.
Some people say that downtown actually has potential.
Potential.
So, Boyer Brenner Group.
Potential.
So, Boyer Brenner, there's the DRI. Part of the DRI grant was they're giving us some money to basically beautify downtown, to work on the marketing and branding of downtown. New downtown signage, historical landmark
Plattsburgh.
kind of markers and stuff like that. They'll be marking different neighborhoods with like flags and shit, saying like, "Oh, here's the arts corridor." So Boyer Brenner Group, so they hired a group called the Finch Network to do a questionnaire.
Could it sound sketchier?
What happened to that monkey one that they made us do before?
That was different.
Yeah, what about Survey
The
Monkey?
Finch
What's wrong with
dossier.
Survey Monkey?
So there's oh man, I don't know.
The
I don't know if
Finch-
I'm
the Finch
seeing-
document or
Hold on,
whatever.
hold on. Keep talking.
Yeah, yeah. So this is games you could play, like quizzes.
$400.
So
to get to
they
parking talk.
so they asked people for a bunch of feedback on downtown and how we should brand downtown, but they asked people for some adjectives that represent downtown.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Assing.
All right. So if you were to pick 4 words to describe downtown, what would they be?
You want to go down the line?
Yeah, Austin, give us 4 words.
Damn.
Quaint.
Boo.
Boo. Homely.
Homely.
Okay. Okay.
Quaint, homely, okay.
4
and-
words. Downtown Plattsburgh. Only downtown. Forget the rest of it.
And we got to move so much faster than this.
Andrew,
Okay, thank you.
Andrew.
Ran out.
Andrew, 4 words. First 4 words.
Smelly, loud,
Negative.
home.
Negative.
Okay. I'm also gonna say okay.
Mildly.
Liz.
I would say okay. So artsy.
Fartsy.
Artsy, fartsy.
Dartsy Bartsy.
Dartsy, fartsy.
You don't have to rhyme.
Rough.
Damn.
Loud. And how I would describe just a bunch of what's the word am I looking for?
Ruffians?
Pieces of shit.
No, it's like sometimes I feel like I'm part of downtown, and other times I feel like it's gritty. But I thought that it was rough.
Okay, Liz is going too long. Kyle?
Yo, Sin City.
Jeez, downtown, I would have to say...
4 words.
4 words. Inconsistent is probably one of them. I have no idea, to be honest. That's
Fair enough.
basically
That's
it.
fair.
That's
fair.
it. That hits all of them.
Andrew?
All right, with me? All right, we got, I don't know, there's one word. I was saying Sin City. That's like that movie. That's one word, but 2. Trippy, loving, pizza. Why? Pizza. Yeah.
Pizza.
Pizza.
Yeah. Pizza. I associate that with Plattsburgh a lot because they eat a lot of pizza in Plattsburgh on the regular. So,
It'd be great if Andrew didn't have his feet on the cables.
Hobies, Bonos, downtown, those are staples.
All right, and can we get a mic on Kristen to give us 4
Pepper.
words as well in this
Kinda
shit show?
4 restaurants.
Yes.
Lightning
It's supposed to be 4 quick words.
Largely dangerous for pedestrians.
Okay.
I agree.
So,
aggressive.
so the 4 most
I
common,
support
the
it.
most common words were historical, potential, dirty, quaint,
Shut up.
and boring.
Okay.
A much meaner way to say quaint.
So what
If you
basically
say
what they're
quaint,
saying
you
is
are
that
boring.
yes, and Kristen the mic. Yes, hand Kristen the mic that doesn't work. Look, I'm sorry that this mic doesn't work.
If you need a mic, this
Look,
works.
I don't know.
Does
what's
this
going on.
work?
Look, I've been here for 25 goddamn hours. I'm sorry.
You have not.
All right, we'll just kill this mic.
Is that a dead
Look,
mic?
we're getting rid of it.
Destroy everything.
What if it works and you throw it and everyone's like, "Oh my god, oh,
Dead.
Oh God.
So anyway,
you're dead to me.
That's the light.
You
See
dead.
ya!
You're nothing to me,
It's the other
Antonio."
one sets fire to this whole shit.
Matt, what have you done?
We're all trapped in here. 'cause
So
the fire starts
anyway,
fading. That's the only way out.
so all the mics should be working now. Liz,
Yeah,
speak.
we're
can you
live
guys hear
trash cast.
Yes, I can see it. So anyway,
I can see your sound.
what they have been saying
See your
is that those are the same words, and they're saying there's a real yin yang sort of thing going on where it's not quite there, but they see the potential that's in the city, and so they came up with 3 symbols. 3 symbols they have to describe downtown to be a rock, a boat,
a scissor
fish.
and a paper. That'd be dope.
Yes.
Sorry.
The 3 goddesses.
Specifically,
How tall is that rock?
specifically salmon and sailboats.
Wait, Matt, seriously, what if they were like Plattsburgh? It's gonna be the rock, the paper, and the scissor as the holy triumvirate. Like what?
I'll set you back 15.
Yeah, Kyle. Justin's bumping in the chat.
Yo, Justin. Hey, what's up, man? Hey.
So there's another person. There's a person quoted here saying that they don't really like the idea of a fish being part of our symbolism. They're saying a fish on a sign is just a fish. It's not a salmon. Are we known for salmon? Is salmon something that is distinct and unique to us?
Fish.
No, that's a West Coast thing.
They swim upstream though. They fight against the current. They fight
people,
against.
Yes, but people from Boyer Brenner Group are saying, well, a salmon, salmons travel upstream and they're strong and resilient, just like us. We're a strong, resilient
I've got
community.
An idea for a representative bear, a panda bear. Because a panda is also quaint.
What's that?
Is this just for Plattsburgh?
Yes.
Yeah,
this
local.
is for downtown
Why don't we
Plattsburgh.
have a Champy symbol?
Oh,
Champy's
well,
not real.
That's
It's not real.
That's a zombie monster.
That's where you're wrong.
all the tattoos of it you want. Liz, was that you that has it? Champion tattoo, or is that
Are
Amanda?
you fucking kidding me right now?
So to close this, before you guys get too fucking bitchy, I believe we're on the cusp of living up to our vast potential, is a quote from Mayor Colin Reed, speaking on all this. So basically, some people think that we're basically like a bunch of fish with rocks and some sailboats around us, and other people think we're not.
Cycle.
That's how I'd identify
Thanks,
myself.
Justin. What's up, Chris?
I identify as a sailboat.
You know what's the worst part about this?
We're people with fish around us.
What's the worst part?
Second grade all over again.
I'm a Capricorn.
Oh, no.
I'm Aquarius. I got fish around us.
I like
You'll
Aaron.
never guess what I am. I'm so mysterious.
I got crabs.
I change every day.
What does that mean? Oh, yeah.
I think we might not be a strong, brilliant community, but we're certainly resilient in the same way that, like, you know, kind of cockroaches or black mold is.
No, not like that. We're
so
like a baby in the sun.
Toxic resilience.
I like Aaron better.
We just don't give up.
Yeah, he's cool.
We
I
just
know.
Keep
He's
on
cool, dude.
insisting on doing better.
That's very true. So I do want to just close this because, you know, all we can do is wait. But moving on to another topic here. Last episode, we did talk about a man exposing himself to children outside of the Target.
Yes.
That bitch got
hell yeah.
arrested.
Good for the cops. Thank
You guys
God.
goose cooked.
Good
Alan
job, cops.
E.
We don't congratulate the
Pontus.
cops.
Pontus?
They do a good job.
Oh my God.
Once in a while. When they actually catch the guy, good job.
Chris Pontius, actually party boy,
wow.
age 48 of Queensberry, was arrested in the town of Esopus.
What?
It sounds like a place where you come from when you take your dick out.
In Ulster County.
All-Star?
In
Ulster?
All-Star County. So he was
Hey
identified
now,
and
you're an
arrested following
all-star.
tips
Take
on
your dick
Facebook.
out. Go play.
So back on August 20th, he did expose himself to some children outside of the Target in the parking lot. He was charged with 2 counts of endangering the welfare of a child and 1 count of first-degree public lewdness, which are only misdemeanors, as well as exposure of a person, which is a violation.
Endanger of a child?
Yeah, so he was arraigned in Beekmantown Court and remanded into Clinton County Jail in lieu of $20,000 cash bail or a $40,000 bond.
Who's Lou?
So I did actually drop. I came through with $20,000 cash to bail him out because I had said, look, there's no reason why kids can't say they want to see a grown man's genitals, and I don't like that people are taking away the rights of children. If they want to consensually look at a grown man's dick in the Target parking lot.
They paid him.
Oh no!
Adam Conover.
Oh, no!
Adam Conover.
Yes, I'm
ruins
sorry.
everything.
I'm ruining everything right now, aren't I? It's me,
Matt,
Adam Conover.
Matt, are
I
you
think
saying
kids
Matt?
can
Are you
consent.
saying here and now that they paid him to see his penis?
No, I'm just saying that if
they made an informed choice
yes.
to look at his dong.
Where's the crime?
Capitalism
All right?
at its finest.
Can't kids say they want to look at a grown man's penis?
Wait, did the guy from Adam's Ruin Everything actually say that?
He's not said that directly,
No,
but he
no.
has kind of made some sketchy comments about
Man, boy, love.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Whoa.
I know. Yeah, he's had Facebook posts.
Anyway, I'm being fake right now. I think that this guy is a fucking pervert, and I'm kind of like I'm a little bit thinking like
Could it be an accident?
$20,000 bail? That's not that much.
Could it be an accident?
He
No.
that's not fair.
It's also one thing that's upsetting to me is that like you try not to judge a book by its cover, but sometimes the books, you know what I mean, look just
You
like
look like a pedophile.
The
You
cover
probably
looks just like the
fuck
fucking
kids.
book. You know what I mean? This guy
Mhm.
really looked like a guy that he should. I'm not surprised did this.
Good job. So they
Are
said
you
that
profiling?
Yes.
You got to. You
That's
got to
what I'm saying.
sometimes.
It's like,
they caught him.
What would you say a guy who's a pedophile looks like? He'd have kind of like
Is it like me?
thin hair.
Is it me?
and
Don't say
spotty-
me,
spotty
motherfucker.
facial
Don't say
hair,
it looks like I.
glasses and
My
plugs.
mustache.
I don't. Well, maybe.
Everyone's
I
like,
think he'd have a lot more tattoos. A lot more shitty tattoos.
listen, I had a mustache like
He'd
the
have,
last
like-
2 weeks, and all I heard was pedophile jokes. So, you know,
Yeah, you can't have a mustache lately.
Austin,
You can't have a
pedophile
mustache.
jokes.
How did
No.
that happen? When do you think the mustache started getting associated
It's
with being a
porn
pedo?
star and pedophile. Let's see.
I think it's
It's either undercover cop, porn star, or pedophile. There's 3 things that they'll throw
it's
at you.
homophobia. I think a lot of
Yeah.
notable gay men had a mustache, and then a lot of people just say that all homosexuals are pedophiles.
Oh.
That's my hot take on it. I know I'm not trying to be funny actually, but
No,
No,
I
but
think it's
but
just
also
latent homophobia.
also when they
bigotry.
maybe, but they see like a little thin mustache and like this guy's
Listen,
into kids. You know.
The pencil mustache is
Yeah.
all I can grow. All right?
That's why you're such a fucking
Can we get a
adamant.
mustache cam on that?
Yeah.
And speaking of mustache cam, let's go over to
basically
let's head
John
down to
Waters.
Clinton County Correctional Facility. It was recently on lockdown after apparent gang related incidents Thursday and Friday, which caused several injuries to inmates and staff. So according to the State Department of Corrections, officials were investigating 2 incidents involving incarcerated individuals at the maximum security prison.
What are the weapons? I want to know.
They're really not giving any details, but basically they're saying that
they whittled down and spit out.
They had to
some shit bombs, piss grenades.
Yeah,
they did. They had to actually
sticky grenades.
They had to gas the yard to calm down the prisoners.
The secret to
Does that also gas the employees?
Mark Maron. Gas the yard.
It gasses the cops, and
They probably set them up.
they set them up with the masks. We're about to gas them. Put these masks. You think it was that? All right. That's it. I just want to make sure nobody innocent was, gassed.
Huh, Clinton?
At Clinton County Correctional Facility.
And that's just a jail, right? That's not like that's not like a super prison. Or
That's a
anything.
maximum security
So
prison.
they almost
County jail?
how
Clinton
close?
County-
How close
it
were they to
was
taking
Dannemora.
over the entire
okay,
prison?
Dannemora.
They
That's-
may have
that's
been
Clinton
very
County.
close to an
Oh, I
entire takeover
Yes,
for all
that's
we
Clinton
know.
County.
I thought
You know?
Dannemora was like.
What if they took
Dannemora
over the prison?
Federal-
Hold on. We have multiple people talking, and it sounds like shit. What are you saying?
What if they took over the prison? That's a bad look for the North Country.
They would not let them do that. They're going to murder them.
Kill all
They
of
would
them.
kill them?
They will kill them in cold blood.
Oh, yeah.
Is that worse? Is that worse?
I'm saying
They would not let them break out of the prison.
They would
after
kill
the
them?
escape,
Really?
they would not want to look that bad again.
That would look bad. You just shoot them down.
I'm
you couldn't-
sure that there are
the
COs
Wild
who
Boys
would rather kill a prisoner
that let him out.
than
I mean,
look
the
that
guy.
bad again.
Yeah, they would totally kill them.
Because they were getting reamed by the state.
That's
Yeah.
not bad.
Sure, but
Commentary here.
Yeah.
Maria said a sergeant got shanked in the face/neck.
Oh my God!
I'm pretty, and she spelled it SJT or SGT because I think she
SGT.
doesn't know how to spell sergeant, which okay because I don't either.
And
Andrew's calling you a
sounds
dumb
wrong to make
beep.
a Payson shank.
Out of milk.
Payson being
Was this
protein
she
in milk.
shanked to death?
And also in the
Still
comments, we're being told
survive?
that the guy in the black hat looks horny.
Is that me?
Yep.
Did I make you feel that way? Who said that?
No, you
I
look
think it's the
horny.
mustache.
Oh, it's a mustache. I think, yeah. Turn it around. Make it extra sexual.
Still a hat.
No. I feel like it's.
Still a hat.
Who said that? Is that the dust?
I think it was FA. So moving on. Who here has a pet?
I do.
Yeah.
Well, it's dead now.
Wow,
Wow.
Andrew.
Wow.
Now you're
How
dead.
do you know?
I can be your pet.
So 2 local funeral directors can now care for every family member, even the furry ones. This is
The
from
furries?
This
Like
is from
my-
Mackenzie.
Who's this
Mackenzie
sponsored
like my
by?
stepdad.
She's
Matt, does this
grease
say-
her palms.
I like this one.
Sponsored
I
by
wonder
it.
what kind of
Does it say-
levity she can bring to
Does this?
Who's this
politicians.
dumb bitch
Does
writing
it-
these articles?
Jesus Christ! Does it say the phrase "fur babies" anywhere in this? Because
I haven't read that far, but let's find out. So,
JK.
as an addition to their family-owned Brown Funeral Home on 29 Broad Street, and you don't have to be brown to die there, but in the city of Plattsburgh, brothers Ryan and Mitchell Bennett have opened up the Adirondack Pet Cremation Service. Now, this is different than the Adirondack Pet Creaming Service, where Andrew will cream on your pets.
and or in for an additional charge.
Card. Give me a card.
What is Plattsburgh
it's
exactly?
multicultural, okay?
You're getting
So
red, man.
the idea was to offer the community another option when caring for the deceased loyal companions. Now, personally, when my cat died, I brought him to Eagle's Nest.
Your cat's
and
still
they,
alive?
Andrew, shut the fuck up.
Sorry.
So when my other cat died,
Uh-oh.
I brought him to Eagle's Nest, and they injected him with chemicals and then gave him back to me in a shoebox that I then buried with Kristen.
That's very sad.
It was intense, and so
I have
we dug the grave in rocky soil and during a rainstorm.
That makes it a lot more sad.
It was really intense.
But this is a better alternative where
I
they
think
give
we
it.
broke
they give
a
it to-
shovel.
They give it back to you
didn't
in
we?
ashes, an urn.
3 different tools. We used like a pickaxe and like 2 different shovels.
We broke
because
one
it
of the
was November
shovels.
and the ground was frozen.
It's hard to break the
Because
ground.
you're trying to dig a
It's
hole in the
very
sidewalk.
cold.
It was.
Yeah, basically, it's frozen.
Anyway,
Dirt.
this is better though. They'll
This
just,
is
they'll
better.
just fucking burn them.
Yeah, well, we actually
Singe.
had Yoshi Rip cremated.
Hell yeah.
Like we took her to Plattsburgh Animal Hospital.
Yoshi!
And I think it was well, her full Christian name is actually Yoshimi, which is based off of that Flaming Lips song, Yoshimi Battle the Pink Robots.
Yeah, that's cool.
But anyway, but we took her to Plattsburgh Animal Hospital, where unfortunately she had to get put down. But they cremated her, and I can't remember how much it was, but I think it was like $90. But then she came back, and she was in this little pine box. And it's like all finished.
Literally a
stuff.
pine box?
Yeah, it's like this little.
Are you sure it's pine?
I don't know what it is. It
Oh.
has a finish. It has a finish on it. It's really pretty looking.
Oh, really?
And
Like
it's just
the
this-
tiny coffin or a tiny urn?
It's a
type
little
thing?
urn, and it's like the
That's-
size of like a jewelry box.
That's beautiful,
And
yeah.
I wasn't expecting that.
Really?
They were like,
Oh, really?
Just so you know, like Yoshi's back, so
Oh.
come pick her up. And I'm like, what
Hell
the fuck?
yeah, that's a good ass deal.
Yeah, and then I came and picked her up, and she had been cremated, and now
So-
she's hanging
That's
out on my
way better. It's way better
Only
than
one place in town that used to do it, right?
way better than a shoebox with a dead cat in it. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
well, it was a sort of coffin-shaped shoebox. It was sort of like it had like a little bit of you know.
Hobbs, it was like a 1 foot
Get right in there.
by 1 foot by like 2.5 foot beveled foam box.
It
that
was beveled,
taped
yeah.
Shut.
It was taped shut, yeah.
Yeah.
It was heavy too. Anyway,
Just
moving
in case
on.
his zombie corpse tries to
Why did you
countermeasures.
So, Adirondack pet cremation charges by the weight, and no pet is too large.
Chungus
But
is
however, there are
welcome.
2 different categories: private cremation and communal cremation.
What does that mean? Like,
So,
Hold on, I just like to say I know a farm business that could have benefited from it.
Ooh, okay.
These are those like
Oh, I remember that.
A private
1,000
cremation.
dead cows piled on top of each other.
I was gonna say what that is, or at least what I think that is.
Yeah.
All right. So the private one is where they just do the animal by itself, and the communal one is just where they throw it all in one oven and just
That's
like a
let
bunch
the
of
fire
animals.
go pretty much, and then just give you a little bit of the ashes of the communal one, so you might not even get your own pet.
Actually, so
It's like an Uber pool.
So in a private one, a private one, they cover the transportation, cremation, and the return of the ashes in a wooden urn.
It's a good deal.
In a communal cremation, you get the transportation, cremation, and they'll scatter the ashes for you. Don't even worry about it.
Oh, wow.
So
It's a
you don't
great
even get it
deal,
back.
actually.
So
That's a load off my
They put them in the garbage.
Okay.
Oh no.
Let me just scatter these. Let me get my scattering poker. It's kind of clogged here.
So also, the cremation service also has a tracking system. So they assign each pet a unique number on a stainless steel tag. This tag stays with your pet throughout the entire process to ensure no errors.
So when does it
as a
end?
memento, they give all clients a package of forget-me-not flower seeds and offers more forms of aftercare. You can also purchase various mementos like keepsake jewelry, personalized blankets, photo candles, and there's also monthly group therapy meetings as well.
Oh my goodness, that's actually really cute.
Yes, that's a great way to make money.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like that's still like, it's still like I don't know. I think that's cute.
It is cute, but I don't know when my cat died, they did give me a
You know, they're like, we got candles, we got cars and other bullshit, plus also therapy if you need it, but also this shit that you could pay us for.
What'd they give us?
It was a free clay imprint of his paw print.
Yeah, they put his paw in
my
clay, and they're
God,
like, "Oh, you
that's
can
so
bake this,"
sweet.
and I was kind of just like,
You
I actually
didn't
don't even want
wanna
to fucking
do
look
it.
at it.
But I took it and I baked it.
Yeah, she
That's
did
super
it.
sweet.
My parents ended up getting a plaque.
Oh wow!
They got a plaque. Yeah. So
You got a
depending-
plaque.
Yeah, depending on what it was, it's either a dog plaque or a cat plaque.
Anybody ever got stuffed in their families, like a taxidermy
No.
cat or dog?
I joked about it, but it actually cost a shitload of money.
I know a guy who.
No, I had a rabbit named Nathan, aka Nathathan, and I'd always
That's how
joke
he
that
said
after
it.
he died, I would get him made into a jackrabbit or a jackalope. And then I like looked it up once, and it was a lot of money. And I was like, "Fuck, man, I can't." And I got to find deer antlers. Like, I can't do this. Oh well.
Jack Lantern.
She had a reindeer?
Jackalopes aren't real.
Jackalope. Jackalope.
A jackalope.
He did.
Jackalope.
Jack and Jill. I don't know. Fuck off.
All right, and hey,
I abandoned. I'm jumping ship on that one.
yeah, you got 2 more hours to go there,
I'm
buddy.
thinking about my dead cat, and now I'm sad. I didn't get to get a goodbye. There, she was in
And
the.
Andrew's head keeps getting cut off. There we go. Don't lean too far that way. Hey, 3 men were arrested on Friday morning in connection with an ongoing investigation into the sales and transportation of narcotics.
No.
Yes.
Which is a...
It's a slap on
Felony.
the wrist. So,
Misdemeanor.
according to the City of Plattsburgh Police, Stephone Sally, or Saley.
Stephon.
I've never...
Stephon?
S-T-E...
I'll be right back.
Yep.
P-H-O-N-E. Which looks like Stephone.
I think Stephon.
I've never seen Stephon with an E.
I think it's Stephon.
It's Stefane. Demetrius Moore, age 50, of Schenectady, and Michael Carey, age 27, of Plattsburgh. The arrests... Huh?
I just said represent.
They found 55 grams of heroin and 35 grams of cocaine.
Oh,
that's a lot of grams.
shit. Urkel been wildin'.
So the estimated street value was to be in excess of $8,500.
That's a lot of cash.
And we were getting a request to chant penis on the stream. We will not do that right now. I'm sorry.
Penis. Penis.
Oh, he's doing it
Penis. There's multiple people required.
I don't know. I hate seeing that kind of shit in our community.
Hey, Liz, do you have extra stick? Yeah. All right, I'll be right back.
Hey, take your time.
You guys good? You guys? All right. Here, Mike. We got Chris full time now.
So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's not much more to this story except like they were selling some drugs, and they also had a bunch of various materials used for packaging and distributing the drugs because they were clearly drug dealers.
But they got nabbed.
They got nabbed. They got
grabbed by the ghoulies.
Grabbed by the ghoulies. Well, where was it? Did they say where they were caught?
They were caught in Plattsburgh. They were at 46 Miller Street.
Miller.
Which is not far from the post office.
Yeah.
Post office territory.
Why do I know Miller Street? That's why. It's
10 Miller, so a little bit past the post office. And I have walked through that neighborhood, and sometimes it is...
It's rough down there, man.
It is. Honestly, it is a little bit... as far as rough goes for Plattsburgh, which is like...
questionable.
If you know... Yeah. Plattsburgh doesn't really get that rough in terms of like how rough other cities have it. But it is a little bit of a rougher part of our little community here.
Just feel it.
That sucks. I don't know. I got some sympathy, and sometimes I have no sympathy. I really go between the two extremes, where I do want to humanize those people. Who knows why they were doing what they were doing, but also, fuck you for bringing heroin into our community.
Right, yeah.
Like, I just think, if you're hung up for money, there's other shifty things you could do that aren't going to kill people.
Yeah, you can lie about being homeless.
Yeah.
Right.
I'd rather you do that than sell heroin to my neighbors.
You could also just work at a local pizza joint.
That's right. You could have a shitty fucking job.
Right.
That hires criminals.
Or you could have a shitty podcast.
Yeah, just start a podcast. Fool people into donating for some reason.
It's because they believe in the goal. The goal is to become the noose.
The noose.
Become the news you want to see in the world.
And we do want to thank Crystal for her $10 donation.
Woo!
Thank you, Crystal.
Did it come with a request?
I didn't see one yet.
From the tip menu or make your own custom.
So, hashtag Bring Back Bob has been in the news this week. And I'm sorry, someone grabbed my phone. I didn't say that.
Oh, never mind.
Okay.
So,
what happens, dude?
Did we talk about this already last week?
Grabbed your
I don't remember
landline?
what happened yesterday.
So Robert
Crystal
Garcia.
wants anime talk.
Oh God,
we have to stop.
We have to do
2
anime
minutes
talk
on the
again.
clock.
All right, so we got the clock going. Hold on, can I pull up a clock on here?
Just type in timer.
Wait, anime talk?
Anime talk on the tip menu.
Okay.
$10 will stop this in our tracks and make Andrew talk about anime for 2 minutes straight.
Ooh.
What's the other kind of anime? There's shonen, and then what's the other one called?
And you can tell me. You have 2 minutes starting now.
Andrew, have you seen the melancholy of... I think it's...
And sorry, it's Andrew's time to talk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's
I thought it was a conversation.
And I'm resetting the timer starting now.
I haven't seen that. So there's many different kinds of anime. One of them being shonen anime. You may have heard of Shonen Jump. That's a Shonen Jump magazine, which is shonen kind of stands for young man. It's kind of based on old gender roles and stuff like that. But Shonen Jump is a monthly magazine that would come out first in Japan, and then it got serialized to the rest of the world. That would highlight issues of
Sounds like you're talking about manga and not anime.
Ooh, good catch.
Many of the things that were featured in Shonen Jump were later adapted into animes. One of my favorite ones being Berserk, probably the one I would consider my top favorite of all time. I don't know if it's the best anime ever made, but I do believe that the manga and the series, in my opinion, is the best shonen anime ever made. Now, Berserk, it really captures my my fancy, you see, because it's very adult. It takes place in almost like a kind of fantasy, kind of Middle Earth. Not Middle Earth, the Middle Eastern, Jesus Christ. It takes place in the Middle East.
Don't make me reset the clock.
It takes place in medieval times, and not that wonderful place that you go to when you go to visit your family in Florida, but it focuses on a very poor guy whose name was Guts. He was abandoned at birth. His mother and the clan that he lived in was actually murdered by this mercenary gang, and it was like fresh after he was born, and one of the mercenaries, they actually happened to take pity on this little crying baby that they had just slain his mother. And they're like, well, we're not baby killers, we're just adult killers. So they took him up and raised him as their own, barely feeding him, barely being a parent, barely supplying him with only as much as he needs to survive and not much else. So he had to learn how to fend for himself. But once he got a little bit older, there was a lot of abuse that happened. He was being sold off for very unspeakable things. So he had to face... Oh, thank God. Is it over?
All right. And, you did it. Barely. Just barely.
What do you mean barely? I thought I nailed it.
I know. You think a lot of things, brother man.
What was I supposed to talk about? That was anime.
Hey, does anybody remember that recently... and this is the thing. I don't remember if we talked about this on the show last week or not. Did we talk about Bob getting fired last week?
A little, I think, yeah.
I don't remember.
So Mr. Robert Garcia, who is the former executive director of The Strand... Oh, we did talk about this. We did talk about this last week. I'm sorry. The time blends together like you wouldn't believe. He was fired. Now, there was a post made by The Strand on Facebook, and I think they also sent it out as a email blast to their subscriber list there. So leaders of the Strand Center for the Arts have released a detailed explanation regarding the recent firing of Robert Garcia, who is the executive director, ED, and we made the erectile dysfunction joke.
Also known as Bob Garcia.
Executive disorder.
Bring back Bob. And bookkeeper Marilyn Dwyer. Garcia was fired on September 3rd, and what he said was a surprise to him. He felt that he was moving...
Oh, fuck, they're coming back.
He said he thought he was moving the Strand in the right direction by booking tribute bands, which brought in large crowds and generated positive feedback from the community. Now, if you ask this community, I have not said anything positive about the cover bands. I think they were corny AF, to put it lightly.
Wow, you said that in terms I understand.
Yes.
Finally.
But the board apparently felt otherwise, saying they had little, but they had said little regarding the situation until Friday afternoon. So, I am going to just read most of the statement. So,
we got to talk about.
They said that we at the Strand Center are fully aware of the gravity of the current situation and sincerely appreciate the public's patience awaiting our response to recent events. They're saying that they owe an apology to the public, and then they're saying, we are sorry. This year, the Strand Center was functioning without an approved budget or a shared vision due to inconsistent and faulty reporting. Additionally, in recent months, the Strand was overspending based on potential future income, an operational practice adopted by leadership there without communication to and approval of the board. So what they're saying is that they feel Rob thought that he was bringing in cover bands that were making money, and so that they could go forward using some past successful events to judge the income of future events, and this budget that he was acting on was his own projected financial situation, not the actual financial situation, and that was never approved by the board of directors.
Okay.
The board repeatedly tried to intervene, but they were met with opposition. Given the history of management turnover, we gave management another chance, and that's saying that they have not been able to have a steady manager there for about a decade or longer.
Oh, yeah, it's been a super long time. It's been a kerfuffle for a very long time.
So they said they were finding financial anomalies. Basically, he said he is he is going
Scandalous.
down in flames, saying I was bringing in money, 3,500 tickets sold for this fucking or some, like just saying like 350 people came to go see the Eagles tribute or some shit.
Okay.
And so like let's say they're paying top dollar $40 a seat. I believe was the top dollar seat. I think lowest tickets were about $20.
Matt, do we know what? Because I heard part of the controversy was like, what was he paying these tribute acts? I don't think it was true, but somebody threw $15,000 for a number.
$15,000 seems a lot. I could see them getting paid anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 though.
Yeah.
$5,000 is a max,
I'd say
right?
$5,000
Shouldn't be more than
max.
five.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be more than five.
I'd say between 3 and 5 because I mean, even us, I've booked some like smaller bands that have a $300 to $500 guarantee.
Because part of the thing that they put out was like, oh, we also have 20 shows booked that we can't really get out of the contract, so we're gonna lose money on all of these. And that was it.
Yes, they have 20 plus future shows. Projected result in continued future losses. They're saying these cover shows that Bob booked, they're stuck in a contract with. When you start a contract with these shows, if you bail, you still have to pay the artist.
Yeah.
So they expect to lose money. So they're saying, how do we move forward?
Well, are they canceling the shows?
They're not canceling the shows because
even though they're successful shows.
They'll lose money.
Strand
They get
is
paid
saying they're not-
regardless.
Bob is saying they were successful.
Okay.
The Strand is saying they were not.
Okay.
It's a he said, she said.
But like there was like numbers released or something. There was like some numbers that they got released. They were like, oh, these actually were way more expensive. We were losing way more money, and they were hiding these. Or some
I haven't
shit.
seen any figures myself.
Yeah,
I haven't seen any of those.
But however, they have a new campaign. It's called SOS.
Oh, yeah.
Save Our Strand.
I don't like it.
The board and staff
I
have
don't like
expressed how much
Continue.
we want, or they want, the Strand to continue providing such great outreach and services to the community. So our desire is to stave our is to stave off our stand. Is to save our Strand, and that's where you, in all caps, come in. We need the public support now more than ever. Now you might think, how is this any different than TRASHburgh asking you for money? Well, we
Not at
actually
all.
represent you.
Yeah.
I don't know so much about
No. I remember like a long time ago, like trying to get in and having art shows and stuff like that at the cultural center, and like they first off, even walking in there, some of the women looked at me like I had like 5 heads. But I don't know. I always felt like very disconnected from those people. Like they're definitely like yuppies. Is that just me?
No, that was a direct criticism that Robert Garcia gave. He goes, look, like this is all you, all your buddies who live on the lake, you and your board, and the friends of the board.
Yeah.
However,
how long ago was it that the Strand used? How long ago was it that the Strand used to have like movies?
It was in
and
the
stuff?
90s.
That was in the 90s.
What was it? 2003, I think it was.
Yeah.
I was able to. On 2003 was the first time I've ever seen House of a Thousand Corpses. Is the first time I saw it. Yeah, at the Strand. So basically, whenever that came out, was when they were doing it.
That movie fucked me up.
Oh, that was awesome. I loved it.
I saw it right before I went to go play my first show ever, like as a teen. And I just shook up, and now I got to go like perform in front of people for the first time ever.
Keane's really scared of that movie. He showed it to me for the first time, and he's like, "This movie really fucks me up, dude."
Yeah.
But I didn't think it was that scary.
I mean, I was like 13. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Was it the Rob Zombie, the Devil's Rejects?
Yes, that's part 2.
That's a
sequel.
Part 3.
Part 3 is also
Yeah, part 3 is coming out soon if it's not out already. Anyway, the Strand exists to serve the greater community. It will now take a community to come together to help move the organization forward. The Strand is a space designed to serve all of us, those who live, work, and play in our region. Those who fuck in our region.
Shit, spit,
and
lick.
those about to fuck, we salute you.
Those babies being born, those people dying.
And
we're
they're
serving.
saying, I'm sorry, let me just finish. We are asking for your help. The statement was not signed. They did not put their names on the statement. And that was another criticism I saw online.
For help. It's
like
an
who wrote it? It's like who wrote it?
Yeah, who did write it?
So they did not sign it. But the board of members, the board members include President Courtney Chandler DeLaura, Vice President Alice Schoenbeck, Secretary Thomas McNichols, and Treasurer John Zielinski.
And that's
The guy
board.
sounds
And that's the board.
suspicious.
I'm assuming they wrote it.
Okay.
And I do have a list of their addresses and their
No,
work
JK.
schedules that if you contribute to the TRASHburgh Patreon, I'll send those to you right away.
You know, when I went to
That's
go,
a dark joke. I'm sorry.
I went and saw when they had the organist, and he did
You mean the
live.
pianist?
No, he was an organist.
I'm sorry, I tried to say
And
that.
he did the live.
It was
thing
Metropolis,
to-
right?
Yeah, it was Metropolis. That was fucking dope.
They did a silent version of Metropolis
Holy
with a live
shit.
organist.
Yeah, it was so good, and
they have I think they have a very antique pipe organ inside of there, right?
Yeah, and I guess it's extremely rare because of the amount of instruments that it has attached to it.
So you're saying the Strand could have dope ass shit, but
Oh
they
my
just
God. And it
are
has in the
not.
past. It has
Yeah,
in the
yeah, yeah.
past.
But they can, but they're just not doing that.
I
Like
think
they have the
they're
wrong
not.
people
Yeah.
pulling the strings. They just need
Yes.
people with some sort of idea what's.
I feel like the board
smart.
is made up of people who are completely out of touch.
Yeah, yeah.
And I feel
I get
like Robert had he was like, if anything, he was like, he specifically mentioned reaching out to
Hey,
more
we're
blue
hating all
collar
this shit all
people.
the time. We're like another cover band, you fucking losers.
Oh man, I can't wait to go see the
no.
singer from Creed on Friday night.
Yeah.
But you're like, but you could be like, it's good for business. Like people see it, and it's good for the bars, and it's good for the bartenders, But it's like, still, it's fucking lame for the scene.
Well, I think you can have a little bit of half
Step
and
it
half.
up.
Like,
Have
you
some
gotta-
original
You could have
shit.
some half and half, but
you
they,
got-
they almost they told me in a Facebook debate I had with them. And again, I don't know who's running their social media. They didn't. I was putting my name on there, bitch. But they told me that they're not equipped to book local bands, and they said, oh, we don't have a full backline for local bands.
Even forget local
That
bands.
is that's
even
a fucking
forget that,
stupid
dude.
excuse.
yeah.
You don't have a full backline to book a local band.
Even
You
forget
have to
local
bring your own
bands. How
beer,
about
you
any
cuck.
good other bands? How about any
everyone
good
bring-
comics? Any good comics from the city for $5,000, whatever you're offering, you get some dope ass comics. They'll do like 5 shows.
You could bring all sorts of art.
4 shows. You could do 2 on
We've
Saturday.
seen some amazing comedians just at the Vermont Comedy Club
Yeah,
in Burlington.
how much more can they offer than $5,000 or whatever? They're giving the Eagles band for 1 show. It's like they'll do multiple shows for comics. You could
They're
make
not doing
Plattsburgh
anything for
a sick
original art,
comic
but they're especially not doing anything for local
spot.
art. You played in bands.
Absolutely.
Have you ever had a venue go, I'm sorry, you can't play here because we don't have a full backline for you?
Well, then I also just come up and be like, oh, good, I have my own PA system. I have my own equipment. We're all set. Just put me in there. We're fine. We don't.
They're
need
like, oh,
anything
we're working on buying drums
Yeah.
so we
Yeah.
can have a full backline.
Yeah,
It's
boom,
like,
I have drums too.
what
Here
the
you go.
fuck does
You're like,
that
all right,
is
give
such
me,
a
give
stupid
me
bullshit response.
a grand less for that penalty, and I'll put the show on. It's just as good.
You know, I think I could find a drum kit. This sounds insane, but I know at least one band that has their own drum kit.
Whoa. And their own
And then
photo
here's the other
photographer.
thing. You have your drum set.
They have their own photographer.
Do they
Wow.
Or he
do
has a
they
drum
think
set.
that all the like they're saying they can't book local bands because they're working on getting a backline and they don't have drums and stuff? What about the out of town bands they book?
No,
You know what I mean? It's like I don't. It's the most
instruments,
inane
like-
bullshit. So I guess I just want to say that Rob Garcia may have been doing some things in his mind to
Double
make
speak.
money for the Strand. Maybe he was making money. It was not supporting local
all-
arts.
that's all.
True.
That's two different
True.
things.
You can do both. You can support the
You can
town
do
by
both, but
trying
they
to build
won't.
up money in a sell your soul kind of way, and then also do the other thing, which is local arts or comedians and stuff where it's like original shit, not
As far as,
not
like-
copies.
Yeah, when we used to book shows at like Elm Street or something like that, we would make
You
sure
always
that,
gave me a full backline.
yes.
What is a
we
backline?
would
I'm
also-
not
you
a
know,
music.
If anyone doesn't know, backline is basically when the venue provides all the equipment for the band,
Yeah.
like the drums,
What?
guitar amps,
Guitars, dude?
Amps.
Oh,
Yeah.
amps. Okay.
amps.
People can like request special
Speaker.
amps that they like.
Yeah.
You know.
So
in
so
a
it,
contract.
complete and utter like bullshit excuse. But like so we always did a thing where we made sure that if we had like a certain bigger band that we knew would have a huge draw, like we would really push the donations, really know how much we were gonna make, and like really like that was gonna be like the egg that took care of maybe the rest of the month that would help other bands that maybe weren't going to like bring in so many donations. And like we just learned how to balance out like each show and each booking of like, okay, we know we're having this band, they always bring a shitload of people, so we know we're going to have a good amount of money.
Right. So
You know
some
what I mean?
shows
Yeah.
balance out the other shows that
Yeah.
aren't going to make as much money, so you
So-
can serve a wider audience, and not everything's
Exactly.
going to be making some dough. However, they were not able
No.
to even actually fulfill the contractual salary that they
Did they break even
Garcia on for? Is that right? Did I read that in his?
I think I read that too.
That they were having trouble meeting
week.
his salary payment.
He had like there's relatively modest, like 45,000 a year, and they couldn't even pay that.
So, and I also have heard from people who are former board members that months ago, I would say maybe in January or December, November last year, November, December, or January of this year. So, but over the winter, they actually were not making their marks. Financial wise, and they asked the board members themselves to pay out of pocket to fill in the gap.
Jesus.
For that quarter.
Oh my God.
So it's like, they're not and now they're asking us to pay for them, and what I want to say to them is like, hey man, I got some money I could give you, but like, what have you done for local artists to make me believe that you will use that money for anything other than bringing in like the corniest fucking bullshit I've ever seen?
Oh, for real. And I feel like I just like they've been asking for money for decades.
And Andrew, what were you trying to say earlier?
Come see a guy who's got plastic surgery to look like some other guy.
There's
man, I wonder how I did that.
As far as like on the price and tech side of a band supplying their own gear, like, dude, there's never been like a cheaper time for musicians to have access to the instruments.
Everybody's got their own shit. Like, he's like, do you know somebody's got a speaker? It's like, yeah.
And the real issue is the sound system. The Strand has its own sound system,
Yes.
and they
You
have
get a
people that
couple
run
monitors.
it.
Yeah.
And if it wouldn't be no thing to take like $200 and hire an engineer for the night. Like,
Literally.
if you didn't have that person,
Hell,
like,
they
it's
already
so
do that.
simple.
They
They do that with Jamie Durvage.
Durvage, yeah.
$250.
Anyway, we could bitch about this all night, but my point is, the Strand is asking you,
It's for sale.
the public, for money if you want to save the
Or
Strand.
buy it.
I
You
have
can
one
buy
more
the
thing to
Strand if
say.
you're
Please.
rich enough.
Not only local music, but local artists.
Yeah.
There is nowhere for them to display their art.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
They got the whole art
What do you
part.
think of the juried shows they have there?
If you want to pay $40 to get in, cool, but it's no guarantee that your work is going to get accepted.
So you have to pay to even offer your work up for the show. You might not get in.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
Wow, what a dream.
See?
positive
See?
that
I'm
it's
saying
not-
Trashburgh
Will you
Comics.
shit on my face and also
Trashburgh-
kick me in the balls?
It's not even a refundable.
Trashburgh
Like,
Comics. Submit for free.
Personal anecdote: I paid to put 3 pieces in a show. I think a year ago. Maybe?
Yeah, one of the juried shows, I think, right?
2 pieces got in. The third didn't get accepted. So like that sucks. But if you're paying that, you should get in.
$40?
So
Holy shit.
Right, they should just, all they're doing is putting a fucking painting on the
Like-
wall for people to look
They're
at. Like, that
charging
shouldn't be a thing that
rent.
you restrict local artists from, especially if they have the work to show.
It's
like
as if like
it's
it's
not
such,
even guaranteed that you're a local artist either.
Oh, that's true.
You can just be like, oh, I'm going to put my art in the show, and like,
And it's
oh,
also-
it's esteemed enough that it'll
Ugh.
get in.
It's
And,
operating
like,
under the
it's
assumption-
a 6x4 piece, and they're like, I don't mean to rant.
it's as if people are breaking down the door to
it
get in there
stinks,
too.
so-
What you did at the Ball Stats, I like that much better.
Thank you.
Yeah, there are other people filling in the blanks.
If you don't know, I put on a pop-up art show, mixed drinks and mixed media. If you want to put your art in,
Hell
hit
yeah.
me up.
City Well, right?
Chris
Yeah, it's a
Petrushoon,
good spot.
Chris
City
Hartspun
Well,
on
baby.
Facebook.
City
Just
Well.
message me.
Upstairs,
Yeah,
baby.
baby.
Upstairs,
In the art
baby.
show.
We all stare,
It's-
baby.
Almost
I love
free.
Steely Dan.
Like if you want to put in a piece of art, it's $1 a piece. So
Hell yeah.
just do it. I
Wow,
want
it
you
sounds
in
like
there.
you're trying to do something that will elevate local artists.
Yeah. I want
And do
local
artists ever like sell their pieces at those shows?
Yes. they
Wow, it's
sell
an
them.
opportunity for artists to make some money.
But how
Look,
much?
Wow, that
do you
sounds like you're
charge
really
them?
supporting them.
I don't charge them
$1.
shit,
It's
brother.
$1.
Yeah. You want to show your
Is it
art
Yes, it's
and
$1.
possibly
$1.
sell
It's $1
it.
$1
put
to
your
get in.
piece the
T
show.
well
You sell it full price.
in
We
the
don't
next
take
month.
any profit.
Wow.
It's
Sell
all
your
for you,
art
baby.
if you're talented.
Wow.
$1 is way better
Yeah.
than
Hey,
35 or several
look
million.
us up. Mixed Drinks and Mixed Media on Facebook.
Just ask
The next
Simon.
show
So
is going to
somebody
be
might-
September 28th.
Somebody might show up and they'd be like, "Oh, I like your artwork. Can I buy it?" To somebody
Yeah.
if they just submit their stuff. Hey,
And that happens.
that happens.
It's happened
Happens
every
all
time.
And so,
time,
and
people.
Ron is saying this in the comments, and so part of the reason that we are pissed is because even the mission statement and a lot of what their grant funding is based on is being a local arts advocacy group. Like it's a local art center. So when you're not doing anything for
Were they
local
local
artists or local art,
cover
like you're
bands?
not fulfilling your end of the deal. And they're getting a lot of tax money. They're getting a lot of grant money, and a lot of those grants actually now because there's no one to execute the grants. Like I don't really know what the term is, but you know, someone has to be on point for being. If I give a grant to a not-for-profit organization, there's someone who's in charge of seeing that through. when
Like
they're
an auditor?
losing their staffing, that means their point person for that grant is gone, and they are in jeopardy of losing the grants. Which is why they're putting this appeal out, because even any money they had actually coming in through grants and stuff is now in jeopardy. I don't think that it's a paid position. Okay. Don't break that. It's an old chair.
Got
You
your
really
salad.
give a fuck about it. Anyway, does anybody else want to bitch any more about the Strand, or should we move on?
Can you just give me like the 2 or 3 bottom lines about this article? Is they're asking for money because
The bottom line is
weird, bad.
The bottom line
situations,
is
right?
Robert Garcia says he was making money. The Strand says we feel differently. They feel that he was not making money, that he did make money for a time, but that he was trying to say because some shows were good, all the shows will be good.
Okay.
Well, he admitted in his tell-all interview with I think with Benny Dubs at the Press Republican is that other shows didn't do so hot, and that's when the board stepped in and said, "Hey man, like we're trying to give you a chance, but you're not working with us in the way we want you to, and you're not guaranteeing." That these shows are going to make money. You're going off projected financials.
Yeah, and that is scary.
But he contests that they were successful.
solid.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't have their books,
Yeah.
and the bookkeeper also resigned,
Yeah.
which makes me think there's something fishy going on.
Hey, man.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Did we actually? Did we talk about?
I'm ready to move on.
But the last part is
real
yes?
question: if you ran the Strand, right?
Okay.
If you got Robert Garcia, in people's fantasy land, if that was a good thing, would it be dope, or would you go for like these kind of like financially possibly stable?
I would do a mix.
Yeah, you got to do a mix.
Yeah, I would realize that some people want to see some people want to see certain types of art. Some people want to see different. I'm not saying that like a Bruce Springsteen tribute isn't art. I guess it's a tribute to the art of Bruce Springsteen. I love Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
However, I would not say that my mission is to support local arts and then never do that.
Yeah.
If I gotta do a fucking cover band show to make some money, I'm in a cover band to make money. I understand how that works.
Yeah.
I do that on the side though. That's not I don't do that only and then act like I'm like some fucking savior to the art scene.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, did we actually talk about Bring Back Bob?
Oh yeah, let me mention that real quick. And so the bottom line is, again, real quick, because they're not making money, the Strand is asking you, the community, for money. So if you do want the Strand to stick around, that's your choice. Give them some money. But there was also, so they posted this on Facebook, and in the comments, Robert Garcia commented,
"Oh my God,
bring back Bob."
What? He started his own hashtag?
And then
It just said Bring Back
It
Bob.
just said bring back Bob.
Yeah.
And then like a fucking 45 minutes later, he was like, "That wasn't me. Someone grabbed my phone."
Yeah, that was me.
Like literally the defense you use when you ask a girl out on AIM when you're in middle school, and she says no, and you're like, "Oh, sorry, that was actually my friend on my computer."
My
Like,
friend
it's the
was
exact
just
same
joking.
defense.
Dude, I wonder if
Yeah.
he had like a burner account. He got busted. He's like, "Oh, I thought it was my fake account." Shit.
Yeah, I thought he was posting under some other page, but he didn't know how.
That's what I thought too.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, he
Yeah,
and
all
then
Plattsburgh
I even
rumors.
commented. I was like, "Bob, someone hacked your account," and he's like, "No, someone grabbed my phone."
Out of anger, someone grabbed my phone.
Oh
and
yeah, someone
posted
grabbed
that.
my phone out of anger.
Indignation on
Okay.
my part.
Out of anger.
Yeah,
What?
his name was his
What?
initials were
Yanked his phone
BG.
right out of his
Out of
Yes,
anger.
And what was the quote? Never grab a phone out of anger. That's the lesson learned.
I heard that's why he got fired. He grabbed the phone out of anger.
So anyway, moving on from the Strand, and this was mentioned last night during our preview stream. They're like, I think it was Tony who said, "Well, there's nothing in the news this week except for vaping."
Yeah, true.
This is the global news. We're doing trending.
No,
track?
I'm saying like local news.
Local
in the
vaping.
Press Republican this week.
The preview.
5 different pieces about vaping.
No fucking way.
Evans.
5.
Yo, you didn't hear vaping's canceled, bro. Vaping's
There's
canceled.
like a vaping special. So
Vape
I think there have been 6 countrywide, nationwide,
Underrated
6
comment.
reported deaths that they think are linked to vaping. Is that what I'm getting?
6 whole deaths. Compared to the hundreds of thousands of
the
smoke.
black market type ones, which the flavoring is what's killing people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
So they just have no idea what the ingredients are.
Yeah, it's added chemical because
So
it's like people who were inhaling essential oils out of those
Jesus,
like
that'll
vape
fuck you
things.
up.
You can't mess
They were
with
dying the
essential
same
oils.
way. That's basically what it is.
You
But
really
then
can't
they
mess
never
with
say
it.
how much they use. They never say like if they were doing anything prior. They never say like
They wouldn't.
the quantity. You know what I mean? Like if somebody's just inhaling it 24/7. for like a year straight, you know what I mean, and doing nothing else. You know, maybe there's problems, but then they don't say what it is. They just say they had it, and that was
crazy.
Sometimes there's customers at the co-op that insist on purchasing essential oils and telling us that they're going to ingest them in some ways, and they're like, we just kind of have to be like, no, I don't think you should do that, but it's ultimately their choice. You know what I mean?
I always say, let me know if you need a hand, buddy. I'll hold your fucking throat open.
So are we all on the same page that it's been like user error or improper use?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Can I say one thing? I don't know if we're just doing
Please.
kind of like political type things, but ever since
Go off.
Trump's involvement of this
Go
whole
off,
vape
King.
thing, all of a sudden, every tobacco industry's stock markets have went up a lot. So yeah, coincidence?
I think not.
I support it.
So like the
I
whole tobacco
support
thing
it.
was already in trouble, and now vaping
Cancel.
came in, and now vaping's gonna kill you because like 6 people died. Okay, wait a minute, that might be a little sketchy. I did see a thing on Facebook that was like 6 people died from vaping, so they try to ban it. But like, how many hundreds of people have died in like the past month because of mass shootings, and they still haven't banned guns?
Fucking it's guns don't kill people. Vapes
Video-
kill
yeah.
people.
video games do.
Oh yeah, video games and Marilyn Manson.
And rock and roll music and any other thing.
God damn it, Bobby, put down your damn vape.
You know, do you think...
Stop vaping for
Yeah.
5 minutes and
So
come help
he-
me in the garage.
I did think that was sketchy
Stop
as fuck.
whacking
that
off in my
there's-
garage.
Do you think
What the
that,
hell
like...
is a
oh, sorry.
Juul?
Okay, Dad.
Okay, Dad.
That's my purse. I don't know you.
Do you guys think this is this is kind of just like a yes or no thing? I'm just confirming a suspicion I have. Do you think that like heavy metal and rock music and video games were targeted specifically by those politicians because it was like the things that people that they already thought like them, like parents, were already not in favor of?
Oh, I don't know. That's such
I
a
don't
can
know.
of worms.
Yeah, it's a huge
I mean, it's been a
worms.
problem since the
But I feel-
early '80s.
I feel like the politicians. It's just like how Trump like tried to like identify people that supported him and then just played to them,
Well-
like a comedian playing to the back of the room.
I mean, yeah, they're definitely playing to like those idiots, but like there's
Wow.
been there's always well, no, there are idiots. They're I think you're an idiot if you're steered by your fear and not by like your
Steered for Fear is my favorite band.
Steered by fear, but
My favorite country.
I feel
music.
like
Cheers for Fears.
I feel like even back in like when was it? Was it the mid '50s? When did rock and roll music like really start to blow up and like all the parents?
mid '50s.
Yeah,
Well, I was born in
and all the
1994.
parents were starting to get like really
Like
freaked out.
people got freaked out by like Elvis gyrating his hips on TV.
And it's because one of the arguments I heard was that it was
he's doing a very
so one of the-
amorous thrust.
One of the things that I had
like a
heard
jungle
about
beast.
rock and roll
Gyrating
music
his
was that
hips
it
like-
energizes the like counterculture, like the youth culture, and like they don't want them to do that. And I don't know if it's a conspiracy theory or
No,
if it's real or
it's
not,
true.
but
And
they
the
don't-
CIA has been. I think it was in Cuba. They were trying to actually like use hip hop music to incite an overthrow of the government. Like it is. I mean, certain types of youth music, it is kind of proven that it does motivate people. If you look at any major religion or any major like civilization through the past that has any sort of religious or like cultural ceremonies, they're always using music as a way to bring people together to perform big actions.
Yeah.
That's like a thing. It's like rhythm. Like we're without whether it's like something intrinsic to our DNA or whatever, we are drawn to that, and it does make us do shit.
Absolutely. And that was
Some of
like
those that
why
work
you have
forces.
the whole idea of like the conspiracy. They're not even conspiracy, but of like larger record companies putting out all the pop music that's just like just do drugs and who fucking cares and like just party all the time and whatever.
What I don't like is
remember
just
my
rap music.
I remember my dad specifically telling me he's like they're doing that just because they want you to be like drugged up and drunk all the time so you can't like kill your government. And I'm
Shut
just
up,
like,
Dad. I'm
what,
drunk.
Dad?
Fuck whoever I want.
I have a hangover, Dad. Shut up.
Well, let me get into this real quick. So, the first article by Mickey D is called "It Was Vaping That Saved My Life."
Are they all written by Mickey D?
I hope so.
How much was she paid by Big Tobacco for this?
funny. She's
Or no, she
her-
wasn't.
Oh no!
So-
Yeah,
So
flip
was
that.
Tobacco ever trying to pivot into
Strike that.
vaping?
Yeah.
Probably.
Like it seemed maybe
Yeah.
they just didn't.
Some
do it
are,
fast
yeah.
enough. It seemed like that's what they should.
Who
have done
owns
if they're having
Juul? Is it not
just
Philip
seems like
Morris?
Okay,
It's
we're
easier-
gonna do the vape now.
It seems like it's easier to produce like a vape juice than it is to produce cigarettes.
Right.
That would
And
make
it wasn't strictly
the
manufacturing.
It wasn't the cigarette company that was actually going up. It was actually tobacco itself. The tobacco company making it that actually grows tobacco stock went up, not the actual cigarette company.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that's what went up.
But so New York State Vape Association co-founder and board president Michael Frenier,
That exists?
who's also the Plattsburgh. He's the owner of Plattsburgh-based MT Vapes with his son Tyler. He said that he fought the battle against cigarette smoking firsthand. He once tried. He was once tied to cigarettes.
The owner saved his life. The owner of this company.
He's saying that vaping saved his life. He
The
was
owner,
smoking,
the owner, there was a
he was
company.
smoking between 3 to 5 packs a day.
What?
But in 2011,
so many.
What do you mean between 3 and 5? That's a big range. It's like
First up, I
it's
thought
40
two-
cigarettes.
I thought like
Yeah.
2 packs a day was
Like, you've
like
gotta be aggressively
the
smoking.
extreme.
Wow.
right?
Make
Well,
them burn faster.
in 2011, he decided to start puffing on an e-cig instead.
So he's like asleep and like is smoking a cigarette, like just hanging out.
He smoked 120 cigarettes in a day.
He's saying that he got hooked on vaping and it saved his life. He stopped. He stopped.
Will Chamberlain numbers.
He stopped doing it.
Now he just rips fat clouds 24 hours a day.
Yeah. Now he did form.
The first popcorn lung.
He founded the New York State Vape Association.
Oh.
Hey, thanks, Tisha.
Tisha.
He's saying, there's who's this other person here?
Vaping is sick, bro.
It's Ward,
All right.
Ward
Let's
6
get
Pete.
comments
That's
here.
$5.
What was his name? I can't remember the guy's name now. Michael Frenier. Has anybody seen the Plattsburgh Vape Company? I think they're right on Bridge Street.
Yeah, it's the worst
Boy,
place
have
I've ever been in my
His name
life.
is Earl Dahl.
Slander.
So Dahl is quoted here as saying, there are a lot of vapors around Plattsburgh, but I think there's also about 10 times the amounts of cigarette users as well. I like how he calls them cigarette users.
Abusers?
He says, as of Wednesday, November 13th, New York's minimum age for all tobacco sales will be raised from 18 to 21. Frenier, who said his shop scans IDs for all sales, they expect to see a minimal drop in business. It's going to have an effect on everybody's vape shops. For us, 90% of our sales are over the age of 21, so it won't be too significant. Still, Frenier suspected that nicotine addictions would point the young adult users towards the black market. All they're doing is preventing the sale. The use is not going to stop. And who is buying black market vape? Do they just mean like your buddy's buying it for you?
No,
I don't know, man.
Okay, so
Yeah.
there's these like cartridges that are going around, and they're just like either in like a cardboard box or something like that, and you just buy them. But they're going to be like kind of glass tubes.
Weird.
With the actual like nozzle actually right on that, and then that's pretty much what the black market stuff is. But not all of them actually are. You know what I mean? There's only a few brands that might be are. I don't know what they are, but that's basically what they're talking about in terms of black market.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Is that where that one guy got his?
That's what I was thinking. So if you were to buy some, where would you?
Where would you get some?
So
I may be looking
Ben-
myself.
Those are like little
I
tiny.
hear
buggers.
people being like, "Yo, I gotta get cash to go get some more pods," and I'm like, "What the fuck that person just say?" Is that a jewel thing?
That's what
I
I
thought
do.
pods were the little refill things for jewels.
That's what I do
Okay,
my
so that
laundry
is what
with.
it is. I know.
So anyway, the Teen Vaping Prevention, a focus group for local groups. Wait, what the fuck?
Focus
Teen
group for
Vaping
local
Prevention. I'm sorry. I've been doing this for too long today.
About 10
Golden
hours.
strong.
Or 12
Teen
hours.
Vaping Prevention, a focus for local groups. So it may seem like, quote, everyone's doing it, but there is reason to believe that vaping is more harmful than experts originally thought. That's why in recent years, Nicole Christensen, the prevention director at the CVFC, which is the Champlain Valley Family Center, and Daniel O'Mara, the community engagement program coordinator for a tobacco-free Clinton County, Clinton, Franklin, Essex counties, they've incorporated vaping education into the prevention programs that are involved in the North Country. So there's some of the people who do stuff like I think this is very similar to the what's the tobacco-free? Well, you know, tobacco-free Clinton County. Have you guys heard of that?
I've heard of
Yes.
Yeah, so they're basically, they focus largely on big tobacco and cigarette use, especially amongst teens. They do things like talk about how how a lot of movies marketed towards teens will have instances of smoking, and that they think that has a psychological effect on youth. Things like that, or they'll talk about statistics and all that sorts of shit. And
smoking does look cool though, like on film.
It looks
no
cool,
doubt,
and
you
it
can't
makes me
deny
horny.
It looks
makes a
cool.
mood.
It really
but
does.
They're not just talking about smoking
Fake
anymore.
mood.
They're also including vaping. Those look like illegal drugs.
All right, I want to take a peek.
Maybe
we can
yours,
do
you
the,
can find them on
illegal drug cam. Wow, those are rough.
What are those?
They're like
those are
torpedoes
illegal
for your health.
Wow.
Kill you.
Would you put that inside you?
Yeah,
I
you put it in your butt. So that's from Benny Dubs. Now they're just talking about what they're doing. Now there's another article here, 3 of 5, which is vaping is rampant in area schools. They're saying that over the last year in Saranac High School, the principal is saying that.
Hey, I went there
that
too.
Vaping. Now, how much
You
did
too.
You guys all went there. How much did you vape?
Probably not a lot.
I
It's
didn't see
wild,
anybody
yeah.
vaping my entire time
Yo,
there.
Matt, you heard that they took off the doors like it's a fucking retro. They knocked off doors in these elementary schools because they're vaping so much.
You
They don't have
been to elementary
bathroom
school
doors.
usually?
Yeah, I heard about this. I forget which
If
school.
anybody doesn't know, in retro live, they took the doors off the bathroom stalls.
What?
Why? How?
Too much
What?
cocaine.
Too much
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, is retro
Also,
still
green
around?
room. Also, every bar, pretty much. I mean, Ridley's does have one, but green room, no, it's all exposed. Like if you shit in the upstairs bathroom, you're basically anyone can just see you.
What?
And also, if you piss too, it's weirdly.
Oh, there's still the
bathroom
dividers?
upstairs is a weird mirror.
Yeah.
Like if you're pissing, your dick is exposed. It's a weird situation.
Your dick is exposed.
The upstairs bathroom, your dick is exposed. And two, if you sit on the toilet, if you shit, yes, sir, yeah.
The first time I ever witnessed vaping in person was about a year and a half ago when I was in accounting at Clinton Community, and I showed up to class and I was absent like the class before, the week before or whatever, and the kid next to me like pulled out what I thought was a USB stick and took a huge drag and let
Hey, thank you, Krish.
Thank you.
Hey, Chris.
Hey.
He let out a huge cloud.
Oh my god.
And I was like,
right next to you?
yeah, right next
Indoors?
to me. It was like like a science lab table.
Yeah.
Like only 2 people can sit at it.
Like the black table or like coating on
It
top.
had like the wood top.
Yeah.
Fake wood
okay.
top.
Oh my god.
So he lets out a huge vape cloud, and I'm like, what the fuck? And he's like,
Disorienting.
and he's like,
Could you imagine the first person who like thought of vaping?
also,
Thank you, Ashley.
No, but he's like, so you know we got a test today, right? And I was like, what? And I thought it was a horrific fever dream, but it was reality.
Did you ask him what it was?
Yeah.
What
And
the fuck is
He
that?
was like, I don't know. Like,
I don't know what Drake gave it to me.
he was also the same kid that was like missing class a bunch because he was playing Fortnite.
Oh,
And we were both in
no.
the front row, and I was like, what?
This kid's a walking meme.
A man after my own heart.
He was. I was.
Was he 14?
I don't
So-
know.
All right. Well, let me go on here.
Wait, all right.
The
Go
principal
on, King.
at Saranac High School is saying that they don't see it as being limited to any particular socioeconomic group or clique.
No.
He's
I
saying
think it
it's
transcends that.
not just
Yeah.
the poor kids anymore who are doing bad stuff.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What?
I'd like to know what the.
No,
Okay.
that's me. That's
Even
my own-
the innocent
that's my own
whites.
editorial
Is that Michael
section.
Parks? Is he still the principal?
No, it's Stephen Grenville.
Vaping is one of those
I
things
don't know
that
who that is.
transcends all
He's the principal.
socioeconomic
Hey, fucker, but
boundaries.
I don't know who that is.
Really? You don't know who the
Rice
principal at Saranac High School is?
No, I don't.
You know the current principal?
You don't ever pick your
Who
girlfriend
the
up from high school?
fuck do you think
I
you
used
are?
to, but
Comment.
She
So
graduated.
at Peru Central School District, the superintendent, Dr. Thomas Palmer, he
Super Nintendo Chalmers.
he echoed that statement. He goes, "I think it's just a cultural acceptance piece right now. It's not
Yeah.
really tightly wound by one part of your student population." And what it is normally. They're saying that maybe sometimes you might think certain types of kids might be the troublemakers, the kids doing illegal stuff. And they're saying everybody
No, it's
vapes.
everybody.
Everybody vapes.
Here's the
Everybody
thing. Like,
vapes.
I also
Everybody.
I also work at Olive Ridley, so there's a no vaping policy. So when there's twofers and there's college kids, like that's the biggest problem. Besides people fighting and shit, it's like vaping. So and they're all so sneaky. Like they're doing like
I
this.
hate that shit.
Yeah.
So
So-
do that around me sometimes. They're like, "I can't vape in here, right?" I'm like, "No, you really shouldn't." They're like, "Okay."
So it's super. It's like I honestly don't give a shit. But I've also told them not to do it once. So when you do it again, that's like disrespectful.
Yeah,
then you have to
get
throw
the
them
one.
out.
Yeah.
But you see that a lot. So I can imagine that in school.
Get choked out.
Yeah, imagine you're a teacher though. You're a teacher in high school, and the kids are just doing that. They're like, I'm not smoking. You're like,
You
I
got to,
fucking know you are,
Why
motherfucker.
does it smell like grapes in here now?
Yeah. Where's the cloud I just saw emit from your desk?
Well, that's the thing with at the schools. You know what I mean? There's no smelling. You know what I mean? There's no. You know what I mean? Like, well, like,
smell,
well, no,
but-
like, well, marijuana and everything.
Oh,
like
yeah,
that,
that's
you know what I mean?
very
Like,
loud.
So this
Yeah,
is all
yeah.
like
It's a little more
THC based,
discreet,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
It's not just the nicotine. You know, this is the THC cartridges.
True,
so they're
true.
getting high, like actually, like in
Oh,
school, but
yeah.
you can't smell it. You know what I mean? Like, I mean,
Damn.
Well-
you probably have some type of thing.
Here's the
but-
thing.
Well,
They're in Saranac and some of the other schools. They're installing vapor detectors.
Wow.
What? So like a little mist of air goes up in the air, and then it's gonna go off.
It's
wash your hands, you're fucked.
It will flag what the substance was that tripped it and
Oh,
when
that's
it was
cool.
tripped.
It's
Kinda
like a picture of you shitting.
CO2 kind of a thing.
Do not do
That's
while
crazy.
Do you think
Dude,
vaping
that's
is
cool.
After the
doing-
newest textbooks.
Do you
That's-
think- oh, go ahead, Andrew.
That's wild. It's a crazy time to be alive. Crazy
Yeah.
time to be a kid.
It's also really fucking upsetting because our school, they cut funding to like all of the arts programs.
Yeah, we don't
So we
have, like,
couldn't fund
music.
shit.
But they're gonna have vape detectors.
We got
So yeah, but they're like, oh,
vape
let's put a
police
vape
station.
detector in every room.
It's like you're trying.
Holy
What was
shit.
it that one park somewhere?
Maria Leclerc says, "Don't fart."
A little mist.
What was it? There's like that park that like dropped its shitload of money to make that high pitched like alarm that only teenagers can hear to
Oh,
like
yeah.
deter them from hanging out at the park after hours.
That's fucking
And now
crazy.
you're like taking a school that has like so little funding
I
as it
hear
is, and you're putting in all these stupid ass like vape detectors. When like honestly, like kids are just gonna fucking do what like you
Yeah,
can't
you can't prevent it.
stop
Can't
it.
stop us.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think like
It's extra. It's
So,
enjoy my
I-
retirement.
yeah.
What is that?
No,
I need to say that what they're saying is they're seeing at least half of the students are not
vaping.
are not buying pre-made pods. Instead, they're either using other people's or
Other people's
they're
pods?
making their own homemade vape and e-juice.
What the
Yikes.
fuck? Don't
Wait,
do that.
You said 50%. 50% is making their own. You said what?
They're saying
They're buying them
that
both,
they know
you
that
know?
half of them are not buying it, which means that either other students are supplying it to them, or they've found it's common that students are making their own vape juice, or they also
That's
call
not
it
happening.
they also call it
Refilling it.
e-juice, which makes me seem like I'm in some weird fucking hacker movie
No,
for the
yeah.
future.
Yeah.
That's not happening. There's people buying it. They ask, "Do you buy it?"
He
They're like,
poked
"No."
the PC,
No, this
the
makes
hard
me
drive
think
full of
about it.
e-juice.
The
friends.
teens are all
Printer.
hopped up on e-juice.
E-juice.
Whoa, we gotta hack the mainframe.
It's the I-juice.
You gotta wonder if that's gonna be, you know, if people can just make their own and stuff like that. You know, maybe that's what's causing these deaths. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if people are trying to make their own and selling it,
There's
you
like a
know,
lot of
that's
shit I would
insane.
try to make
Yeah.
my own. I wouldn't even
Holy
try to make
shit.
kombucha by
I wouldn't
myself.
even trust
Yeah,
myself.
dude.
I'm not that good of
Yeah,
a chemist.
fucking
You just
e-juice.
I
refill.
don't even fucking whip my own crack anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my own meth. Fucking
Buy that shit
too
in
strong.
Bitcoin.
You see, it's not like back in the day when you could just steal your parents' cigarettes. Like your
Yeah.
parents aren't going to be smoking.
No,
cigarettes.
and it's
remember I
not
could get my-
2042 when
yeah.
you can just take your parents' e-juice.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like they're
Steal
still
my
like
dad's
in the
Juul
Middle Ages with
pods.
this whole thing. But you know
Your
how,
dad
like-
has to mark on the e-juice where it was last.
Kyle, I thought I told you.
So if there's like a millimeter
I'll just
less.
squirt some
Kyle,
water
quit
in there.
stealing
I'll
my
never
pods,
know.
little bitch.
Why was my
me, you'll
e-juice
get
frozen?
clapped. I don't know. Like I feel like vaping is going through the same thing that cigarette smoking was going through. It's like what was it like 5 or 6 years ago?
I think it's better though because it's
like
new.
five
It's
or,
I
that's
know-
what I'm literally
I mean,
saying. Like 5 or 6 years ago,
So
when
it's
vaping like
indoors.
first came out, it was like the safe way to like quit smoking cigarettes.
Yeah,
it
That's
doesn't
what people
have
said.
tar,
It was like blue
and
e-cigs.
like all of this. And now it's starting
No,
to
no.
be like, oh, some
It's
people
also
are starting
the
to get sick
indoors
from
way of
this.
smoking. Do you want to
Yeah.
smoke indoors?
Yeah, yeah,
Fucking-
yeah.
Just because it might be safer than some cigarettes,
Doesn't
people
mean
do
it.
act like it's good for you all the time in any
Yeah.
situation as much as
Yeah.
you want.
Yeah.
Medicinal.
Well, that's not
And
what
I-
we were saying.
And by the time the cigarette thing like really started getting big, of
White
like,
guy
oh
voice.
fuck, this is actually like giving people like pancreatic cancer and shit.
Yeah.
Now they're starting like, and so then big cigarettes like were made like to be held accountable because like, oh fuck, this stuff is actually really bad. So when vaping first came out, it was like, yeah, it's great. It like lowers your stress because that's what they said about cigarettes.
Lowers my sperm.
And it gets rid of your hysteria.
Thank you
or
very
whatever.
much.
And so now we're realizing, wait, vaping actually also isn't good. So
if I could give one more little story about vaping.
History of vape.
I told this about Kristen. Have you been waiting longer than I have been saying this dumb thing?
No, please
Okay,
let
I'm
Chris
sorry.
speak. God damn it!
I was. It's unfortunate he's not here anymore. But I was hanging out with Kian the other day, and Kian has two jewels that are almost identical. And one of them,
one for his mouth and the other one's for his butt.
for his butt, yes.
One for the low.
But like going along, I'm turning red too. Yikes! Like similarly to that, he has one that has your nicotine or whatever it is, and then he has another one for something else that people like to smoke.
Is it Jankum?
Yeah.
Yes.
He has his Jankum Jewel, and he was driving. We were driving around in his giant.
One for friends. One
I
for
hate the kids are making their own Jankum.
We were driving around in his giant Confederate flag truck, and
Supplied by other students.
he was making a left turn, and he like kind of didn't look, and he just reached for one of his jewels, and he. And then I just heard, fuck! And I was like, what? And then I smelled a familiar skunky scent, and I was like,
Was
what did
it
you
the
just
scent
do?
of Jankum?
It was a scent of Jacob, and he was just like, Jacob. And he was like...
Dude, Jakey
he's like-
makes the best Jankum. You're right.
He's like, I grabbed the wrong jewel. I was like, what the fuck? He's like, I'm going to be a little high.
It's okay. I only got to drive for 2 more hours.
2 more
I'm
hours.
better
anyway. I'm better when I'm home.
I'm better.
Kristen, what did you need to say?
Okay. Well, the other thing I was gonna add is like, okay, I read it on Reddit, but I clicked on the source. I didn't just read the headline.
Here we go.
okay?
Informed.
That
You saved
the
yourself.
cause was people adding a vitamin E. Source.
Yes, that's in here.
That is it in there?
What are they doing?
That was like you're not supposed to add that shit.
To what?
So if you're making your own vape
Is that
juice,
evil? Is that an
don't
evil
add
thing?
shit
That's a
that
bad
you
thing?
You're
Evil.
supposed to vape.
Don't inhale
And
oil.
that's
Why-
what's giving people like.
I just wanted to give them better skin.
Yeah, it's vitamin E acetate. It's not an
Vitamin E
approved
acetate.
additive, but almost
basing
all of the,
vitamins.
especially the cannabis oils, they have the vitamin E acetate in it, which you're not actually supposed to be using.
Well, why is it in there?
so
Why are they
like
doing
all
that?
of
It's
these,
probably
like,
a carrier oil that they use. They're probably,
all these
you know,
big name
cheaper.
vape companies are like, well, fuck, that's not what we're doing. Like, it's just people making their shit at home. That's getting
Yeah.
people.
Well, we'll find out. I do want to say
Regulated,
so.
say better.
No, that will bring chaos into our society.
No.
We can't handle that.
Like tomatoes, come on.
Only
Oh, man.
alcohol.
Can't wait till that's
So
banned.
we had one article, and thank you,
Organic
Linda.
tomatoes.
We had one article from Mackenzie Delisle. I forgot her name. We had one article from Ben Watson. This most recent one was Kara Chapman. Now Robin Caudell is here with her own vaping article.
Hey,
the headline
how
is
about
a reported history of vaping.
Was the name of this like release just like Vape Nation?
Yes.
Vapes are illegal now.
And basically, what she's just saying,
Illegal
like, hey, it
vapes.
looks like
Banned vapes.
that people who are having pulmonary illness, they're finding a link is vaping.
Whoa,
and I'm not going to go into that one. That's what we talked about. They're basically saying that there's a
correlation versus causation.
there's a yes. So the last one is actually by Joey LaFranca, and the headline is "It's here and it's a problem." He starts by saying vaping has emerged as a prominent tendency among today's youth. Basically, another article saying young people are vaping. Did we need 5 goddamn articles saying that young people are vaping and that vaping might hurt some people?
tendencies.
You couldn't
all
have written
I've
like
seen this
one?
in news,
It's a hot
local
topic.
and national.
There were
it's just
5
been, like,
articles.
vaping's
You had
sell hot
killing young
papers.
people.
They had 5 different reporters write about vaping in Clinton County.
Look, I'm 64. I'm terrified of
In a
vaping.
week.
I need to buy some papers. I need to understand this. I need to talk with my other
no, if
old
you're
friends.
vaping, you don't need to use papers. It comes in like a
You still
plastic
need-
tube.
No,
You
no,
still
no,
gotta
my
buy
niece is
filters.
vaping,
Yeah,
and
you have
that
to
makes me
yell at your
uncomfortable.
grandchildren and your nieces and nephews. You have to yell at them
I know
because
it's
you
bad
have just
deep down, I
learned
just can't
how
tell why.
evil and deadly their advices
I need
are.
a
Also, maybe correct
legacy
me if I'm
media to
wrong,
tell me.
but vaping isn't just through liquids, right?
I think so.
What do you mean?
No, you could do herb too.
Oh no,
You
you're
can
thinking of
vaporize an
You can.
herb.
There's like a fucking Kian has one of these too.
Yeah,
It's you can put your weed or whatever in it, and then it like vaporizes it.
Well, it heats it to the degree that instead of like a smoke coming out of it, it turns into a vapor.
Oh.
The THC is extracted into the
But
air.
it's not through. It doesn't ignite it.
No.
So it doesn't become a. It's.
And here in the comments, we have Austin must be a beast with a laser pointer because Austin's been doing the handy
I've
cam
been
for
doing
so
this
long.
real world style
Your
queuing
arm
around
tired?
whoever's talking.
Austin's
This
arms
is
are
keeping
extremely
me
strong.
occupied.
Tired carrying
So I
the
mean,
show.
all right, I'm gonna just close
I don't
the
have a laser
books
pointer, I have
on
a fishing pole with a
vaping.
number
We have
one.
about
No more
1
vaping.
hour left of this
Wow.
12-hour live stream, and I can't believe it. I'm pretty tired, but I feel good.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm tired, but
Yeah,
yeah.
it doesn't show.
At one point, Justin,
down and he's not coming back.
Justin just said that I was asleep.
Yeah.
And I asked Austin, I'm like, why are they saying I was asleep? And he
I think I
he
said you were silent and motionless.
I think I must have just logged out for a little bit.
It happens a lot.
In World of Warcraft.
Ran out of E-juice.
Matt actually did fall asleep like an hour ago. This is just how he is.
Oh, wow.
Tonight.
I remember
Okay,
in my
sleep
world
walking,
in my,
sleep potting.
in my World of Warcraft days, you could manually mention that like you're away from keyboard, and it would just say it next to your name, so people wouldn't message you and be like, "Where the fuck are you?" But if you're also inactive for a certain amount of time, it just says AFK next to your name. So I feel like over my nameplate, just like Andrew AFK, just like sitting here. Like,
This can't be
What- are we
worse than
gonna
the
do-
24-hour one. That must have been.
So
I don't even want to
grueling.
think of that.
Oh, the 24-hour one was stupid.
Were you there? Were you part of that?
I
Not-
stopped in, but I was my
Holy
friendship with
shit.
Matt Hall was still nubile at that time, and I
weren't dead.
didn't have a very good place to be.
like
yeah.
6
Also, he
months
came in
ago.
with Kian, and Sam Egan was really rude to Kian. It was
Yeah,
really
it was.
awkward.
It was very funny.
Was?
And then, like,
He
since
was like,
then-
"Oh, is Key gonna like do this thing?" And it's like his
Oh, yeah,
name's
you call
not
him Key.
Kian. He's like, "Well, can I call him Key?" And it's like, "Well." He's like, I'm from gear, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, and then afterwards, Keegan just been
Say
like,
his
I
name
I
right.
didn't like that guy. He's
I think Sam was just feeling away. But so I want to touch on this, and they did not actually say who the article of this.
What?
I'm going to give a ha-ha react to this.
Oh,
This is
give
just,
it
is
to
it
him.
just an article that says "Bring Back Bob"?
No, the article is this is the headline. Press Republican, still the information king.
That's fake.
Oh, man.
That's fake.
Go
What
on.
was that print?
That is a
Go on,
parody.
King.
As a parody.
So the Press Republican is proud to declare that 75% of all adults in Clinton County are exposed to our print and or digital products.
That's too perfect.
They're
Wait.
exposed to them.
How
Three-
recent is this article?
This is from a couple days ago.
3/4
So-
of the population gets their info from Press Republic.
Decades ago, people who ran or worked for newspaper used to be asked about various forms of competition. Television and radio stations, newsletters, and various other media. How will newspapers survive competition? The newspaper's answer invariably was, we are the best equipped and best trained to gather and transmit information. We don't care what the method of delivery is. We can cope with the future evolution in delivery. The key is that we are experts and the most able to collect the information for whatever form of distribution people want. And so it was. This is actually how it's written.
Amazing.
It is written.
1984. What is this?
This is like
So let it be written.
The Press Republican had
State
and
media.
has more reporters who know more about what they are covering than any other medium.
It sounds like they're trying to preemptively shit on us before we're like we become the
Yep.
news.
Get ready to eat my balls, okay? Get ready to get down and suck on these.
He's literally Trump. Like we have the best. Everyone knows it. We have the most
everybody knows
qualified
the
people.
most.
We have the
put out
best-
the-
So it was.
We've got the
It'd be great if
best
they started a
information.
podcast. I want
Best
pre-
information
I want
you've
pre-
ever
I want a
heard.
pre-re podcast.
Pre-re-C.
You guys like information?
The pre-re-pod.
This is what's called hysterical bonding.
So, let me go on. The delivery system is indeed evolving. The 16 or so pages of newsprint still arrive 6 days a week, filled to the margins with complete, reliable news. More news than is delivered on TV, radio, weeklies, or even the latest innovation, the internet. Our reporters know what you need and value and devote their entire professional lives to telling you in a form you can understand and enjoy.
Do you feel like they're writing this for 80-year-old people?
I feel like they're writing this for themselves to make them feel like
Yeah,
they're not the Titanic
It
going
just
down.
feels like it's not towards.
I'm not confident 80-year-olds can read this in print.
They're saying their headline in this article is Press Republican is the information king. They're calling themselves the king.
It sounds like they're reaffirming their status as like good at propaganda. That's all I hear. Right
They're
now.
saying, but here's more. Let's face the facts.
Nothing fishy here.
As the new audience gets younger and perhaps more attuned to and absorbed by new electronic systems, the overall reliance on the printed newspaper, as historically conceived, has diminished. The Press Republican knows this. has known it since day one of the global introduction of imaginative electronics. What we have argued for years, that we were prepared to adapt to changes in delivery methods that could not dampen our commitment to gathering the most and best information, is now upon us. The daily newspaper is put onto fewer front porches these days. That is no surprise. What is also not a surprise is that the Press Republican now delivers news to more people than when the print newspaper was the dominant means of communicating news.
Shut the fuck
Our
up.
digital
That's not
audiences,
true. What do you mean? Hold on, break that down. What did they just say?
They're saying that now they're getting the news to even more people
Than before.
than before.
They're
saying, yep.
So through digital, they're getting more out.
Yeah, through their shitty digital site that's mostly ads, and it locks you out after you look at more than 4 pages.
Yeah, it doesn't work very well.
So paper going down is a good thing, they're saying.
They're
It's not a bad
tracking-
thing for the company.
They're tracking the IP addresses of everybody that shares an account.
Oh, yeah. That you can't just share it. Cause
Possibly. So, our digital audiences are increasing far faster than any decrease in newspaper sales. The 75% penetration mark is one to be proud of for sure. And I always
Slow down,
penetrate 100% of the time.
Why do they have to call it that? We gotta work on our penetration this month.
Can confirm.
Yeah, please chime in.
Okay, so I won't say where I work or anything like that unless everyone knows, but we stopped putting out flyers because nobody reads the paper. Like, we stopped.
People know where I work at. We stopped buying ads because nobody reads the paper. We stopped doing that because it was insanely expensive. And here's the thing: you can have all your shitty like pop-up like clickbait ads on your website, but when local businesses won't pay like $500 for a fucking quarter-page ad in your paper, where's all your ad revenue going to come from? How are you going to stay afloat? Anyway, think about it. 3 out of every 4 adults in our county rely on the information the Press Republican supplies. That is most impressive if we do say so ourselves. This is like me jerking myself off into my own mouth and then making you guys watch me snowball myself for eternity.
Is this good, Daddy?
And why do folks still depend so thoroughly on us? Because we still provide more information than any other organization. Information our subscribers in one form or another need and want. Here's parentheses. Would you have sat through days of a trial in which Gustavo Segundu Clerk of Beekmantown was eventually found guilty of murdering his grandmother last month? Yes. Not likely. This is written in the most insane, condescending tone.
Survey says you wouldn't have done that.
But you knew we would and would get all the details to you almost at once. We continue to provide precisely what we've been providing since the merger of the Press Republican and the Plattsburgh Republican since 1942. Only in forms that satisfy every delivery preference. Print, web, smartphone, social media. The key is
oral.
That's just print and web.
The key is,
not
and
a
here's what they're
different-
saying,
'cause
and
on
this
the
will be
phone.
this is where they're going to be eating their words in the near future. The key is that we have more information than anybody else, and we always will.
Holy shit!
Always. Damn.
This is insane.
This guy's coked up.
This is insane.
I'm typing a comment right here. I give a ha-ha, and I'm saying shots fired.
Oh my god, yes. I'm watching
6
you
paper.
do this.
We've always been, and we always will. Team Press Republican on through. Let's go.
I'm the best there ever was.
They're totally
and
having
the
a-
best there ever will
Oh
be.
my god. So this is insane. Okay, so I'm sorry. I cannot help but think that this has to do with everybody that, like we're kind of associated with, be it like the PCC or TRASHburgh or whatever, constantly calling out the Press Republican on their bullshit and their lack of journalism, their lack of investigation.
Yep.
And not only, so I'm not going to say it was only us, but I mean,
pay
like,
them more.
we got the strand shaking in their boots.
No,
and then-
there's a growing movement of more people online doing
Really-
this sort of stuff locally, like
Yeah.
talking about shit and taking it into their own hands.
And finally, like, calling out this fucking bullshit. And honestly, I think a lot of the shit with what's been going on with the DRI, like, and people finally seeing, like, how fucked the Press Republican is, like, this is their retaliation. Instead of trying to do better and holding themselves accountable, they're just gonna fucking, like, jack off in front of everybody. That's disgusting. Like, that's fucked up. Who the fuck wrote that Facebook post?
They don't sign it. They did not sign it.
What a bunch of stupid, shady-ass bitches.
It was the
Shots
V. It was the
fired.
V for Vendetta mask.
Damn. And like I was dead ass when I said earlier, it's like bringing up the thing about like if we become like legit like want to be like a news source for people, and they're like, well, what if people like what if they dig up like skidsy things that you did in your past? And it's like first off, like they can't even like do investigative anything themselves anyway.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm
hey
completely
man,
serious
thanks,
about
Frank.
that.
Thanks for liking the stream.
Yay! But it's like I'm totally serious. It's like they're incapable of doing research, and like they will get like handed like a press release.
You want them to catch like a pedophile red-handed once in a while and be like,
No.
whoa, they're
You know
fucking
what?
going
No,
after
no.
it.
If you continue to donate to TRASHburgh, I'm gonna start catfishing pedophiles myself.
He's gonna catch them, yeah. He'll bait
Also,
them in.
Can we just like reiterate? You have to pay to get their news.
Yeah.
They're acting like it's a public service.
charge per
Yeah,
paper.
and you can
and
just donate to
subscription.
us if you want to, or
So-
if you want to be a constant contributor.
Or you can listen to
find us on
Trashcast
Patreon.
where
Here's my
we
question
Cheaper
about-
than the
articles
Press
for free.
Republican.
What's
so
your question?
if they dump off like 20 issues at like Dunkin' Donuts, so they count that as 20.
I'm sure
20
they
souls.
do.
Waste
Because,
of paper, killing
it
the
just
trees.
feels- like I do this with the sun. It's like, oh, I'm just indirectly throwing this in the recycling bin.
Yeah,
you know, like I can deliver my paper wherever I want.
Yeah.
That doesn't prove people are using it.
The only time I look at the paper is like if I'm at like Bagel Pit in the morning and there's one on the table and I'm like
Yeah.
waiting for my food. I'll flip through it.
Yeah. I used to read Sun Community.
I just want the Sudoku and the word problems, to be
Yeah.
honest. Once, that's it.
Yeah.
Sun- the Sun is free,
That's what I
yes.
say. I only used to read the Sun.
I gotta know what
Don't
Mother
touch me.
Goose and Grimm are up to. That's what
I hate,
Yeah.
I hate the sun.
I need to read
Disappointed
Dilbert
also dropped
as an MRA.
Yeah.
That's right. As a true
man.
MAGA
Jesus
artist, I need
Christ.
to
I can't
know
believe
what
you
Scott
know that.
Adams thinks
Now
of
was that only
work.
on Facebook, or did they post that on like in the and did they print
No,
that
that was a
too?
real article. Oh, I don't know.
So what these journalists, when they wake up, do you think they're like, I got a story to uncover today? They're like, I got a story to do. I
I gotta type up the
So-
story.
yeah.
One I had like a baseline for
going
this.
on.
Diehard journalists, the
Oh,
So,
man.
you know,
well, so
it's
VPR
calling for them.
VPR actually a while ago, I think it was maybe 2 or 3 years ago, they did actual investigative journalism into the PCBs in a lot of local drinking well water. So they heard rumorings about people getting their well water tested and like bad shit was being discovered in their wells. And so like, wait a second. So they went out physically to these places, interviewed these people. Then they did a history of what used to be on these properties, what was near the property. And then
It was
they
the girl
and
at the
then-
bottom of the well.
and then they discovered what was going on through their own investigation, and then brought that to Vermont, and then it became like a whole huge fucking thing. Like it didn't happen, and then they just regurgitated facts that were already known. Like they actually like were the spawn of like the change that like started happening.
And that's what I want to start to be able to do more of. Like we do regurgitate
do
some information sometimes, which is a lot of what we do, but also like that's why we're trying to grow. That's the growing pains of this fundraiser.
There's also more and more instances of that happening with podcasts. Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of true crime podcasts that I listen to personally. Like, sorry, I don't remember the name.
I can't think
But,
of any.
like, they're like,
Well, yeah,
oh,
no,
nobody
people like
wanted to
that.
pay
People love
attention to
that
this,
shit,
And then I
yeah.
started digging up dirt, and like the police are getting mad, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And then the public comes out because it's been like 20 years.
Yeah,
and they're
puts
like,
pressure on them.
Oh, and like all of a sudden there's like 20 news conferences about all this new information that's come out. So like,
one of the big points of like the press isn't that to hold accountability to those who are in charge. Like, isn't that why they have some of like the rights that they do as like press?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they're afraid to exercise those rights,
Yeah.
especially locally.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, do your fucking job, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, do your job.
Do your fucking jab.
Do your job, you fucking jackwagon.
I'm gonna jab you.
TRASHburgh is the information king. Like, what kind of fucking oaf would I sound like if I called myself the information king?
It's like, what kind of used car salesman ass?
Audio one? I guess just like a video. We would just be like, we just wanted to step in and remind you, we are the information king.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Ew.
God, how
I could
This
I
is
could say
creepy.
like you could say something along the lines of, hey, even though print media is going down, we want you to know that we're adapting with the times, and we are still dedicated to serving as large of a population as we can. Yeah. But there's a tactful way to say
that's like
hey,
coked up.
what
We're the information king, son, motherfucker. Blah blah.
and so it was. Like who fucking writes that way?
And we always will be.
I really hope this was Joe Latemplio. I really hope it was Joe Loto.
That's a troll. That's gotta be a troll.
Joe Loto.
I can't believe that. Good God.
It's so cringe.
Justin's saying, "Wait,
you posted
what did I
cringe,
miss?
bro.
I don't know.
You posted cringe.
I don't know if Justin knows, but you can Google this. There's an article where the headline is "Press Republican Still the Information King," and it's basically fucking 500 words. Them saying we are the best there is, the best there ever was, and the best there ever will be. All right. So suck it.
For now.
So cringe.
And they say things like, "Oh, would you have gone to the murder trials? Not likely."
I think you could take a break from Netflix for like 10 minutes to pay attention to the court.
And
this goes
probably not.
And it's like, are you
probably
kidding
can't
me?
pull your own dick out of your butt, you little loser.
A journalist going to a murder trial, that's like the bar is set very low. I think it'd be weirder if they didn't just like show up to that. But the fact that they did show up is like huge.
Yeah, it was a pretty fucking serious murder trial. You think like
what the
Okay,
fuck?
that person should be fired who wrote that. Like that.
Can
is
you
a bad
believe
look.
we actually like report anything?
We even fucking did our job.
Yeah, but no one else could ever handle that.
Yeah. But to bring that up, I think is very disrespectful to the people who were murdered.
Huh?
I think that bringing that up as an example is very disrespectful.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
It's
Like
it's
that's
saying, like, would you have sifted through this boring bullshit of a murder trial where a
Right?
man brutally murdered his grandmother?
Yeah.
Like, what the?
It's nuts that most people have an opinion, but they wouldn't sit through that. They would just rather, like, sit through 4 hours on their phone instead of pay attention and have an actual opinion.
Yeah. So dumb. So dumb.
Oh,
So mad.
good God.
I can't believe they wrote that. When did they put that out there?
Just a couple days ago.
That's
Yikes.
nuts.
What are the comments like on Facebook?
The comments are just roasting them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Hell
no
yeah.
one is buying it.
Burn them.
That's great.
Destroy them.
Also, like on like a more like tech nerd kind of way, they tried to chop up their like physical newspaper presence and their online presence into like 4 different things. It's like no, like
yes, they're saying whether it's through print, web, smartphone, or social media.
Smartphone, social
Smartphone, social
Two
media,
things.
web are the same thing. It's
Yeah.
internet.
It is.
It's the internet.
Hey,
Travis,
Joe, what up?
he agrees with us because he just shared the stream. I hate that shit. A lot of places try to do that where they try to make oh man, we have all these incredible things. You can get our stuff on an app. You can get it on our website. You can get it on our RSS feed. I'm like, motherfucker, it's the same shit.
That's the
It's all the same thing.
It's also the bare minimum.
To access the website
Stop bragging.
is what, 99 cents
That's $1 a day.
Or if you get
$30 a month.
do
Are
know
you
how much-
shitting me?
There's also crude
Yeah,
workarounds.
you can pay per article.
It's very simple
or you
workarounds.
pay for a monthly. You and there's a billion different ways to do it, but yeah, it's $1 a day or something like.
Yeah.
I think you do get a deeper discount if you subscribe
Press
to the whole month.
Republican, instead of telling us you're the king of news, how about you show us?
Why don't you ask your fucking audience
A little more show.
that you
That's
can
Writing 101.
How about you put up or shut up?
Put up
Yeah,
put up like an article where like, holy shit, can you believe that?
You want to post up, get some claps.
I want to find these people that do pay the subscription and show them that article that was like really like, all the articles about vaping and that one right there and be like, are you happy you paid for this? And see what they fucking say. They're probably like 80 years
We
old.
didn't
but
know that there was a such thing as vaping.
I feel like
Vaping news.
I just
I
don't
get
know,
some.
man.
We get some customers at the co-op that are sometimes they're a little bit older.
The box. The box.
Matt, can you move the box?
Do you hate the elderly? Andrew, do you hate the elderly?
Sometimes, yes. They're so rude to me all the time. But sometimes like I'll get these nice old ladies specifically that are like, "We're looking to get
Thanks,
Kevin
Kevin.
Creamer Pants. Thanks for liking the stream." They're like, "We're looking to get CBD, but like I've never like touched anything like that." I just wanna make sure
Damn,
it's
you
safe."
get them high and shit for the first time. You're like, yo,
I get
bitch,
them
you want to
super
get?
high on CBD.
I did.
You try this shit
a
instead.
couple older people talking about how young people quote lace Gatorade with CBD, and she was like, "They
What?
lace
Lace
Gatorade
it?
with CBD."
Dude, I
And
put
was like, she doesn't know
CBD
what
in
she's
my
talking about.
Echinacea Sleepy Time tea.
I
Is that what they're
You
fucking
wish.
talking about?
First of all,
Well, no, they were also talking about like as if
That
it's like they're
chamomile?
lacing it
Yeah.
with, like lacing stuff with CBD is the same thing as lacing something with like meth. Like,
Yeah,
they
Jesus
didn't
Christ.
understand what was
I
going
guess
on.
if we went around the room, would you say
Well, that's
CBD or
spiking it.
CBT?
Definitely CBT.
Okay.
What is CBT?
I was gonna say, as a
CBT?
kid-
Oh, it's cock and ball torture. Go on.
I was made so afraid that
That's what
I
I
would
thought
get
it was.
drugs or razors or anything in my Halloween candy.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw a meme when I was old enough, and they were like, nobody would put their
Who'd waste their drugs? Who would give away drugs for free? You idiots! Nobody's giving away their weed to your kids.
I
So
do think
stupid.
there have been like, I remember reading some about this. There have been several. I mean, since like the 70s, reported cases nationwide of people like actually maybe
Poisoning
doing
or-
like
But that's like-
tampering with Halloween candy. And
But
it's
that's
like
several.
Should it
several
affect
throughout
the?
decades
Should it affect
nationwide.
That's
everybody?
the same idea as like 6 people died of vapes, so they're like, we gotta stop
And they're probably
vapes.
like too fucking high that they're like, shit, I put that in there, and then somebody took it.
And it's this artificial outrage culture that they fabricate by latching onto these hot ticket items that they know is going to get a lot of people's opinions that aren't really well educated about these things
Shoot,
up in arms.
They've been waiting. They've been waiting. They've been
Yeah.
waiting for vape deaths for so long. Like, someday it's gonna come out that it's bad for you, and then it comes down to like, I told you, and everyone's
Finally,
like,
yes.
I was yes, I told you, I told you.
It's this horror.
I fucking told you.
It's confirmation bias, right? Is that what that is?
You smoke cigarettes now.
Where when you hear when finally you
Yeah.
like this is this, and then it's finally like, and it's finally
Kind
that.
of.
They're like, I told you.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Hey, I just want to take a moment to say, hey, thanks to everybody who's been tuning in. We are nearing the final hour of our 12-hour live stream.
Are we doing
We have
H-
made almost $700.
Are we doing-
This feels so nice.
We'll do an encore hour for another $60.
Oh, I am going to sleep, my man.
Trending trash.
Should we do a trending trash? Let me look up a trending trash article and see what's going on. Now, I feel like
Jesus, I need to stop doing that.
I feel like I wouldn't mind doing that.
I gotta say, I'm a little bummed out. Austin and I were gonna play some music, but I don't think it was in the stars.
You were so non-committal about that this whole day, Andrew.
Yeah, but I
Even
don't
earlier
know.
today, you said, "Yeah, we're probably gonna bail."
I didn't say we were probably gonna bail.
Yeah, you
I-
did. You said
sounds like something
Austin may have learned a song.
Andrew.
and we probably won't do it.
I don't
Start
think
playing
so.
right now. Just start it up.
I said
Go.
I was gonna talk to
Ding.
Austin. I was gonna talk to Austin, like which I did, and I said if we
Do it.
don't feel confident
Drop
about
it.
it, we won't. But I think we could. do it.
45 minutes to do it. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not proposing we do right now. Why don't we do trending trash?
Oh
That
God!
looks like a wedding ring in a silly place. Oh no.
Okay, let's do something lighthearted because we just got so
no.
mad for so long.
Is she well, all right.
This is hilarious.
A California woman had dreamed about eating an engagement ring, only to wake up to find that she actually did it.
That was no dream,
She
sister.
wrote. Her name is Jenna Evans. If you want to dox her, she wrote on Facebook, "I popped that sucker off, put it in my mouth, and swallowed it with a glass of water." She was on a high-speed train that was racing down the tracks with her fiance by her side when some bad guys appeared. There was only one way to protect her 2.4 carat diamond engagement ring.
You're gonna have to shit it out.
Swallow it. So she popped that sucker off, like I said, put it in her mouth and swallowed it with a glass of water. Then she woke up. She was relieved on Wednesday morning that the whole episode had been a vivid, bizarre dream. That is, until she realized her engagement ring was no longer on her finger. She has a history of sleepwalking. She realized that while the bad guys in the high-speed train had all been her snoozing subconscious, the consumption of her engagement ring was not. They laughed pretty hard for an hour and a half, called her mom, laughed until we were crying, Googled, do other adults swallow rings? Because kids do it all the time. Apparently, it's not very common for adults to do. Apparently, kids swallow things that adults don't swallow.
Wow. I'm glad to see that this level of.
Hopefully, there's some things adults swallow that kids don't swallow. Evans went. Hey, Evans went to an urgent care clinic where doctors decided against letting the ring pass naturally through the 29-year-old systems. And
What if it came out on a log?
Ooh. Just like around it.
Like a chocolate eclair.
Yeah, they had her. They inserted a small camera down her throat. She began to cry as she signed the release forms, fearing that she would die during the procedure.
What? Why?
And she wouldn't get to marry her husband.
Oh my God.
She wouldn't get to marry her husband?
I've had an endoscopy. I've had the camera down my throat before.
Yeah.
It's not that crazy.
She
I
was
waited
afraid
for a
she
long
wasn't-
time for that damn engagement ring, and I will marry Bobby Howell. Damn it!
I had to yell at him every
Bobby
single day for a
Howell.
year. I had to pressure him into a wedding.
I have two stories regarding
Yes,
this.
it was in her gut. But let me finish this real quick.
They got it out.
Doctors
It's not the
found
only
the
thing that's in her
engagement
guts.
ring in her intestines just beyond her stomach. They returned the ring to her on Thursday. Bobby finally gave me my ring back this morning. I promise not to swallow it again. We're getting married and all is right in the world.
What a crazy bitch.
So scary. like
yeah,
not a real guy.
Made in,
We're getting
married in
married.
2020.
Is there a giant picture of Adam Sandler?
There's a giant picture of
Can
Adam
we get
Sandler.
the camera on
Oh,
Adam Sandler?
I
It's
fucked
fine.
it
You
up.
So
dumb.
I have 2 stories regarding this.
Okay.
Okay. So the first one is so I got a little diamond butterfly necklace when I was like
God damn it,
7
Liz.
when I was like 7 years old, and my sister had a problem with eating things that she shouldn't eat. Like she ate all sorts of candles and like metal stuff and coins.
You
and
did too, though, right? You said candles
I
earlier.
ate a candle once. My sister did it all the time. So she ate my fucking necklace. And we were not by any means a well-off financial family.
Yeah.
And so my mom was like, all right, you little shit. I am like, you are going to poop that necklace out, and I am going to get it back.
Yeah, of course.
And apparently it took a couple days, but eventually Sam pooped out my butterfly necklace, and my mom scooped it out of her poop, washed it off,
God.
and gave it back to me, and I still have
You
that
wore-
necklace to this
and
day.
you wore it
That is
I
many
never
times.
wore it. Nope. I was like, yeah, my mom cleaned it.
Does this other
But yeah, she just.
are there
Yeah.
flies?
No, it's gross. But that also, like, you know, that happened fucking forever ago at this point. But then also, real quick, I have another story. Okay, so there's a guy, and he's kind of drunk, right? He's like known alcoholic. He goes to bed.
Fair.
He loves it. He's a couple kids, a couple family, and you know, he loves them very much. But he's an alcoholic. Goes to sleep one night, and he dies in his sleep. And so he goes up to God, and he's like, oh my God, what just happened? And God's like, oh, well, you know, I killed you. You died. I'm sorry. He's like, I can't die. I love my family, and I love my wife. Like, how could you do this to me? And God's like, all right, I'll take you back to life. And the guy comes back to life, but he's a chicken. And he's like, oh my God, why am I a fucking chicken? This is horrible. He's running around the barnyard. He's like, well, I guess I'm alive again. I get to smell the flowers and look at the clouds. This is good. And all of a sudden he started getting this really bad cramp in his stomach, and he's like, oh my God, like, this is horrible. This is so much painful. And he runs to this rooster, and he's like, rooster, what's happening to me? And the rooster's like, dude, you gotta lay an egg. And he's like, okay, well, all right, I'll try. So he squeezes, and an egg pops out. And the rooster's like, see, that wasn't so bad. And he's like, I guess not. He's like, oh, God, it's happening again. So he poops out another egg. And then he starts getting this really bad pain in his head. And he's like, what the fuck is happening? And then it was his wife screaming at him saying, George, you fucking shit in the bed again. That's the end.
Wow.
Wow.
I tried to tell that as fast as I could, but I love that joke.
That was a nice joke.
Thanks.
That was a norm level long
Yeah,
joke.
thank you, Normcore. Thank you.
Let's hear what you have to say, Kristen, and it better be as funny.
Well, I was almost an adult when this happened, but I was like 17 or 18, and I have the kind of retainers for my teeth that are like Invisalign, so they're not like a metal tray that you pop in. It's just like a top and bottom like clear thing. So I fell asleep one night, and I guess I woke up at some point and was like texting back my boyfriend at the time, but I didn't know it because I thought it was a dream. And the whole time I thought I had gum in my mouth, so I was texting him back complete gibberish. And I was like, oh my God, I'm choking on gum. Like, I don't know what to do. And then I like eventually woke up and was just like spitting stuff out of my mouth and like pounding numbers and random letters on my phone, and had already sent like messages.
Fuck.
And it was like, I don't know how to explain this to the point that you'll believe me.
I
like,
do
whatever.
Was it all in one piece still, each thing? The retainers? Or were
Yeah,
they,
yeah.
You didn't chew them up.
Oh,
right?
that's
They were
good.
like, they were brand new, so like I was still getting used to them.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God.
But I did end up getting a second pair eventually
Jeez
because
Louise.
I grind my teeth that hard.
Hey,
so.
I do want to thank Alex and Tony for their respective contributions. In case I haven't mentioned on the stream, thank you.
Thanks, guys. That's awesome.
Yeah, I have noticed that you do have some somnambulance kind of things. I remember one time I went to wake you up, and this is just a little anecdote I like to tell because it's very funny to me. And you glared at me and you raised your fist back like this and just stared at me in it was the most scary, threatening stare a human has ever given me.
Thanks,
and
Justin.
I was like, are you gonna fucking try to punch me? Like, I didn't know what to do because it was just seemed like, what the fuck is going on? And I talked you down. And you were like, all right, and slowly, with a lot of reservation, lowered your fist and went back to sleep. And I was like, what the fuck?
A bunch.
This was very early in our relationship, and I was like, am I dating a woman who's going to kill me in her sleep?
All right, so I did, my ex-girl, we dated 3-4 years.
Yo, Cam.
She would wake up in the middle of the night like this. Like, if I got into bed, she would get up, and because she couldn't see also the glasses, so she would go like this. And her head would be this close to me, and she'd be I feel looking at me. And I, is this my boyfriend? I can't tell, I can't see, but is this him? I was like, she's going to kill me,
I
by
have,
accident,
exhaustion-related issues. Even the other day, I was taking a nap, and Matt came in, and I swear to God, he peeked through the door, and I thought he was making a face at me like this. And I was like, are you okay? I'm sleeping. I guess you were like, he's just sleeping, and I was just like, but in my mind you were going,
that's very scary.
And it fucking freaked me out, and I was like, I'm gonna ask him about that later. And I asked him a day later, and he was like, I was not doing that.
We're gonna have a talking to, mister.
Are you smiling like a weirdo?
Matt, did anybody donate
You're doing a big Bob Backlund smile at me.
Did anybody donate $5 to see me perform Dragula by White Zombie karaoke?
Hey, we got $5 in this bitch.
Yeah. Whip it out.
I don't even know how to set this up. Hold on.
Don't do it. It's
okay.
all right.
All right, let's get an acapella going.
What are we doing? That song?
Also, Tony's saying I gut punched my husband in my sleep once.
Oh my God. Oh no.
And I'm also being told
Is he
Liz
okay?
and Chris, yes, of course we finished the butter. Liz, tell us the olive joke.
Oh my God. Okay, so we were all hanging out at Elm Street one night, and I was just in a particularly bad mood. And I asked my boyfriend at the time, I was like, hey, will you go down to the store and get me a jar of olives? Because I just really needed olives, super, super bad.
Sure.
And he was like, I'm not going to the store to get you olives. And I was like, man. And then J.O. was like, well, I'll go to the store and get you some olives. And I was like, you serious, J.O.? So you would do that for me? And he's like, yeah. And so J.O. just left to go get me olives. And he comes back, and he gives me some fucking olives. And I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm eating olives. And then my boyfriend comes out, and he's like, you got olives? I'm like, yeah, J.O. went to the store for me and got them. And he got fucking pissed. And we got in this whole tiff in front of everyone in the living room about how he felt messed up that he didn't give me the olives. And I was like, well, bitch, you told me you didn't want to go get olives, and J.O. stepped in and he decided to do this. So we're fighting back and forth and bickering, and J.O. is just kind of sitting there he feels really awkward. And then finally the argument kind of ended, and my boyfriend ran off into the bedroom and slammed the door or some shit like that. And then Justin Passano, who had been sitting there silently the entire my boyfriend comes back out, and he goes, I hate all of you. And then Justin Passano, who had been sitting there silently the entire time, just goes, you hate all of us? That's when he was just like, fuck you. And he went back into our bedroom and slammed the door.
I miss living together.
I do too. That was a good time.
Yeah.
Who lived together?
Liz, when I moved here, I lived at Liz's house with a bunch of other transients and ruffians.
Tons of us. That house was packed.
When I moved here, it was
Justin
with
Passano lived there.
Justin Passano lived there. He didn't live there at the same time. I was living with Peter Bellinger and that gal whose name I can't remember, the redhead gal.
Redhead?
Yep.
I'm an asshole.
Very large breasts.
Oh, okay. I'm not going to say the name now because
Okay.
that'd be weird. But yes, I do remember that now.
Red hair? I don't remember that. Liz, a little lower.
Oh, yeah. Those. Yep, I remember that.
Yeah, when I moved in, I was living with you, and then your boyfriend had two like hippie friends from the West Coast that brought like I think 4 pit bulls, or they brought 3. There was already one
3
pit bull living there.
That was my dog.
And then 3 others, and it was actually like the mother pit bull and 3 of her children.
Yes. Yep, it was nuts.
And that was really a lot to handle.
It was a lot.
If one dog went off, all the dogs went off.
What was worse is that we had a miniature Dachshund who was actually the most dangerous dog out of the entire group, and he would go off.
Yeah, I know
and
there's a
then
lot of
he
pit
would
bull hate.
set
Those
the
dogs
pit
are
bulls.
very sweet to live with.
Yeah, the Dachshund was literally the worst. The Dachshund, out of all the dogs, was the only dog that ever bit anyone in that house, like violently, like made someone bleed. I think Victor used to like nip at people's butts, but that was because he wanted to herd them.
Victor never did that to me, thank God.
Yeah.
That's 'cause you established
he just gave me little
dominance over him.
kissies.
No kissies. He loves giving kisses.
Oh boy, but yeah, still living with a family of dogs is different
Yes.
than living with one dog.
It really was very intense.
Oh man.
Yeah. That was good times though.
I'll be right back with food.
Hey, all right. Well, we are gonna be wrapping up in 45 minutes. We're almost done.
No.
No? Are you saying no?
33 minutes.
Oh, 33 minutes?
Yeah.
Justin, we all knew that you left because it was a horrible place to live. We didn't question whether or not it was because you could afford it.
Dark secrets today besides that one?
I think we only did one.
What was what was it?
Oh, I think the deep dark secret was that
it's not important.
Okay, yeah.
All right, if it was about Andrew, I'll save him.
Okay, yeah.
Another layer of shame.
Seeing Marco Polo for the first time at how do you pronounce that?
Koinonia.
Koinonia was extremely disturbing. Yes, I've had a lot of people tell me that seeing me perform made them not want to know me, and then later they're like, "Hey, sorry, sorry, I felt that way."
Yeah, I forgot I pushed for that Koinonia name too.
Everyone,
bye.
Excuse me.
It's Koinonia was Greek for fellowship and like hanging out with
Of
each
the
other.
ring?
Were you
And,
trying to
arts.
push your Christian propaganda onto everybody?
No, because at that point I wasn't really super into Christianity anymore. I was, but I remember hearing about that name and I was like, "That's cool."
Matt, I feel like I've told you this before, but anybody that has met you that knows me more than you is always like, "I don't think Matt likes me very much."
I probably don't.
People say that about me literally all
idiots.
the time. People are always
Literally?
like, I have everybody else always coming up to me and they'll be like, "I don't think Liz likes me."
People say that
Yeah,
to
well,
you.
you don't like them.
Nah, I tolerate.
That's the sound.
Usually, generally when people, hey, thanks Pluto. Generally when people, if I don't like somebody, I'm very like obvious.
No,
about it.
I genuinely, generally
everybody.
like everybody. I'm
Yeah.
just pretty awkward socially, and don't,
Yeah.
especially when I'm like out in public and I'm seeing people. I'm like, hey, like I don't know what to fucking do.
No.
I'm usually trying to scamper home as fast as I can because I just feel weird.
Point A to point B. It's like,
Dude,
oh, let's
Yeah.
just
I
stop
saw-
and
So I'm
fuck
not.
off.
I'm.
No.
A lot of people have told me like, yeah, you seem like I don't know, like kind of like you hate me, dude. I'm like, no, I'm just awkward. Sorry, I actually like you a lot.
Yeah.
I think you're
I'm
cool.
just
I just don't know how to
awkward.
talk.
I'm just naturally not a warm person, but I generally love everyone. But you know,
Yes, I
Even-
believe in the infinite possibilities of all humankind. I do.
It's true, I know, but just your face. That's what it is. Well, it's because I think like we even if like you and I run into each other at the co-op like half the time, we're just like, hey, hi, just kidding.
Every
There are a lot of
morning-
nuts in here.
Every morning that I come into work, Matt where Matt works is the room where everyone has to punch in. Matt's always in there, doing his job. And every morning I say, "What's up, Matt?" Or like, "Good morning, Matt." And I get varying hellos every morning. It's like a.
Because I'm usually like deep involved in some work that's making me want to fucking blow my brains out. Just like, oh my god, like we're having computer issues again. What the fuck am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
I'm like, "Hey, Matt," and you're just like. Sometimes I just get like a.
Don't talk to me before my coffee.
But one thing I do like about Matt though is there has been at least one occasion where I was like, "Hey, do you have a second to talk about this?" And you stutter for a second. You're like, "I'm sorry, I'm way too busy to talk to you right now." And I'm like, "Thank you for just telling me that. Then I can fuck off and come back later." No, I really appreciate that because a lot of
Be direct.
try
Be
to
direct.
Yeah, try to half-ass this bullshit conversation with you, and,
Yeah.
and you're just like, you're not listening to me. You're not gonna remember us doing this.
No, yeah, I would totally just not. I can barely. Yeah, I can barely do my job as it is. Like I do it, but it takes all my mental faculties to perform it.
Yeah.
Perform.
Oh yeah.
You only work 3 hours a day.
God, I
though.
feel like my butt is glued to this chair.
You want to get up and twist and shout?
Oh, I was trying to give you guys a secret word.
I forgot about the secret word.
All right.
Because we've been doing this
Jesus
for
Christ. I can tell
13,000
that
hours.
I am so fucking glad that we are in the last
How
bit
fucking-
of this and not halfway through.
Look, you got high shoulders going on.
Oh, no.
High shoulder gang.
God damn. The
Shoe cam,
the 24-hour marathon
Feeling
was
good.
so stupid. I'm so glad that we...
This was better for you, too. This
Yes.
raised more money.
Chris, stop harassing everybody about their TRASHburgh comic pages.
That was a good sequence. We asked about the pages and then wants to borrow money.
Yo, that photo's coming, by the way. To
Tell me
Chris.
he's good.
Are you working on some pages?
Yeah, has
I
it?
went home and
Just
I had
the cover.
Oh,
chicken
cool.
Alfredo.
Just the cover.
Hell yeah.
Got it done. You should probably have it in a day or so.
You were like one of the first people on our list to do cover art.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Sick.
Hell yeah.
I'm hoping I'll have at least one page for the other thing.
Never thanks.
I try.
Liz gave us good pages and then said, "You don't deserve these."
No, it's because you guys were like, Liz, I think you could do better, and then I went diva about it and was just like,
Oh,
you don't
that's
even
true.
do it.
Well,
I went Beyonce level rage.
that's true.
And I was just like, then don't even post them. I mean, you can still post them whenever you want, but it's not.
Oh,
really,
I
it's not-
posted them to my underground comics forum.
Dead I am the one
That's
exterminator.
good.
It's not midnight yet. Yeah, we're not going to. We're stopping at 10 p.m.
Yeah.
I'm the not
we went
the
from
fuck
10 to 10,
going.
not 12 to 12.
Yeah.
Thank God. But it is 12 hours,
Yeah.
which is really. I mean, my throat feels bad.
Yeah, I've been
I'm fine.
chugging water.
Take a drink.
I think, I don't know.
Hell no.
You can say,
No, I need to be good. Tomorrow morning I need to go out to
Be Johnny.
I'm going to where the fuck am I going? I'm going to Reber Rock Farm in Essex to do a profile on the operations there.
I saw that on the
Real quick,
calendar.
this coming weekend, so what do we got going on? We got the TRASHburgh release party on Friday.
We have Plattsburgh Comic Con.
Yes, so
And what time
so
is that
Friday
starting
from
at?
5 p.m. to 7 p.m. we'll have the TRASHburgh Comics release party. Issue number 1 of TRASHburgh Comics will be out. Now, you might say, isn't it the second issue?
On
And
Friday?
we
Fuck.
started with issue number 0 because it was kind of like a...
Yeah.
We felt it was like a demo.
Test run.
Yeah. We really didn't know if it was going to work out.
So unfortunate that we schedule all these things for days that I work.
What'd you get?
Well, you're not involved in the comic at all. So
Yes, but I
sorry.
like to be there to support the bros. Thank you,
Thanks,
Alex.
Thank you, Alex.
Alex knows.
So what time does that start?
That starts at 5 p.m. Did you go to Five Guys?
Wow.
How did you get there? What?
Wow, it smells amazing.
That was so fast. Wasn't that fast?
They're fast.
Yes, but how did he
And
drive
so,
all the way there and
You
back?
probably might have ordered online.
So the other thing we're doing is
Did they have to drink a
TRASHburgh
bunch of
Comic-Con.
beers?
on Saturday
Smells like a pet shop.
we're going to the Plattsburgh Comic Con. We'll be there from 10 a.m.
Uber.
to 4 p.m. I think, or something like that. Something ridiculous. We'll be there all day on Saturday and Sunday.
I hope I can meet you guys on
I'm gonna try to be
Sunday.
there. Do you know how
Where-
fucking hard it is? To
Wait,
get
next
up-
weekend? Did you say was it 21st and 22nd?
Yep.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think.
that's gonna be the.
Not sure
Comic-Con.
camera might be out.
When
Ooh.
and then
I'll bring him by. This is his birthday.
And hey, let me just make a shout out. Cameron has been doing a beer review show on YouTube that is really
Yes.
fucking funny.
No shit.
And I didn't know
Yes.
about it until like 2 weeks ago, and he's been doing it for a while.
Oh,
Yeah,
God, I
a
wanna watch
lot.
that.
If you
Tons of
enjoy,
them. Tons
how
of
you
them.
live in at all, like it's basically
was
how you
good.
live in, except instead of talking to people, he's talking about beer.
It's great. It was Saturday 6-pack
Yeah,
and Tuesday 2-pack.
and it's like it's fucked up and weird. It's like super
It's
weird.
it's great.
It's
It is
really,
hilarious.
like, it's very
It is
surreal.
yes.
Really love it. So
I'm having a really hard time trying to get time off to go to Plattsburgh Comic Con. Matt Hall.
that's okay.
I want to be there for the bros.
When's that Comic Con? Was it Friday?
Yeah,
Saturday
it's
and Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
And where is the Comic Con?
At the
At
Crete
the-
Center.
it's
The Crete
Crete.
Center?
Yeah, the Crete
No
At
Center.
the
shit.
Crete. It's at the Crate.
The
The
Crete
Cricket-
Center.
the Cricket Center?
The Crete Center.
Andrew. G.
Yes. Oh.
People want to know. Did you sip and drive?
I'm sipping and tripping.
Sipping?
No, I got Uber Eats actually. I went back to my apartment and I got Uber Eats. I had a $20 gift card actually. 'Cause I used to drive with them. I don't know.
What the
there's
fuck are you eating?
Yeah, what is
some
that?
Is that a sausage
five
sandwich?
guys. This is a chili dog, I think.
Oh, Sonic the Hedgehog's favorite food.
No, bacon cheese dog or some shit.
Wow, it looks
Oh,
like
that's
really
not
good.
I got the
Sonic's
app,
favorite food.
or from the app while I was on
It
air.
looks good. Yeah, it
Yeah,
smells
and
awesome.
3 chili dogs
You
to
want
go,
fr-
please.
And then when are we doing the
No,
live?
I don't condone drinking and driving. I did not do that.
And so,
Who
yeah,
asked me that?
So
you fucking-
September 29th, we will be doing the No Friggin' Way Trash Cast
Collab.
live
End of the
again
month.
at
Yes.
City Hall Place.
City Hall-
30
City-
Hall.
City Well, end of the month.
Cool if we push that to 7:30, but all right.
It's a nice catch.
Okay, well, you've had a month to say that to us.
Nope. My schedule doesn't change, and it's really hard to get people that have the weekends off to work on the weekend for you.
I'm just saying, like
My pool of people
we
is
did
2.
We did agree on the time. You
Maybe that's
never
why it
until
smells
right
like a
now
fucking
said, "Hey, that
hamster
doesn't
cage
work
to
for me."
I've been trying.
You've been trying to say that doesn't work for you.
No, Matt. I've been trying to get the days off.
7:30.
I love watching
You want to come
argue.
work for me on the weekend sometime, fucker?
It's just you're getting mad. Like, oh, it'd be great if we could move it. It's like,
Well, if we scheduled it for 7:30, then like we did the other time, it'd be great because I only work until 7 every Sunday.
Hey, then change it to 7:30.
yeah. I'm just saying, at any point over the last month that we've been discussing the event, you could tell us this, and we would just do it.
What do you mean?
This is great.
I'm saying if you've known since we agreed to do this.
Don't you know that I work every Sunday? Because you
I don't
tell
know
me
your
about
schedule.
it. Yes, you do.
I don't fucking think about that. When I say, "Hey guys, let's
It's
do
a
this
very-
show at 7 o'clock,"
It's
on a
ironic
Sunday,
that you say you don't think about it because it comes up in conversation a lot when you're yelling at me.
like right now.
Yes.
So when I say, "Hey, let's do this at this time," and no one objects, I'm not going to know you have an issue with it.
Womp womp.
All right, so 7:30 it is.
That was the first time talking about this. I would accept what you're saying, but this has been the case for like half a year.
I just don't. We did start moving the shows to 7:30, and then you just show up at 7 anyway a lot of the time.
That's true,
Sometimes,
that
but
did
I can't guarantee that.
Right. Well, I don't know.
Because sometimes motherfuckers come in like as you're trying to close, and then they just.
I would say
assholes.
worst case scenario, you would get there at like 7:10, so it's not like it's like a huge issue.
I don't know.
Then he's got to fucking eat a quick dinner, and
Well, he can just
No, I'm not gonna eat a quick
eat
dinner.
at the table with during the podcast.
I'm not gonna eat
with
during the
all of
live
us.
show. The live stream.
Do
is a
it up.
different thing.
It's fine.
Doesn't eat during the live show. He has no problem with it.
No, I mean like this is fine. I'm saying like if we have motherfuckers in front of us.
Kagan.
Yeah, you guys
What
gotta
does
get
that
We,
say?
we got to think about arm
we will
wrestling.
not arm wrestle. Look, we'll move the time. I just felt like you were coming at it like, oh, would be real nice if you considered my feelings,
Matt, you
and
get
I
it-
just felt you've had like 6 weeks to speak up, and
Matt,
it instead of
Go back a little bit.
acting like we're hurting you,
Matt, you're getting real red about this.
I'm getting real Reddit on this.
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
Who's your favorite TRASHburgher? Chris Rigsby.
Yeah, Chris Rigsby.
He is the co-creator.
Yeah.
Yes, according to the Press Republican. Or no, I'm sorry, it wasn't Press Republican. It was WPTZ. No, I think it was
W Cox. W Cax.
White Cax.
Was it 7 days? You're right. It may have been 7 days. But I thought it was also on the TV News article. It was 7 days. They called Chris the co-creator of TRASHburgh. It's okay. There's no reason to ever understand the difference between the stupid web series, the stupid comic, the stupid podcast, or the stupid news, or the stupid live stream, or the stupid live show.
Hey, you're doing that Press Republican thing. It's all.
I am the information king, and so it was.
We've got 14 different branches.
What does that make you, like a multimedia outlet at this point? Like
A multimedia
our whole-
I think it just
our whole
makes
thing?
makes you someone who's obsessed with doing shit.
Maybe you guys need to like be like PNN, like Plattsburgh Network News.
Keep doing
You know,
that
just
shit.
not be TRASHburgh. Confuse the
Plattsburgh
old.
today. Plattsburgh, you. I am downtown.
We got 20 minutes, motherfuckers.
Plattsburgh, you.
Wow, 20
Holy
minutes.
You survived the entire
Steph's favorite
live stream.
TRASHburgher is Austin's glasses.
Bring him
Just a
back.
vessel.
I did pronounce it right. Okay, I was like, I can't tell if that's an E or an A from here, but it's because I refuse to wear glasses. I was like, it looks like Kagan, but I'm pretty sure that'd be Keegan,
You're
but I'm just going to go with
$8.
Kagan.
Like George.
So that's the
Sorry,
last
Seb,
event
I
we'll
can't
probably be able to ever
Sorry,
do,
Seb.
unfortunately.
Why is that?
What are you talking about?
It's just going to make us fight.
Oh.
Also, thanks to Billy Roberts for the donation.
Yay!
What are you up to?
Thanks,
You up to a
Billy.
G? You make a G yet? What the hell?
No, not quite, but
Pretty cool.
I'm not getting the notifications on email like I used to be for some reason.
He's right in the comments. He's saying, TRASHburgh, you're information queens.
Yes, queen.
Yes.
William P. Roberts, do you have a specific request for the last 20 minutes?
God, please don't make it anything hard.
Please don't be another anime. I mean, I can do it, but I don't think anybody
I
has.
go to the bathroom for a minute. Accidentally tip you $5 and ask
if you're
for
going to talk about
talk.
anime, you better not mention manga at all.
That's there, one and the same, Matt.
Or hentai.
Information
Info
queens?
queens.
Oh, it is a question mark. I thought it was an exclamation point.
Platts Wars.
What were you talking about? Why?
Thanks for your monthly subscription to Platts Wars.
Do they have hentai at Comic-Con, or is that like a frowned upon section of the anime community?
Maybe there's no way.
I'm sure there's going to be some hentai at the Comic-Con.
There's gotta
It's
be.
probably like the guy's probably got it like in a box under the table.
Or like some
You gotta
kind of
ask for it.
Secret stash. He's like, "Ah, man, you're cool, right?"
Yeah, most furry comics are sexual, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Why is that unfortunately?
Because they also seem to be marketed towards kids.
They're all like any of that stuff that I've ever like come across on like it's like I come across it. It always looks like straight out of like
You're ruining the cover.
Like actually like My Little Pony or something like that. Like it is very childish looking, like Care Bear kind of thing going on.
I think
Isn't that kind of weird?
You got to find your nook.
I don't mean
Who
to
are
kink
you to
shame.
say what's weird? It's 2019.
It's my kink shame.
When I first started seeing furries
Shaming.
on the internet when I was like 13 or 14, I didn't really think anything of it because I was still like watching like animated movies with furry characters.
Yeah, it's
And
true. I guess I can't really think of
that and like human boobs. Look how fucking red I am.
Whoa.
You're so
I
embarrassed.
look like I'm Karl Marx.
I mean, you are a ginger though.
Like,
They have to have hand checks.
what are hand checks?
Yeah, what are hand checks?
Yeah, explain.
Oh, is that when you have to? It's like when you're at a slumber party and everybody has their hands in their sleeping bag and it's like,
Oh.
oh, hand check, and it's just like make sure you're not like doing anything.
Oh, like flicking your bean at the in your
What
bag.
if Andrew was a giant
Flicking
looking
your
down
bean
on
bag?
us?
Look at your bean
Like,
bag.
I am the leader, supreme leader.
This is what the
Red
mic.
man.
Jesus Christ!
I
this is
am
what the mic
supreme
sense
leader,
is.
Andrew.
I've been equalized. Good God.
I'm really glad that fart story made you laugh earlier.
Yeah, that
I was
was
worried
great.
I wasn't gonna get you.
That was a highlight.
What? I don't remember a fart story.
It was those kids were having a slumber party and they heard an old man go what, and then that one kid was laughing hysterically and they thought something was wrong with him, and then it turned out he farted and it sounded like what?
Because I've often thought, man, I wish I could have a fart that sounded like words. What?
I have had like two tones where it's like. Boop, boop.
It's like your Nokia just went off.
Yeah, or like
I gotta go. I got a text.
Or if it's descending, if it's like a high note then a low note, it sounds sad like. Boop, boop. But if it's like a low note to a high note, it's like. Boop, boop. It's like a
Should
good sound,
I
like-
date her again?
Every-
Yes, no.
You have to ask your magical ass. Like,
Every once in a while, I get
Yes,
one
no.
that as
What?
it escapes, it kind of like claps. You know, there's like a popping noise,
Yeah.
not like a pop, but like a mouse trap shutting. Where I'm like, what the fuck is that? Did I blow out
Are
something?
you ever afraid, like you ever listen to rapping long enough and you go back and you're like, this is a new thing and something like that? Like, make your ass clap. But it's actually you just fart so violently that your cheeks clap to each other.
And that's
Like,
the thing.
oh,
I don't
I'm
think it's my
getting old.
cheeks clapping. I think it's like the air violently escaping my anus in such
Yeah.
a way that
Yeah,
it's
I don't-
like
You know
it's
what?
like a
I'm
door
pretty sure your butt
slamming.
cheeks
it's
don't
like-
play any role in farting.
Yeah, you know
It's
what's
like a
when you
saloon door slamming.
When you fire a gun underwater, it actually makes a popping noise because there is a like a void or a vacuum is opened underwater.
asshole of the gun
and then it
is a
claps
black
shut,
hole
and
in
so
the
it makes
anus.
like a noise.
Oh,
That's like
what?
the gas coming out of your butthole.
It is always happening when I'm in the bathtub.
You ever?
You do love a bath.
I do love a bath.
That was
I gotta have a bath.
giant.
Prepare my bath.
I'm not answering that.
That's scary. Did you guys hear a door slam? That wake you up?
Yeah, we did. It was really scary, actually.
It was in your apartment.
It was in our apartment. It was
I'd be
because I left
terrified.
a window open down the hall, but
Oh,
it just
okay.
sounded like someone slammed a door like right next to us. Like, well, it's not a thing you want to fucking wake up to.
Yeah, no.
Which door?
You have a haunted closet?
Hold on, real quick.
You
Abram
don't?
says he's going to start calling his asshole the rat trap from now on. No, yeah. So we do have a haunted closet. We have a closet that had a hole in it, like in the top, in the ceiling, and it's not going to an attic space per se. It's like a weird. It's like a mix between an attic and a crawl space, but it's extremely hot. It's very hard to get into, and it's full of spiders and centipedes. And the landlord doesn't really know like where it goes or what's up there.
Oh.
You got to figure it out.
And it looks hellish.
So you're saying
it looks fucked up.
It's a mystery, and I'm gonna have to.
It's a
solve
mystery hole in our closet.
I'm
and
all
like,
about a mysterious.
I'll
hole.
climb into
and
it.
it's fucking gross. If you climb into it, you gotta wear a GoPro or something.
Yo, for real, you need a GoPro.
Totally do it.
Yeah, see what's in there. That's like the
Yeah, it's very tiny. That's the thing. It's so claustrophobic in there. And we
Insidious.
We are
The Conjuring.
Fit like a
What do we got
window
up in here?
frame
It's like-
and a desk in it, at least
you're
from
like,
what I
you
can
know,
see from the open.
toy box music.
Yeah.
What?
It's just
Well,
odd
there's
that
a
the
room up
landlord
there?
is like, I don't know what that is. And it's like, what I really, really, really like fear the most, and this is an unfounded fear. I'm just saying, like, when I'm like visualizing the horrors that I might face that day, I think about, and Abram's saying, have you ever watched The Gate? I have not. But the thing I think about is like, man, just like a guy just like upside down poking his head out. Like,
I'm like not afraid of
'Cause, I
that
mean,
right now. I'll go right now.
That has happened.
Yeah, that's to
You'll go
you
in it right now.
Yeah.
All right, maybe.
We can't stream it.
We'd have to film it. We'd have to
Yeah.
do it during daytime because it's fucking weird in there.
Why do you think there's a bunch of spiders?
Why do I think there's a bunch of spiders?
Yeah.
There's spiders
'Cause I've seen
everywhere.
them.
I seen
Dude,
them.
there's spiders everywhere.
Did you see cobwebs or you saw spiders?
Spiders.
What kind? Daddies?
No.
Because I can handle daddies.
Yeah, you can.
Like outside spiders.
Dude, look at the stairs. My stairs in my building. It's like so
Oh
much
yeah.
spider.
Oh, that's the other thing is that we have clothes hanging right beneath the hellhole, and bugs fucking fall out of the hole and go into our clothes.
So, but it looks like there's... Kristen, did you say there's a 5x8 room up there? That's what it looks like?
That's what it looks like. Like, it's not something you can access from the outside.
Whoa. That sounds like a...
people
How
would
far
to
have you been able to look up
Itches
there?
It's on our
tail.
roof.
Is there
Like,
anything
it's
you-
just like an extra, like, if you took a closet and doubled it, maybe tripled it. That's what it looks like.
But from what you can tell, there's nothing in it, though.
It's not like an actual livable space.
Do you have a closet that looks like it could be a staircase too? Because actually, if there's a hidden room,
No.
there's a hidden room inside one of my apartments.
Whoa.
Yeah, no joke. There was a closet space, and then all of a sudden, like, just the wall just fell, and then I'm like, what the hell is this? So I took it all down, and it was a staircase up until like this. Yeah,
so cool,
yeah. I was like, this is sick.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is wicked.
So
Did you
there's
make-
got to be a way up there.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Did you make use... Like, did you use the room?
Oh, it was like a small space. I mean, it looked like just like an attic that you can just kind of crawl into.
Wow. Yeah.
But it was crazy.
Weird.
Well, that's like the coolest
That's
part
what I said.
about like how
Weird.
old Plattsburgh is and like all of
That's
the
freaky as hell.
reconstruction and shit that's been going on in here. Like, who knows like how many weird ass secret rooms that like somebody hasn't gone inside of like since like
There's secret rooms
1930.
down here. In the other room, they're blocked off, so they're not super secret. But like,
somebody kill themselves down here?
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, there's that weird
But there's
cement
like a
hole in the
creepy
wall.
door that you just go
Yeah.
into. There's additional
I forgot
rooms
all
in,
about that.
in there.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a pretty wild area over there. I gotta get like a either like some sort of powerful light or something up there. It's also just so
Yeah.
small that like climbing in there makes me feel like I don't like the idea of like going into like tunnels and stuff like small tunnels. You know what I mean? Like going to a manhole.
Is it
you know?
sturdy? Like, would you be able to climb into it?
We're really not sure.
Okay. Or if it's like literally just your ceiling,
Well,
so
I
you
can
will
just.
immediately
I'll
fall through.
I'm tall
We
as
don't
fuck.
know.
I can. I've been in that closet. I can stand on a chair and just stick my
Listen,
head in there and see
you've
what's
been
in
in
there.
Hey.
Shut up, Matt. Hey, you're all right.
Hey, and Kian is here to help us round out the last 11 minutes.
Like, I don't want to do
So-
that.
30 bucks.
You're gonna
So,
kick
hey,
my pee-pee.
we are literally $30 away from $700.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, kids.
It's more than I
Kids.
make in a
Kids.
year. I mean, Jesus,
That's
Mom.
sad.
Son, we only need. You said $30.
$30 to make it to $700.
You just pulled out another burger.
Yo, fucking chill. I didn't eat all day. I've been here for like 10 hours.
Shut
Yo.
the fuck up.
Yeah,
Chill.
Andrew's really been a trooper here.
Come to the live show into the month. You get this little taste of this.
You know what? I just
That look like
realized.
a race car?
I can't. It's true.
Not
you
so
you
much
look
a
like-
car, but a man that I could ride as if a car.
Keen, how's the movie,
I once
Keen?
had an
Good?
Austin dressed in red.
Nice.
What was
What?
that?
I'm sorry. What movie did? And can somebody
Hustlers?
mic you up?
That's it.
What did you go see?
Oh.
Hustlers?
Yeah, and he said it was
Was that the
Hustler
J-Lo?
porn, softcore porn. It's like Cardi.
Hustlers to present a P Horse 7.
Was that the J-Lo movie?
It was Cardi B's movie, and she was like a stripper. But it's like a stripper movie, right?
She just showed
Yeah.
up and went, oh, grrr, and then walked
Yeah.
out. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, got it. I love Lizzo.
Wow.
Whoa.
Love Lizzo.
flouted some tits.
Wait, she fucked a girl's tits with a flute, you said?
Yeah, just a good old flouting.
Like titty fucked them with
Is
a
this a
flute?
porno?
Wow.
Huh, interesting.
Did you rub one out in the theater?
Well, my girlfriend was right there, so yes.
She shielded.
Nice. Nice. Can I do the nice cam?
Ah.
Hand check.
Nice.
Big fan
All right,
of that
and it would
nice
be
guy.
nice if we could make the $30 needed to hit us
In
our
9
full
minutes.
700. Yes, in 9 minutes. And if we don't
Fuck.
do it, I won't be sad.
Okay,
What do we? What do
I'm
we?
overjoyed we made anything. This
What do
is
we, guys? What do we get? What should we do?
9 minutes.
What do you think we should do?
got 9 minutes to make $30.
I'm so tired and my throat hurts.
Kian, you got to do Dracula by White Zombie. You love that song.
Also, you said White Zombie.
Is that the wrong one still?
Yes.
you that it was Rob
Someone in the
Zombie.
comments already
Yeah.
said
Well, why doesn't quote unquote Scott Monet give me back my fucking gun?
it. I have that.
Give me back my gun, Matt.
You don't deserve your gun.
I own
you
it.
told me that you were going to shoot me.
If you don't give me it back, I will.
Whoa.
Dead.
That's true.
No, I didn't get shot yet. I got the gun.
He has my gun. I have the bullets though.
Chris, I don't.
It's a BB gun. It's a baby gun.
Hey, thank you, Tony. Tony gave us an extra 15.
Oh,
Love you, Tony. Love you, Tony. Bo.
$30.
Hey, and I don't know if I can say his real name, but Mr. Scott Monet said he'd give us the $30 on Friday.
I'll happily pay you tomorrow for a stream today.
For a Five Guys burger.
Hey, you could. We would take it.
Oh.
We went over the limit.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Wow.
Yes, we are.
That is. I've been thinking about charging 15 cents instead of 10.
Wow.
But my technique isn't getting any better.
He's
Yeah.
he's
I
worth
still
it.
have to do all.
Not the
I have to
only
sell
thing
all
that's
my feet
saturated.
pics too. That's gonna go good.
Give that mic to Kyle.
No, I'll just say if you're good at something, don't do it for free.
I can see your feet.
I'm not good.
all
I'm
the
not
time.
good. I'm not good, but 10 cents is 10 cents.
What?
No.
Nice.
Oh, God.
I see a poop.
A nice shiny dime. That's
How is
true.
our cat doing upstairs?
He's very
Mine is
low.
there for 10 cents. It's for the exposure.
If you don't get
man.
if you don't get an
Don't
STD,
do that.
if you
You're
leave
the
without an
mama.
STD, you are goddamn lucky.
All right, why don't we all do Dracula by Rob Zombie?
What
I don't think we all know
We could do a karaoke
Oh,
one.
they're like sock feet type.
I don't know.
Is that they twist, which is weird. They're supposed to have
Just do
stars
it.
all over them, but they keep moving
I'd have to,
around.
like,
I don't know why.
You did it before.
I wasn't going to pull it up on.
It's
Well,
mosquito
everyone
netting
will be
for
able
my
to
shoes.
see it.
Put it on that screen. He's so stupid for the last ending.
The thing is, would it work?
I think so.
All right, I don't know.
Matt's gonna try some crazy
I think
bullshit.
this is going to be
5
really
minutes
bad.
What's about to happen? I
Well, no,
missed the
what's
whole
going to be
thing.
bad is they're not. All right, it doesn't matter. It will be bad anyway.
What's about to happen?
Matt's gonna try to get our finale karaoke set going.
Oh no.
Until then, we gotta kill some time. Matt looks like the opposite of what every prom, like football or like sports kid does at every prom.
Wait, you had your mouse over here.
Yeah, blue
Yeah,
ball.
you're using it in your chair.
That's right here, you dingus.
Here it is, folks.
But yeah, Matt, he takes off. He took off the vest. Usually, like the football stars, they'll like take off the jacket, but only leave their vest on, so it's just like just arms. You know what I mean? Yeah, you
Oh
did
my
it too.
God.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Rest in peace.
He was the third option.
Everyone's watching. See what you fucking do.
Oh, now they're all coming over here. Go away now.
Andrew,
He's,
Andrew's eating
he
2
has pulled,
cheeseburgers, a hot dog, a couple
yeah,
fries.
He's pulled
Damn,
so many
he's
things out
fucking-
of that bag.
Roast beef, pizza. Roast beef, chickens, and pizza. My balls.
Mercy.
but
Yeah, I
can't
got
do it
some
on
Uber
stream.
Eats. I had.
Yeah, it was like a half a
Yeah.
That's like the 4th or 5th time cannibalism got brought up today.
Isn't that what it did earlier?
I used to drive, and then they tried to keep me.
This might be illegal.
In the game. So now I'm getting out. They're like, stay with us. Here's $20.
What did you play it out of last time, man?
Now they're Uber Eats. Now I'm like, oh yeah.
Okay. Are you guys ready? We're all gonna do it. We're all gonna do Dragula.
I don't know what this song is.
You've never heard the Dragula? Matt, get rid of the ad.
I already feel like I'm not.
You still do that?
It's his best song.
I like White Zombie.
Are you gonna sing it with me?
We gotta give Andrew his.
How does nobody know that? Stop leaning more into me. I don't like it. Scoot forward
It's
at all.
adorable.
I don't like it. It makes me
All right, here we go.
I don't like contact with other men. Please stop.
It's so cute.
Dead I am the one exterminating
yelling.
son, slipping through the trees, strangling the breeze.
I'm better than Andrew.
Musical break, 4 measures.
I'm glad they specified how many measures it was.
Dead I am the sky, watching angels cry while they slowly turn, conquering the worm. Dig through the ditches and burn through the witches and trolls. I fucking Dracula. Dig through the ditches and burn through the witches. Islam in the back of my Dracula.
Islam. I've got an alternate chorus for the next
I
time.
kind of like it.
Islam. You never heard this song?
Dead I am the pool spreading from the full weekend. What you need nowhere as you
What the
bleed.
fuck does that mean?
I don't know.
Nowhere as you bleed.
Yeah, what does any of this mean?
Here it comes.
Oh yeah.
Dead I am the rat, feast upon the cat. Tender is the fur, dying as you burn. Dig through the dishes and burn down the kitchen. There's ham on the back of my spatula. Dig through the ditches and burn fucking witches. Islam in the back of my Dracula.
Do
it,
baby.
Do me, baby.
Do it like an animal.
Oh,
Get
God.
Oh, do it, baby. Oh, do
don't want an
it,
animal.
baby.
good. Do it like a fucking animal.
I don't know why I don't say that part.
I like how we give
Boom it,
Andrew the keys, and he,
baby.
not only
Boom,
does he
boom
say
it,
Islam, he also
said it too.
I did say
he
it
also
first.
does a Rob
I'm
Zombie
live
song.
digging to Matt Skin. Knuckle crack the bone. 21 to fucking win.
What do we happen? Nothing happens in this part, Matt. I don't want to do it anymore.
Dead Kid is the dog hound of hell. You fucking cry devil on your back. Kin will never die. Dig through the dishes and burn down the kitchen. There's ham on the back of my spatula. Dig through the dishes and burn through the fucking witches. And slam in the back of my drag you fucking love.
Do
It,
it,
baby. It's just Matt this time.
Baby.
Good.
Do
Ooh,
it,
baby, baby.
Do
Oh,
it,
baby,
baby.
baby.
Do it like an animal. I think that's the.
Dig through
That
the
ditches
ditches,
burn through the witches.
Those witches.
Islam in the back of my
Slam it.
Dracula. Dig through the ditches. I'm starting to get tired. Islam in the back of my Dracula.
My
It's
ears now
still
want to
going.
I don't want to do it anymore.
Why is this song so
brought
fucking
it.
long?
I would like to know what any of these mean. What is the secret of love song?
It's
you know?
nine.
Like,
It's
really just, like,
9:59.
describing to his
Make a
wife how
wish.
much like he cares about
I'm
her.
more
You know
excited.
that he would dig
That's
through
a fitting
ditches
end
for
to
her.
yours.
You should queue up.
Yeah,
Cue
like
up
the other
some
whores that are
gentle-
trying to sleep with him, basically. Yeah.
Let's get
How
some-
much money does it take to get Rob Zombie in here?
We
so
lost
can interview
four
him?
views.
Wow.
What is
Jay Belcher, Zombie Jay, is going to be so mad
Maria
that he
LeClaire
wasn't
wants
here to
her money
watch
back.
it.
Well, that sucks, Maria.
We don't know how
Maria,
to
where'd
do
you
that.
get $50 to drop on this bullshit, by the way?
Congrats,
You guys,
Raph.
we did
didn't
it.
do anything.
10 o'clock.
Don't get mad at her.
I'm mad at
We
her.
love you.
Megan, oh my God, we busted through. We busted through the wall.
Yes!
We're way over 700.
Whoa.
Yes!
Thank you. Thank you.
Amazing. Incredible.
Respect.
I'll take some of that too.
There we go.
It's gotta be.
I'll take some of that Tito's.
You got 15 minutes before this thing cuts.
All right. Do as you will.
I'm going to go home.
There you go. Ooh, here you go.
Whoa, don't take too much of that. Whoa, Liz. Holy shit.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Is that still fucking... Oh, I'll take some.
Time to get lit.
Pound it, Kian. Wow, don't take too much.
Time to get some vodka down the hatch.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, anybody know that? What I'm doing?
No, you wouldn't accept me between your legs.
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable with that.
Oh, cool.
Easy, Kyle. That's some powerful stuff.
How about you stop being a stupid little bitch?
Go, 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 go.
Pour some of that into my moog.
Go, go, go,
You know, no
go,
matter
go,
how
go,
many
Do you
shots
actually
I
want
fire at
some?
Andrew, he just won't fucking die.
All right, hey,
There's a
we
little
we
splash.
have been here for 12 hours.
Incredible.
Hey,
Does
thank
anybody-
you so much. We will be posting. What do you want to say?
Does anybody want the combos that Audra left?
Okay, that was not worth interrupting me for.
That's why I stopped, fucker. If you want to sift through 12 hours of footage, please.
Yeah, I do intend to do that. I don't. Are you serious? I taught myself how to play that the other day. I was gonna cover it with you at the show, and I didn't because I thought it'd be too stupid. But hey, thanks to everyone who's been here, everyone who came through, Rowan, everyone who did all this shit. Thank you. We will be purchasing that camera in the next week or two. We just have the funds need to clear. We're on our way to become the news. All right, keep it going.
Is this canon in D?
I never thought of that.
What did you never think of?
The first guy to milk a cow.